Yo, welcome to the Cloud Ninja Podcast. It's your boy Nino. I'm doing a stream with Udi Mello and Sanjay Uchiha. We're just doing this off the whim. I was bored, so I thought I'd hop back in. For those who've been missing Mello on the podcast, then yes, hop in. And I'm going to get back into the conversation with them because I had to set up. So I'm about to take them off mute. I don't know what the heck they talking about right now. So you guys are coming in a little late, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, if you want to leave a super chat, that'll be well appreciated. If you want to join the membership program, then that'll be wildly appreciated too. If you can, then just leave a like and enjoy the conversation because your views are very appreciated. You guys been supporting us for so long, and we rock with y'all. But yeah, let's go into this conversation with them. All right.
Different era of sensitivity, and through that it gets like to a new generation and how that can reach people in real life.
Yo, hey, how
Well,
you guys doing? My bad, real
to
quick.
that, I have a question. Do you guys do you guys watch media for like representation, or like do you watch media to like relate to the characters? Because I for one don't necessarily do that. Like in fact I can think back. I don't think I've ever done that ever.
Yo, Sage.
Nah, for me. Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, free game. What's
Free
good, bro?
game.
Hey, can you
Free
can you
game.
guys just get my audience up to speed what you guys were just talking about? Cause I just started my live.
Oh, you just started the live. We're just talking about the thoughts on the Boruto manga when it started. So essentially, the redoing of the
Kingdom
Momoshiki
events.
arc, and of
Oh yeah, yeah.
course, cross-referencing it with the anime's version as well.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
So Mello asked the question of, do we ever watch media for representation? And I think, to be fair, regardless if we do or not, I think we would all agree that some people out there definitely do that. And so at least for those people, I think it would be important to have that aspect, even if it's just for them.
I'm not
Hmm.
sure if they do though. Like, well, obviously we have to do like a poll or something. Good luck with that. But like, also like,
Yeah.
I think that's just propaganda, bro. I think people really don't care, bro. Like, they just be trying to see cool shit happen. This, in my opinion, like
When you say
millennials and
media,
like Gen Z. I don't think that's the case, bro. I don't think that's true.
when you say media, you mean like just like cool fights and like what do you mean by media? Like when you say do you watch media?
Like, I don't know,
Gotta
like
be.
Black Panther. Like, I didn't watch Black Panther to see black people necessarily. I just watched it because it was like a comic book movie and it was super cool.
Bro,
Like,
so
I wasn't like, yeah, like I wasn't in it for that. It was cool to see that. It's like, oh, that's dope. That's really nice. And I like kind of like the impacts of that. But like, I'm not watching like Static Shock because he has dreads or something. It's weird.
Yeah,
I mean, from
it's
my
never that.
perspective.
It's
quick
never that
Yeah.
serious for me
Mello,
either, really.
you watching Doomsday?
Doomsday?
Yeah.
As in Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, Avengers Doomsday. Is that
Yeah.
is, like you're asking? Okay, sorry. You're asking me, am I watching? Like, have
Are
I
you
seen
going
it? Just
to watch it?
okay, that's a different question. Okay. Oh,
Through
wait,
Mellow
is it
off there,
out?
man.
Wait, is it
Nah,
out? Like,
December,
what's going on?
December.
Will I watch? Fuck yes, hell yeah,
What
bro.
about what about
Hell
the
yeah.
just one more and I'm gonna stop saying MCU stuff. Are you gonna watch the re-release of Endgames? It's in
I didn't know there
theaters.
was a re-release.
Yes,
You
it's
know what?
coming out.
I wouldn't mind me and my friend going to check it out. I
They're
wouldn't
adding
mind
new
that at
scenes
all.
and everything. You should look it up. They're adding new cut scenes and it's gonna be because you know in Doomsday they didn't have the end credit scene like how they do every Marvel movie.
Well,
It was
real
already
quick.
3 hours long.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Honestly, if I'm looking for the scenes, I'm gonna do some One Piece stuff. I'm just being honest. But if I don't know, like I'm in a different place in my life right now, and like the world's a very different place. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
if I'm filling up to the cakes and circuses right now, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see what mood I'm in when
Remember
that
when I
happens.
told you I hated end games? My whole like perspective on it.
Yeah, you did tell me
So,
that. Yeah.
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 I no longer hate it. I watched it like 10, 12 times since
That's
then.
crazy, bro.
I think Infinity War is better, but
Yeah,
like
way
that
better.
scene with the hammer, he's something like he's Avengers assemble. That's just so fire, bro.
Yeah, that's
I
iconic,
said this
bro.
before. It's
Yeah.
one of the first times I actually jumped up and screamed out loud in a movie, bro. I was like, what am I doing? I've never seen myself act like this. I am out of character. It was great though, man. That whole theater was jumping. So for that experience, I would love to do it. I think a My Hero Academy movie was another great experience I had in the theater. So
Nice, nice.
Oh, okay. My bad about that. I didn't mean to sidetrack. Back to Boruto. My fault.
No pressure, man. No pressure. No pressure. Shit. Where did we leave off?
I got it. So okay, I understand Mello's point, but what I will add is that to an extent, after watching all of the suffering and bloodshed and conflict and everything they had to endure and overcome for countless generations, all the fighting they had to go through in the original series, it's nice to have moments to see what they've earned, to allow the characters to be happy with the luxury that they could afford to have the downtime. So I'm glad that we do have, for example, moments like the Uzumaki Hot Springs episode. It's like it's also a calm before the storm because we know that there's going to be conflict down the line. So it's nice to just have a moment just to sit and rest with the characters to allow them to relax after what they've gone through because they've earned it. It's nice to see it, even if it's not like cool or whatever, it's at least emotionally satisfying to see. And like the Parent-Child Day novel as well. Like there's so many examples of the Boruto series doing this. I mentioned the Mirai novel earlier as well, or manga or anime adaptation, whatever you want to call it. There's the Boruto anime loves to do this idea. And I mean, what do you guys think about it? Do you not care for these episodes like at all, or do you also appreciate just to see the characters to be happy?
Like no, I really love these episodes, but I mean,
that but was doing some work, boy.
no, I mean you guys know how I feel about it already. Like it's like, yeah, I really love these episodes, but it's like when it kind of you have to be waiting like 100, almost 200 episodes to really get to what we've been teased about. It kind of starts to drag along. I think these episodes in isolation are really good. Like I really appreciate them. Like, oh shit, Naruto's coming from far. Like I remember the days this guy was just eating like drinking spoiled milk, and and just to see him coming from nothing to something is like, ooh, yo. But I think I'll talk more about that in the whole missteps, the negatives portion of the stream. But yeah, I generally, just to answer your question, yeah, I do appreciate those episodes.
You saw my tier list video. You know how I feel about it, bro.
Yeah, true.
To be fair, the episodes I'm talking about aren't just going to be the meaningless random filler that bloat the series to 300 episodes anyways. It'd just be like the one-off, just the couple that you got in there.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like I keep wanting to drift over to some negative stuff, but like I'm trying my best.
We're getting there. We're getting there, man. Just hold it.
Okay, here.
I got what I think it is. I think it's because we're talking about like early Boruto, and Boruto is tough to get through, bro. But, yeah.
So I have like a transitionary topic in a way. So we were talking about the flash forward scene, and then we got talking about the Boruto movie. And we also talked about technically the oh, this is my story. It was the story of me and my dad, but it's my story. All those lines are interesting. But there's like a third scene here that's like almost equally as important as the other two. If anything, that second one really not. But Momoshiki's prophecy. How do you guys see that scene, especially in comparison to the flash forward scene? Like, which one do you think was better? If you had to only have one, which one would you have? How would you change it? Or like how do you think it frames the series in a different kind of way? For example, with Momoshiki's prophecy, it's telling you what's going to happen, but we don't know what it's going to be. As opposed to the flash forward scene, it's showing you what's happening, but we don't know how we get there. It's like the punchline versus the delivery. We have one, but not the other in both examples.
I think I'd go with
for me, bro.
Yeah, it's the initial flash forward scene, because in hindsight, Momoshiki was hyping himself up off incomplete information. So it's like In
Okay,
hindsight,
I'll add. Okay.
Even
We're
if I
going
remove
to
hindsight?
we're gonna ignore the payoff of the prophecy arc because I hated that. We're only looking at the flash forward scene on its own, and then the Momoshiki prophecy scene on its own, without knowing what comes down the line.
No, that's the flash forward for me, bro. The village is
Yeah.
destroyed. Karma is like, what is that? Nice tats, I guess. I don't know. Brand new Jogan or brand new Dojutsu. Boruto got a sword. Sasuke's cloak. Like you mentioned all the beats earlier on.
Yeah,
Udi.
man.
Like it just
Yeah, the
that
Kakashi
right
scar as
there.
well. I forgot that one as well.
Yeah, like the scar, the cloak, the sword, the eye, the curse mark. I remember calling it the curse mark. It's like, bro,
Riding
what
on
is
top of
happening
Naruto's
here?
head.
Exactly. The village is in shambles. Some random mystery kid appears out of the ether. Like he has like Payne's rod. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, what's happening? So yeah, like that whole situation just it gave you so much more stimulus to work with. Stimulus. Is that the word I
Yeah.
want to use? Just it stimulated you more. Like, give you the visuals along with the shenanigans, the promise. So I think I'll go with that one for sure. Even removing
Um,
hindsight.
shout out to Crypto King and Paradox. Paradox, it's been a while, man. I hope you've been doing good. I know, family life, right? So just stay safe out there if you're still here. That is gas prices and all. Yeah, guys. As you were saying,
I don't know what they were saying, but Mello, how are you feeling about Sarda so far? I haven't chopped it up with you in a while, as far as her like manga situation and everything.
That was a random topic shift. Sarada. Hmm. I'm not sure how I feel about it, honestly. I I think I would be drifting more. Bro, what was that? Was that my computer, bro?
No, it
Hold
was
on, let me
mine.
check some.
Again, every time
No,
Oh,
it
let's
was
go.
mine. It
you
was
hear
mine.
that.
When I get a text message,
It happened earlier,
it goes
too.
on my computer. My bad. I'll mute. Sorry.
It's
I was
very
like,
loud.
my computer is janky today, bro. No, I think I don't really like how she's basically doing like they're doing with her what they did with Naruto, where they just like spam KCM, so it like loses its meaning. I don't like that she used it so much, and she didn't really use it that much, but relatively speaking, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like how quickly she went blind. I didn't really like just this. Like the only time I liked it was when it was initially used. Honestly, every other moment beyond that point was kind of like why. Um, yeah, so that's kind of my thought. I think the abilities are super cool. I think the design is super cool. Sarada is super cool in general, and like her whole aura and demeanor, like post actualization, like finding herself or whatever the hell, stop holding mentally back or whatever. She's just like I won't say she's a completely different character, but her like as a fan of the character, I can definitely see a shift in like the mood and demeanor. She's just aura farming all the time. She's on her like Piccolo energy, so I rock with it heavy. But yeah, it's just not what I would have done with it. But yeah.
So, Mello, whereas I completely understand why you're saying that, looking at the second from the most recent time, so not the most recent time when her eye exploded versus Mamushi, but the time before that when she uses
With
it against
Delta.
Mamushi when in the village. Obviously, I don't think that scene is depicted as cool. It's obviously not necessary. Shout out base Chocho. But what I will give that scene, the one thing I'll give it, is I do think for Sarada's character, that's probably her best usage of the Mangekyo, because she's using it to protect the village and the villagers. In that moment, she's being a Hokage.
I'm fine with that, but like she doesn't need to use it. It's just
I know, I agree. But
I think there's like a I don't know how to describe this phenomenon at all. But to me, man, this is gonna come off like a little arrogant, but you know what else is new with me, right? I feel like just they don't understand like moments or like
Yeah.
they strive for like moments, highlight moments, but they don't understand like how to get there.
the
And
build up, eh?
yeah, exactly. Like I said with Delta versus Naruto, I would have never had him go into KCM that quickly. I would have had him fight her in base for a minute and then use the cloak or the chakra from the fox, then use Sage Mode. I would build towards that final form. Like they just enter it. Like Sasuke, like when he's going up against like Momoshiki, they just He's just in it. It's like, bro, what is this? Like, and you can contrast that to like, and I've said this before, Goku over 9,000 scene where he's like powering up, the rocks are moving, the planet's shaking. You get the reaction from the villains, you get the reaction from his allies, you get the build up towards it. It feels like something like, whoa, like what's happening here, bro? Like, what is this? And it gets this big old payoff. And I think there's a reason why that moment is so iconic years later. It's not just from like the amazing voice acting. It's not just that. It's just it's the everything that built up to that. It's over 9,000. Like it felt like something.
Yeah.
And when you just like give you like the payoff, like I don't want to get too sexual, but but you know where I'm going with this, right? Like yeah, you just go you go right toward the finish. No, bro, let's play for a while, okay? Like it's like that, bro. It's like meh.
Yeah, two similar scenes in Dragon Ball that would be the Super Saiyan 3 reveal. You know, he's showing off Super Saiyan 1, then 2, and then we get 3. And then similarly,
Iconic.
you have the same thing of Goku versus Beerus on the planet for the first time.
And the reason why I bring that
Super
up,
Saiyan 1, then 2, then 3.
and you're correct about those examples, minus the bad animation for the super one and the super long ass transformation for the Super Saiyan 3.
I think the movie looks nice, but
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I would say like the reason why I brought up Dragon Ball in particular is because Ikimoto, I believe, has admitted that he borrows concepts from it heavily. So I'm like, how is that true though? Like I get the whole at the fight choreography, you know, Jura versus Boruto. I get that, but like I'm like you borrowed the most superficial stuff from like the goats. Like this man, he gave you the blueprint, bro. Like build towards something, man. I don't know. It's just my opinion though.
With that said, I wanted to ask you guys, and to kind of just expand things like even beyond just early Boruto, but like what do you think has worked for the franchise, like across Boruto and Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, as well as the anime? Well, like what are the decisions you think they've made from a storytelling perspective, a production perspective that has like really worked for Boruto over these last 10 years?
I think one of the anime and manga.
Yeah, all facets, whether it be anime, manga,
just in general,
and of course including Two Blue Vortex as well. Like production wise and story writing wise, what do you think has kind of worked? Like what's helped the series kind of go along for you guys over these last 10 years?
I think one of the things I appreciated most transitioning from Naruto to Boruto is how, at first, at the very least, they respected their audience, because Naruto is the character we grew up with. He's the character we've watched all this time. And you get into Boruto, you get to the Boruto movie, Boruto's the main character, but Naruto's the deuteragonist. He's equally as important as Boruto. Likewise for Naruto Gaiden, when it's Sarada versus Shin and Sakura and Sasuke, Naruto is right alongside her and equally as important as any of those characters there. And it's not just the importance for the audience, it's the importance for the characters themselves. For what Naruto does for Boruto and Sarada in those arcs respectively, it defines their path going forward. Sarada wants to be the Hokage. Boruto understands what being the Hokage means and wants to be the Shadow Hokage. It's literally defining their paths from the very beginning to let them know which direction to walk in, so that when we do get to the part where it's their story standing on their own, we know where their story came from, where it started, why the story is the way it is. As well as the themes. It's not just telling new themes that we never really dived much into Naruto, such as the parent and child stuff. It's developing themes that were already in Naruto even further. For example, what it means to be a shinobi, especially in the times that are changing. Are shinobi humans or tools? It gets into all these ideas, as well as, obviously, in terms of the plot rather than the story or the themes, it's obviously paying off some of the things we got from the end of Shippuden, such as the Otsutsuki clan. Regardless of what we think of that reception, at the very least, they did it.
True.
That's a great answer. I think just for me. Oh, I'm sorry. Free game. Hit it up.
No, I was saying that was a good analysis. Like, I agree with him.
Real quick. It's kind of raining where I'm at. Yeah, we're pretty much close to each other. So if I cut out, there's reasons, okay?
Yeah, man, no pressure.
Yeah. So just for me, I think the there's no surprise if you've been watching, anyone who's watching me. The anime is like better to me in just every facet,
Then the
period.
manga,
Yeah,
So, oh, absolutely,
agreed.
not even close.
I can agree. I can agree.
100%.
So for me, like one of the things I really like about the anime is that, and it's just kind of like I've said like if you read just the manga, I have no idea why you like any of these characters personally. Like just frankly, like your liking of Boruto or Sarada or Mitsuki, it has to be the most superficial thing ever because like they're not giving you much, bro. Like unless it's Kawaki, bro, like this is tough. It's hard eating out here, bro. But for the anime fleshes these characters out so much in a way that just like really makes them wonderful. Um, I really like the what I perceive to be some foreshadowing with like the Mitsuki log Orochimaru arc. And just Mitsuki's stories in general are just so good in the anime. In particular, I like how they push on themes that like are relevant today, but like would be relevant like relative when those episodes came out in the future, which would be today. Um, so like the things like AI, technology, what does it mean to be a human being? I think these are going to be questions that are going to be super important in like the next decade or the next century for our species in general. And they're
Definitely.
already touching on these things with like karma, the ghost in the machine with the Otsutsuki and karma, and having their bodies being taken over by AI or whatever you want to call it, artificial intelligence. Also, the Mitsuki stuff, like what does it mean to be a human, artificial human beings, cloning technology. I think these are going to be super important things coming up in the future. And just kind of finding your path with your own humanity, even if you are an entity that didn't start off in the conventional way that we would consider human. Can you still possess humanity as a concept? I think that's like super interesting stuff there. I like how they kind of spoke on the cycle of hatred in one of the later arcs in the anime for Boruto in particular. And Naruto had that moment on top of the Hokage's rooftop with his son, and I thought that was fantastic that the manga just doesn't touch. And I think some of the time slip arc stuff where like Boruto's having that conversation with Kid Naruto, yeah, when they're like
Yo,
bunking
yeah, that was
together.
that's
Not only was it a beautiful visual, but just the moment was just, man, as a fan of Naruto, like my God, that was a great payoff. Even the conversation with Neji, just seeing those characters interact with like Boruto, and seeing Jiraiya again, like all of that was just fantastic. And there's just none of this like stuff in the manga. In my opinion, like the Toneri stuff is just one of the best stories going to me. I've said this before. And it's just not in the manga. So I'm not trying to
yeah.
rag on the manga. It's just like the anime does whatever the manga does, but better. So it's like, why even mention the manga outside of like the content that the anime hasn't addressed yet? So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I can see where you're coming from with
Um, what about you, Free Game? Like, what decisions have they made over the last 10 years, writing wise or production wise, do you think was like for the for the better, I suppose?
I mean, I agree with Mello. But the reason why I kind of like more, I'm more inclined to the manga versus the anime. I do like the anime, but it was just like a lot of stuff that I don't think that was worth watching. They had a
Hmm.
lot of banger episodes though. Like I can't lie about that. And then like Mello was saying, like they expanded on like the cycle of hatred and all the key aspects of Naruto and then the ninja life and stuff like that. And they don't really like focus on that in the manga. But the thing that I liked about the manga, especially around like the car damn actuation art, that's what it says,
Hmm.
right? Car actuation art. I think that was a lot more darker in the manga than it was in the anime. That was just my personal opinion. Like I'm not saying like the anime is trash, but as far as like how I consume Boruto, I would rather consume it via the manga. Now, when anime comes out again, my whole like point may change. But as far as right now, I'm more of a manga person. Like I get hyped when new manga chapters come out or new manga
Yeah.
even when on Boruto Part 1, I get hyped when new manga panels or new manga chapters come out. Like but with the anime, not so much unless they're adapting the manga continuity. Like, but then I don't like. Maybe it's because I have like higher hopes, and I see characters being portrayed differently than in the manga than I would have expected in the anime. Like for instance, like how they made Amado look. Like I had a whole different like aspect of how he'll look and how he'll talk and how he'll carry himself and stuff like that. And I didn't really see that in the anime.
Gotcha,
Do you think
gotcha.
like the anime kind of stagnates your own imagination for the characters because they like just give it to you,
Yeah, yeah,
for lack of a better word?
yeah.
You know,
For lack of a better
I
word.
can definitely I can definitely see that for sure. I think to your point, like with the anime stuff. Wait, how are you? Wait, okay, I was gonna say, how are you guys hearing me at all? I thought I was muted.
No,
But
no,
anyways,
we can.
what was it? I think with the anime, to your point, you not getting excited about it, I can understand that like 100% because like you really don't know what the arc is going to be until you're like in the middle of it or like at the end. So it's like, this could get like a little shaky. Like that whole like water war arc thing, whatever Bar used to call it. I'm like, bro, that is not a war arc, bro. That is not a war arc. But he swear that's a war arc, bro. So I guess I'm gonna call it that. That the Boruto war arc. Um, yeah, that started off a certain kind of way and kind of went south for me personally, you know.
Mhm.
But I thought, they had some decent stuff in it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Even with that arc,
Gotcha.
it had a lot of decent episodes, but like I think they dropped the ball with it. But that's just my
Mm.
personal opinion.
All right,
That
gotcha.
brings up a really good question, though. I'm glad that you brought that up, free game. Of all the things that the anime did, whether it's an anime original moment or an anime original episode, so filler or whatever you want to call it, or just a manga adaptation that's different in the anime from the manga, what was your best anime moment that you enjoyed that was just unique and original to the anime? For example, the Jaggy episode was pretty good. It had Kawaki's nightmare at the beginning. You see Jigen come to the village, kill everyone in the village, all of our characters, Naruto, Boruto, etc. It you have obviously the Jaggy part of the episode, and then it ends with Kawaki trying to leave the village and Boruto and Shikamaru trying to stop him.
Hmm.
You have again the Uzumaki Hot Springs episode. It's just them relaxing. If you want to see them happy, hey, that's your vibe. In fact, I'll give my answer now. The thing that I most appreciated that they changed was going to be Ishiki's countdown in the anime. This is right after Baryon mode, and Ishiki's saying, "Oh, you have 20 seconds to come out, Kawaki, or I'm gonna crush Naruto's chest and kill him." And then Kawaki's over here having a panic attack, and
Yeah, I love
in
that
fact, he's
episode.
seeing Jigen counting in front of him as
Yeah.
Ishiki's counting down
Yeah.
with that panic attack. He looks at his arm, and then he thinks back to Naruto, the moment when Naruto hugged him at Ino's flower shop. And at that moment, Kawaki changes. He's willing, he calms down, he stops shaking, stops hyperventilating. He has just a moment of reflection, of tranquility, where he realizes he doesn't want to live in a world without Lord Seventh. So he's not scared of Ishiki, Jigen, his abuser, anymore. And he's willing
Mm.
to confront him to save Naruto. Especially considering the whole like shadow clone thing, the whole ninjutsu thing, everything he does there against Ishiki, that's beautiful. But just the countdown moment, I think the way they animated the sound, the music, everything there with Kawaki's goldfish being pushed off the table, Kid Kawaki running from Jigen, I think everything they do that's got to be my number one pick.
Gotcha, gotcha. Paradox, welcome, man. What's up? Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. I don't know if you guys spoke about Toneri. I'm a little late, but how are you guys feeling about Toneri? Like he's not manga canon. Ryzen and me and well, on the last pod we was talking about this. He's not manga canon, but he is anime canon, and there's some things that says anime and the manga coincide some type of way. Like I don't know the exact reference. So, um, do you think that they will bring him in the manga at any point in time? And do you
I,
think that's going to be like the catalyst of Boruto getting his Jogan?
Um. Ooh. I mean, I feel like that question could be extended to a lot of the legacy characters too, but um, wow, I don't even know how to answer, to be honest.
He called him the Star of Hope. At one point he
Yeah.
said that
Mhm.
it's the Byaku. Sorry, the Pure
Shogun.
Eye.
Yeah.
It manifested a little bit too soon, or some dialogue. I can't remember. Ryzen's better at that with me, as far as getting the verbatim speech. But basically, I guess he had to awaken it a little bit sooner. He said that he did that to deal with Nue or something like that. That's why in the first one, I mean, the first time he awakened it when the Nue situation happened. And then
I knew it was manga canon.
You said a what?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys didn't know, the Namida and Wasabi are in the Mirai manga, so they're manga canon. Denki's referenced in the mangas. Metal Lee's drawn in the manga, so all these characters are manga canon. I guess the only one we technically don't have is Iwabe yet, but whatever. So Toneri, he is manga canon. There's just no way to get around it. That's just first and foremost.
How?
The Naruto the Last, that movie's canon to the manga. It's canon to the Naruto story. So unless the Naruto manga isn't canon to the Boruto manga, there's just no way to get around it. He's manga canon. With that in mind, that means, especially since the first arc with Nue is also canon to the manga, since Nue exists, Toneri already has given Boruto the Jogan or the ability to awaken it.
Is he manga
He has to
canon,
be.
though? 'Cause, like, no,
Just because
the
he's not
movie
in
wasn't
the
a
manga doesn't mean he's not manga canon.
But I'm talking about Naruto.
But the movie is canon to the Naruto story.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but he just never appeared in the
Bruh.
manga as far as like his relationship with Boruto.
Hey, one second. Paradox, you there, man?
What?
Oh, I was just checking on to see if Paradox, if his mic situation is
what's up, bro?
sorted out. But I don't know.
Bro, have y'all ever had oxtail mac and cheese? I'm saying this shit is swinging,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
My bad.
I was just telling my girl I was gonna make that for her, but you gotta get oxtails though.
What is that?
The other day I went to Buffalo Wild Wings. I had a mac and cheese hamburger. That was good.
Nah, you gotta try the
Buffalo
oxtail.
Wild Wings, huh? Boy,
You gotta try the oxtail.
it's good.
Okay.
You gotta bake it though. You gotta make Big Mac. You gotta I seen y'all the
There's this
recipe.
there's a place in Georgia, Golden Crust. So Udi, but
Golden
well, you might
Crust,
not
not
know.
Corral?
Nah, bro. So you gotta come to the hood, Udi. Man, Udi, pull up, bro. I'm gonna show you some good spots, man. Some selling food, bro.
You guys are funny.
You're stupid. But yeah, as far as him being manga canon though, he's not in the Naruto manga though. Like, I mean, I know did they specifically say he's manga canon?
I mean,
Ishimoto made him.
I get that, but that doesn't really necessarily mean he's a manga canon. Can you pull up a panel in the manga where he?
I mean, the only other thing I could like add to Udi's point was just that they did market the last Naruto the movie as chapter 699.5. So technically, you want to be.
There you go.
You can say that it's manga canon that he's sealed away, or do you think that they're going to retcon it some way? Because he is a manga canon at all.
True.
Wait. Sorry, I'm confused. What's happening? What's the topic? Toneri sealed away?
Toneri, is that part of the manga canon? Because Urashiki is a manga canon.
I don't think any of the Toneri stuff in the anime is Boruto manga canon. I don't see how it could be. And I think he was only sealed in the anime.
Yeah,
but like the last stuff, yeah, I think that's canon.
Yeah, so maybe he's still around. He hasn't been introduced yet, but would he still be sealed since the person who did it is? I mean, I don't know if you guys consider him manga canon, but Urashiki, he's not manga canon.
Well, here's a question. I don't know if any of us know this here. Is Urashiki in the movie novel adaptation? Does anyone know that? I have no idea.
That's too nerdy for me, bro. Like it's just like the manga, the movie, but when we start getting into like the novels and the books,
I know.
Okay, buddy. I can't.
This is when we need Ryzen. He'll be able to tell you right then and there.
Yeah.
No, we need Naruto explained, bro. He know all that shit, bro.
Yeah, true, true.
He can literally explain Naruto to you, bro.
Bro,
Go figure.
I'm telling you, Ryzen, he's on par. Maybe not at the level of Naruto explained, but like
Who is that?
The other guy on the podcast that we have on. I don't know if you've been watching.
We're having a
But
blast.
you've met Ryzen. You've been
Black
on
is
podcasts with
the
him
podcast
before.
too?
Oh, you got four. You got 4 guests. Our host now.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Yeah. Ryzen
Dope,
is
dope,
like
dope.
a freaking almanac when it comes to Naruto Boruto.
Right. Sounds familiar.
Bro,
Yeah.
he can pull up a panel like in 10 seconds. He can be talking about something in Naruto that happened in probably like the beginning, and he'll pull up the panel.
It's the Usain Bolt of panel pulling.
Well, y'all be splitting that revenue 4 ways. It's tough, bro. I'm surprised y'all added a 4th member. That's tough.
Well, I mean, honestly, bro, I don't do it for the money. I do it just because I like doing it. Like, so I got a job.
I
got a
respect that.
full-time job. I make good money. Like, it's nothing. It's just something that I like to do. I like to discuss things with discuss this series and other series with them. I wish they would expand, but it's whatever.
Oh, for sure.
Mello, I just sent you Ryzen's Discord profile picture if you remember him.
Let me see.
Yeah, no, he's a good dude.
Nah, I don't even. I mean, everybody got a Boruto profile picture, bro.
Well,
The name sounds familiar though.
If you ever like just want to watch like
Like,
10
I've had a-
seconds of the recent pod, then you'll see who I'm talking about, or 10 minutes or
Okay.
whatever like that. If you just-
Yeah, you've been
Okay.
on before. You'd remember his voice at the very least.
Or if you got
I
time,
just stuck with names. That's all.
Or if you got time,
Yeah.
like maybe Sunday, because that's when we pod, then you can hop on with us if you want.
We'll see about it.
Yeah, we'll talk. I got your number, so I'll hit you up. But anyways, yeah, let's get back into the
Yeah.
conversation.
So just for me to even answer like my portion of this question, in terms of like what's worked like from a writing standpoint and even production wise, like I to a degree, like with what Mello was saying in terms of the anime kind of fleshing out a lot of the characters, kind of giving them more depth, etc., etc. I do think that was a good choice there for the franchise overall. Because yeah, like you said, like the manga historically for me has kind of only focused on like a small subset of characters. You know, we all know that a lot of the side characters don't really, show up or even do much. Historically speaking, at least. So even the decision to have a lot of things fleshed out, like for example, even the how should I put the the graduation exams with Kakashi, I thought that was nice. I think there was an episode. It wasn't. I think in the 30s when Boruto and his classmates were like trying to just figure out like what to do, like their path in life. There are certain episodes that really like yeah, from a writing standpoint, these hit. In hindsight, I just kind of wish they kind of built up to some fulfilling moments with a lot of these side characters. That's the kind of like negative of it, I suppose. But yeah, there's definitely that.
I will add on that some characters they aren't meant to stand on their own. They are meant to support other characters' stories.
True,
so narratively, that's a thing that could apply to some of these characters. Not going to say if it does or doesn't to any characters, but yeah.
Yeah, true.
After game, you got some background noise there.
Yeah. I think outside of that,
Oh, never mind.
even the that's it. I mean, I do appreciate the decision to naturally keep Naruto and Sasuke around. Oh yeah, you're still having the feedback into the stream free game.
Just gotta mute him really quick.
Yeah, I did.
I don't think he can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you can hear free, just text us
Yeah.
when you want to get unmuted.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So even the decision to keep like Naruto and Sasuke around, I did like that, of course. Maybe some things could have been handled better. Or maybe a lot of things. Outside of that, I'm thinking these last 10 years. I think from a production process, I don't know. I don't think there's.
Hey, I had to mute them real quick. Let me know if you hear me better.
Most cuts of any episode, which is amazing. Obviously, you have the Kawaki introduction episode, Kawaki versus Garo. It turns that manga fight from a nothing fight into one of the most legendary episodes of all time. Because it's less about the fight against Garo and more about introducing Kawaki, the new character, the Deuteragonist, the guy from the flash forward scene.
True.
You also have, obviously, the most legendary episode in the entire franchise, Boruto episode 65, Naruto and Sasuke
Yes,
versus
sir.
Momoshiki. You get that from the manga to how they changed it from the movie was legendary. Nobody expected that. That was literally in real life a passing of the torch from the old animators to the new animators for the next generation of animators, which I think is just thematically, externally cool in a way. So a lot of really good moments that they've done, both adapting the anime and done on their own.
Yeah.
I think all the time slip arc stuff that I mentioned earlier is glorious.
You did mention that.
Glorious.
Well, even the Urashiki fight, in case you guys didn't realize, that's very reminiscent of the Momoshiki fight. Like, the animation is very similar for a lot of the cuts intentionally. So to show it's like repeating the same thing again, but like in this new context, I thought that was really interesting that they did that.
You know how
True.
I would describe the whole Boruto series. It's like you're edging and edging and edging and edging and edging and edging and edging, and you just never get to the climax. That's what Boruto feels like. It's just the eternal edge, bro. It's just like, I'm sorry, I am who I am. It's just like, my God, man, like, help me finish, bro. Like, everything just so like, it's like, it's like, come on, bro. It's like, why is Gar's hair look like that, bro? Like, what's going on, bro? Like, who made these decisions, bro? Like, my God, give that man a barber. Give him a fade. Give him a fade.
Something. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Mello, did you
sorry,
have an
I had to throw that
answer?
in there.
Oh, I guess the time slip was your answer then.
One
Yeah,
sec.
but the whole Mitsuki synthetic human stuff, the Garaga
Yeah.
stuff was super fun.
Yeah.
Man, Garaga with the scar and Boruto with the scar, please come back. Bro, I just need the anime back, bro. I just need the anime back.
I'm glad you're talking
True.
the Mitsuki stuff because everyone loves to talk about Sekie's death, and as much as that's everyone's favorite thing of all time, including my own,
That was a good death.
it was one of the best deaths of all time. Great for Mitsuki. But it's very emotionally profound. But there was an episode that surprised me. It's probably the most underrated episode in the entire Mitsuki retrieval arc. Of the 20 episodes, I think it's like 6 or 7 or 8 episodes in, so before the halfway point. It's Mitsuki and Sekie. They're together alone in the desert. Sekie starts cracking and all the other fabrications go on ahead. So it's just Mitsuki and Sekie. And the entire episode is them talking under the assumption that Sekie is going to die because they don't realize that the fabrications are going to come back with the medicine to heal Sekie in time. So Sekie thinks he's dying. Mitsuki thinks he's dying. And they just have a heartfelt conversation about philosophy, about life, about the world. And it's not as necessarily emotional because obviously Sekie survives. It's not as emotional as Sekie's death, but Sekie's death is what, like a 3-minute scene. This is the entire episode was like this. It looks beautiful with the sunset, the aesthetic, the art is incredible.
Yeah,
The
I remember
direction,
that.
it sounds beautiful with the music, the voice acting is beautiful, and just the writing alone, the dialogue was beautiful between these characters. I think that's by far the best episode of the entire arc.
Yeah, excuse me. I don't want to say like you're a fake, not you guys, but like this is a bold statement, but it's fine.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I just don't know if you only read the manga. I think you're a fake fan. I'm just being honest, bro. Like, I have no idea how you can ever like Mitsuki ever, like without reading the manga or watching the anime, bro. Like, you can't like Sarada, bro. I'm sorry, you cannot like Sarada. You can't like Mitsuki. You can't even truly get the depth of Boruto's character without watching the anime. I just don't understand, bro.
Well, let me do
So-
you one better, Mello. If you only read the Boruto manga, you miss Naruto Gaiden. You miss Mitsuki's one shot. You miss the Mirai manga, which, most people don't care about. But you're missing so many different things. The novel analysis that I mentioned earlier, you're missing so many different things that it's unbelievable. In the manga.
Yeah, like I cannot wait to dive into that 600 page. Okay, that's gonna be a joy. That's a lot of content. That's gonna be so fun. Like, and that's material that I'm actually looking forward to. Actually, it's like I can't. Yeah, that's gonna be so cool.
It'll come out in about 1 month from now, I think.
What do you mean by what do you mean by like come out? Like English translation or just Japanese?
From what I understand, I think it's only going to have a Japanese translation, but Salad and Bolt said she's going to translate it as soon as she can.
Okay, nice.
I'm gonna run that thing through Chat GPT. Let's go.
Paradox, you hearing us? All right. Sound a bit low, man.
But you can hear him?
No.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, free game. If you're talking, bro, we all got you muted, bro. At least I do. Well, I got him unmuted.
I got
just
free game
muted
muted.
So is the volume better now?
Oh, what I do?
What's up?
You had background noise, yeah.
Oh,
What's up, Paradox?
I
What's
didn't
good, bro?
mute. My bad. I was trying to check the audio on my channel. I'm so sorry. My bad.
Oh, it's fine, bro.
Sanjay, you can unmute free game now, in case you don't.
Oh, okay.
They was telling me they couldn't hear me, so I had to fix it.
Okay. Yeah, free game unmuted now. Paradox, what's happening in your mind, man?
No idea. You hear me better now?
Yeah, it's some muffled and low, bro.
Bro, sound like Shaquille O'Neal, bro. It was a good basketball game. We scored 20
life
points.
is just lifing right now.
I
I
just-
have
Oh,
no idea what's happening. You hear
okay,
me better?
so that's better. Yeah, that's better. Much better, actually.
Yeah, that's good, bro. What's up, man?
Cool. So yeah, I was listening to the conversation and basically I agree with each person's point of view because there's like certain things I do understand what Melo was getting at, and then there are certain things like what Free Game was saying that I understand. So it's a mixture of both of them. I do think that they did a lot of good with the anime in terms of like introducing certain characters, flushing out certain storylines. But I also think that they have a lot of missed opportunities, especially when it comes to like actually giving us, well, at least for me anyway, I'm not gonna put it off as it like it's facts, but for me, in my opinion, giving me more of like the side characters and like me caring, like they try to do it in terms of like with the whole the mist arc when the son of, I think it was like the grandson of Kaguya, just to show you how I don't really care about it. It's just I just watched it and it was like that's it for me. Like when he died and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, I kind of get what you guys getting at, but like I think like they could have done more with the side stories to actually get us to care more about them, and especially with like the kids of old generation, they should have like just as though like they had mixed in some of the stories with like Sasuke and Sarada and Boruto and Naruto. I wish that they had like even the thing with like Lee and Metal when they were working on his confidence issues. Like give me more of that, right? Like mixing the old generation with the new and stuff like that. So I think they kind of dropped the ball there, in my opinion. But there was a lot of good that was done in the story, at least with like in the introduction of the characters. Because if you read only the manga, you really don't know about the side person. So, yeah,
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would say that though, like we still got part 2, and it's going to be a lot of filler. Like I mean, not filler, but like a lot of anime canon that they're going to add into it, because I think part 2 it's not really that long, so they're going to have to extend it a little bit because they're not going to jump right into 2 Blue Vortex. Like I
Yeah, yeah,
refuse to think
that's
that
true.
it's gonna like speed run through part two and go into to Blue Vortex. So some of the ideas that's been pushed to the side, they can expound on that at that point in time. Like as far
Yeah.
as like there's bigger threats that we got to worry about. Boruto, he's a rogue ninja, so they may want to get revenge or some type of shit. So like they may have been honing their skills. Not saying that
Mm-hmm.
they on the level of Boruto or anything like that, but so they could explore that in the anime. So they can
Yeah.
add more context, to why these side characters like Metal Lee, like, cause um, everybody is hating on Metal Lee because he has that anxiety attack thing. So I think that because I don't, it would be a missed opportunity for them to drop the ball on Rock Lee's son.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
That's
really
true.
think so. Like people like they hate on him,
You
but
think so?
I think so because
Bro,
maybe
they dropped
because
the ball on Rock Lee.
maybe me because yeah, like they did, but they can expand on Rock Lee too. Like Rock Lee, he had that experience when he was with Ishiki, and that could have sparked something in him to where he says that he has to train harder because you know how he is. Rock Lee, he's the founder of youth. He got that passed on
He
by his
didn't even
sensei.
use a gate against Ishiki. Training wasn't the issue.
And that shit is crazy. Why they didn't do that?
That was
But
funny.
Konohamaru. Konohamaru was last man standing. I'm just saying.
Bro.
Hey, somebody in the comments did say, "I wonder if Mello is still glazing Konohamaru."
Bro, it's not glaze, bro. It's just facts. It's just facts.
They dropped the ball with
I
Konohamaru
just want to
too.
bring it up. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, like as far as Rock Lee was a fan favorite for a while. They dropped the ball in Boruto, yes, but I don't think they should leave him to the side. And characters like My Guy and like older characters that that are still alive, like Kakashi, other ninjas like that. Besides just focusing on Boruto, Sarada, and just like that cast right there. Even though I know they're the new generation, and that's the
Yeah.
the point of it. But the old generation played a part in the new generation when it was in Naruto too. So
Exactly.
I want to find
Well,
an
if you're
excuse. Yeah, go ahead.
if you're gonna have any chance of getting anything, it's going to be in the anime. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
at
I'm
the
Yeah.
very
saying.
least,
That's
it's
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
that.
No, for sure.
yeah.
That's I totally agree. They're the only ones who can flesh that out. Like
Yeah,
with manga,
because
they only have like a certain amount of time. We'd be
yeah.
complaining way more if we was getting like if we was getting manga panels and stuff. I mean, sorry, chapters, and it was just training or some shit like that, and then we gotta wait
Nah,
longer and
bro.
longer and longer.
Nah, I would love to see that little time period where they were training before Mamushi showed up. Like
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
Himawari doing with Kurama, bro? Like I need to know, bro. Like what did Chocho do to upscale so much to where she can speed blitz and knock him out in base? Okay,
This is
Like,
the
I need to know.
Do you think that? Do you think that they can pull that off by doing the monthly? Like, we're in the 10th anniversary. This is what the stream is about. That you guys got
Yeah.
titled. So
Mhm.
they would have had to flesh that out so much longer. Like we in
I
10th
would say
anniversary just into Blue Vortex. Like what, 3 years ago?
about
Yeah, about that.
I would say I could do it. So, and I'm not a professional writer. So, I mean, it's not difficult for me, bro. Like, I could easily write that in, just me personally. But
Yeah.
so I don't know. But
On the
yeah.
on the previous generation point, I'll even go as far as to say it doesn't have to steal the spotlight from the new gen, which is supposed to be the point. Because just like Naruto,
Yeah,
look
that's
at
the
the
point I was
pain
gonna bring
arc.
up too.
Yeah, so obviously Choza helping out against Tendo Pain with Kakashi, that just logically
Fire.
makes sense from a plot perspective. He's in the village. Why would he not defend his village? But it's not just there for that. It's not just Choza. You have Choji there fighting alongside his brother, and that facilitated growth into Choji. You can do the same thing with the Mamushi invasion. Have Rock Lee fight Mamushi and have Metal Lee see that. Look at how Boruto changed in the Boruto movie by watching Naruto fight Momoshiki. Boruto came into his own because of that. The next generation doesn't have to steal the spotlight from the old generation. They can share the spotlight, and through doing so, have some mutualism. They can both benefit from that.
Yeah,
That's just good writing, though.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
I-
difference.
I think the point is, at the end of the day, is that even at one point, Naruto's generation was the new generation, and the story had balance between the old generation and Naruto's generation. I just feels like where we are, especially with the Boruto manga, it's through Ikimoto. I guess we've kind of lost that balance. So I think that's what it comes down to.
Do you
So I
think
wanted
it's
to say
possible?
something.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Mel. I didn't mean to cut you, but I just wanted to get to a
Mhm.
point that I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is Ood, OOD?
Dude, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So he made a point of like after Boruto saw what the older generation was capable of, and then basically just motivated him more of getting into serious string and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They missed that opportunity in the anime, especially with like Ishiki's group. Like, you're gonna introduce these dudes as like some of the baddest. Like, as much as I had like my gripes with the Deeper part of it, Deeper was a solid character. And what
Yeah.
they did with him, especially when they got like Team 10 to go train, because he whooped their asses, and he's like, nah, y'all ain't on this level. Like, you guys don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
So like, and he was like the perfect mixture of ninjutsu plus technology mixing with, you understand? So like that whole theme of what they were trying to get in Boruto, he was a fantastic introduction, and how it actually pushed them to a certain level. They basically dropped the ball with that entire thing, where I felt like they should have used Kara a
Yeah.
little bit better, where they were flushing them out with more of the younger, because everybody had a squad now. It's not like they were in school. Everybody had a squad. They had a sensei. It would be even better if like their senseis were like the older generation, like we were our strong persons like Tenten and stuff like that, so we can actually get them involved in the story. But it's actually using them to build the newer generation, to show them, hey, this is how like real battle is when you're up against, because your generation is soft. Y'all born in peace. So like when we need to get down, this is how we get down, right? And it was like, I was like, bro, why didn't they just do it like that, right? They had like so much more opportunity to incorporate them, the older generation plus the new generation, get us to care more about them. Because I even respected that
Yeah.
episode where Sasuke and what's it, Sai, when they were on that mission. So I think it was like the old Brain Village, and they carried Sai's new Black Ops team with them. Like the girl with that weird doll and stuff like that. And I was
Yeah,
like,
how-
yeah, I like to see stuff like this. If they had done it like that, like incorporate the other teams, then when you go into like where we are in Two Boop Vortex, it would be the perfect way to transition them against like these new 10-tailed beasts, because like you're having like millions of these dudes, right? Like thousands of these dudes, even especially with like Momushi. You're like having him all over the village, and then you have like the other squads dealing with them, and it kind of actually shows you like where they are and how they progress against these new developments and stuff like that. So like I was hoping that they went that way, but yeah, I guess
Guess not.
guess not. So
I agree.
because I mean,
For
like
me, like-
these 10-tailed creatures is actually perfect to flush out the new. Like you're giving them an enemy. Like this thing is like a freaking what we say again, a parasite. There's so much of them. Like you're gonna need strong shinobis to beat these dudes. Like come on. So
Or we
yeah,
could
they
just send in
wasted it.
Chocho, Yeah, I'm just saying.
tough. It's difficult because, like, for me, I'm covering the series for so long now.
Yeah, true.
And my perspective, it just out of necessity has to change if I still even want to, because if I do what we're doing now, then I'll just be picking the series apart all the time. It'll just be like super nihilistic and negative about it. But for me, I had to change my perspective from it, because I'm like, I just don't think like this is like a C B tier series, and that's just the truth. And these A tier expectations is just gonna make me miserable, make my audience miserable. It's just at long last, the sleeper has awakened. Okay, shout to Vegeta. Like I've awakened. Okay, like I'm aware now. I'm not making any changes by being a critic of Boruto. Like by yapping at my chat, Ikimoto not changing shit. So at this point, like I'm just being like negative about it. So for me, I'm like I just don't think Ikimoto is capable of finishing. Okay, I just think all he can do is edge you. That's it. He can't get you to where you want to go. I'm sorry, I keep bringing that up. He can't get you where you want to go, bro. And that's fine. I mean, I there's no honor in just shaming a man for not being able to do what he's supposed to be able to do as a professional. But still, there I can't. So at this point, I'm like, Boruto is what it is. It's a B to C tier series. And to have these grandiose expectations is just, or any high tier expectations, it's just not going to happen. And I'm just going to make myself and my audience miserable by trying to do any kind of analysis that's deeper than the surface level, because that's what it is. And you're absolutely correct. It would have been fantastic to see what Maito, the idea that Maito Guy's village is being raided and he won't step up is insane to me. Like there's no Kakashi, there's no Kashin Koji meeting up with Naruto or even a Tsunade. There's no payoff there. There's no world building. Where's Dinky? Where's Metal Lee? Where are these characters? Why are we only limited to Konoha all the damn time? But you know, you will be a miserable bastard if you walk that path. Take it from
I
me.
mean, that's the thing, man. You kind of turn your brain off and like, these characters never existed, man. They never existed. You know,
It's like a cop out. Like they're there, but you're so pissed. You're like, God damn, you know what? The Joe guy doesn't exist, damn it, because it's been like 10 years and we got absolutely fuck all. So it's like we're still asking about the fucking Joe guy a decade later. I mean, some of us, not me, some of us got gray hair at this point. Like, my God, man. And I just don't. I don't know who's watching or reading Boruto, to be honest. Like what demographic? Like who is he writing towards? Because that demographic has to have aged. It ain't Gen Alpha, I don't think. It has to be Gen Z and millennials.
If a
Exactly.
kid watched it when they was 16, they're 26 right now. Or read it.
That's what I'm saying.
It
it has to be millennials who are like all in their 30s. Let's be honest, and it has to be like Gen Z, who's like 20s, I guess mid 20, like late early. My niece is like 23, so you're like early 20s. So it's like
or mid 20s,
and like the attention span is so low. So like I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, like I come from like the Unk era, I guess at this point, to where like I'm used to fleshed out stories and intricate, in depth.
You're a big bro.
Exactly.
You don't get to Unk until you're like 40. You're big bro right now.
Oh yeah, well, okay. Well, I'll take big bro then. But yeah, like I come from like the Toonami, the Kids WB, to where it's like it's shows that are fleshing out the characters, and it's long-term storytelling, long-form storytelling, overarching all this stuff, intricate depth, and then we're like in a new era, and sometimes you can get lost in your own like mind and forget that. Like, yeah, there is a new generation, and they got like a different kind of sensibilities, and maybe he's writing toward. I mean, the character designs are certainly catered towards them, not my generation. So I when I look at this series, I'm like, this shit, like, where's the depth? The people who it might just be catered towards is like, bro, what are you talking about? This is depth. And I'm like, if you say so, child. Okay, like, if you say so, so I can't really like. Maybe I'm just like out of touch for like what the writer's trying to aim for, and so like my critiques come off a little different because like we come from peak.
Maybe they consider that because Two Blue Vortex is a little bit more not adult, but I would say would be steered toward more like older.
I think it progressed with their audience.
Older adults, like 24 maybe. So as they get into Two Blue Vortex, these kids that was watching it when they was, when they was reading it and watching Boruto when it was like 16, 15.
It does feel similar to that weird like
Vortex. They're like aging them up and stuff like that, and it's becoming to get a little bit darker. So I mean, I think they considered that. That's why they did the time skip or the 3-year time skip. It's still a time skip. They did a
I don't even
3-year
think
time skip.
TVV is dark though.
Not dark in like a.
It's like edgy. It's like
there you go.
superficial
Yeah.
There you
dark.
go. There you
It's like
go.
Yeah,
emo.
it's that awkward Korra in comparison to Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Korra audience, the tweens, basically.
Mhm.
Hey, watch
Like-
your mouth, okay? I like Korra, okay?
I like it
I'm
too.
gonna give Cora a chance. I'm about to give Cora a chance. I'm about to give her the chance.
That's vague.
I mean,
Short
I
hair
think-
Korra,
After the
that's my
movie,
favorite.
nah, bro.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I
think-
gotta watch that. I gotta One Piece that movie real quick. Yeah.
Yo,
After that movie, like, nah, bro.
Is it
Like,
good?
bro,
Is it good?
No, I must admit, I did watch the movie as well.
Yeah, bye. Gaio. Ho, ho. Yes, bro.
Yo,
I got a super chat real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah,
if
man.
you guys wanna
Yeah, man.
rock out.
Yeah.
Antonio Bookman 9767 shot a $4 or $5 super chat. He said, "Do you guys think that Boruto will ever use the future sight ability in his Byakugan?" I'm guessing he's
I don't know,
relating
that's-
it to because like Momoshiki was able to peer in his future with his Byakugan, and he has Momoshiki's Byakugan.
Yeah, but that might
Technically, he
just
already
be a
has used it.
Momoshiki ability that uses his Byakugan rather than a Byakugan ability that Momoshiki just happens to use.
Bro, that's the most Udi response. Look, it is. No, I get what you're
Facts.
saying. I get what you're saying. But he already used it. But I think maybe if he's somewhere like in combat, which would be so peak. Shout out to my boy Monkey D. Luffy. We're already doing that. But yeah, I think in combat, I would say yes, but it's Ikimoto, bro. Like, will he do like? It's like, should he? Yes. Is it there?
But will he?
Yes. Will he? No, he absolutely will not. Okay, like no, he forgot
Because-
about the Jargon. Let's keep it a bean. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about it now. Wait, before you move on there, free game.
Yeah, go
Because I'm thinking about it now with Kashin Kojin having prescience, right? I think it would be interesting to, Kashin Koji giving like a scenario with multiple alternate futures, and he's explaining it to the group, and you might have Boruto have like a future sight moment that tells the future that's going to happen anyway.
You stole
I think
my
the
question. You stole it.
Oh,
you stole it from me.
I just
So-
think I'm sorry.
You did a mind transfer jutsu and fucking stole it.
Now he used prescience and saw the timeline where you asked it, and then
Yeah,
yanked
facts.
it.
Yeah,
Tough.
exactly.
Tough.
No, I'm just playing. Go ahead. That's basically what I was gonna ask. So go ahead.
Yeah, I just think the contrast between like those two future telling like scenarios would be like I guess a good opportunity for little maybe some tension, maybe in terms of how they do their game plan for whatever that scenario would be. So that's I could see, but as Melo said, him using it in combat would be tough still.
I think it'll be redundant though. Like too many singularities, bro. It's just gonna be like future is just gonna be changing as they try to do anything with it. It's
True.
like, yeah, that's way too much. Like it's one thing to like see it, but like to have one person see it and then like relay the information, but like two people, man, I don't know about that. And
Have y'all
I have a
seen
mind, or I have a
Kuroko no
mind to think like
Basket?
Kuroko no Bro, listen, yes. Yes,
It's like the
basketball
scene of
anime-
them just like standing still, looking at each other, making like 1,000 micro moves per second, and nobody else knows what's going on but those two.
Bro, I'm surprised you've seen Kuroko no Bad. Look, I'm rarely surprised by you, Udi. Okay, I think I got a good measure of you. That surprised me. That's nice. I like that.
There you go.
Who's your favorite character, by the way? Just sorry, as an aside.
Oh, that's okay. Best written versus favorite's got probably Aomine, but there's so many good characters. That's the problem.
Like Konohamaru?
Emperor's Eye. That's all I got. To
Yes,
say,
bro. He's
That's all
probably
I got
best
to
written.
say. Mr. Kyrie Irving. Okay, you probably don't know who that is, but
I love it.
Yo,
Sorry,
Um,
topic.
What
who?
is going on?
It's
Oh
going
my
on.
gosh.
he
Do
doesn't
you
watch
think the
sports.
anime
It don't
is
matter. It don't matter.
one version of what Kashin Koji is seeing? And
Say it
then
again,
the manga
Para?
is one. Do you think the anime is one timeline of what Kashin Koji saw, and then the manga is one? Because they said that both stories are taking different routes, but they'll end up at the same
Yeah.
conclusion.
Yeah.
By the way, I
dropped
just
a
wanna add-
video 2 days ago.
So just through sheer
Give
coincidence.
me one sec,
Boruto's-
guys. I'll be right back.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Boruto's 10th anniversary. So I'm rewatching Boruto right now. I just started the Code arc today, so I'm about to finish it for Boruto's 10th anniversary. I'm about to refinish
you got
watching
far.
Boruto. Well, I just finished the Ishiki arc the other day. I'm skipping the tuning exams arc because of what Ikimoto did to Sarada's rank in Two Blue Vortex. Why bother watching her become tuning when I know it doesn't exist? What's the point of
No, it does
wasting my
exist.
time?
It just exists in that timeline. That's the difference. And yes, I do agree with you. We did a stream talking about this actually. Like me and Chat just broke it all down. Yo, I think Koji can see the anime timeline. I mean, let's be honest. No, Ikimoto's not doing something that cool. But
Exactly.
is it there to be done? Hell yeah.
Oh,
And I think it's a
absolutely.
super cool idea that they should incorporate. Now back to your tuning exam thing. You should not skip that. Just for the visuals alone, like the Denki. Well, yeah, the Denki versus Tsubaki fight was fun. But also like Inojin versus Haoki. That fight was cool. Like even before the exam started, they had this like super cool like shadowy like shading that they used to do on the character's face. It's like the visuals are just so good. Right before the actual arc starts. The arc starts. So yeah, I would definitely watch it just for the visuals.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back after finishing the Code arc and go rewatch what I skipped. Because I think you
it's
could
good.
do it in
It's
that
fine.
order. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with doing that. It's kind of cool in that way.
No.
But it's crazy because a single moment can just ruin a whole arc. I also skipped the Funato arc for the sole reason of what they do with Kagura. Like all
Yeah.
20 episodes of it, I'm just not gonna watch because of that one moment.
Yeah, I bailed out, bro.
All right,
But,
I'm
like
back.
that
I'm
character
back.
had potential. Yo, welcome back, bro. Welcome back. But like one man, damn, bro. I feel like this whole stream is just like ragging on Boruto. Like one thing I really want, one thing I really wanted was like a moment to where all the future Kage candidates had like some kind of interaction from the respective villages, like Shinki and Sarada and like Bubble Boy from the Thunder Village.
You think he's the
Lightning
hook? I
Village.
mean, I guess there's no one else.
There's no one else, bro. Like literally, like unless you think like a thick boy with the glasses, possibly. He did have the lightning cloak, so like. But yeah, like I think Bubble Boy. What's the guy with the stone from the Onoki death? From the Mitsuki stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, so like we never got them. We never got like the future. It's just why? Like I just don't understand, bro. And you had 2 at bats at the tuning exams, and although I think the second one, in my opinion, is better than the first one, at least like visually, because they actually completed it for once. But it's like the spectacle is gone in Boruto. Like, there's just no spectacle.
Yeah, things overall I would say kind of feel hollow for the most part.
Yeah.
And I think with that said, even though this is gonna be funny, considering Miller was saying we've kind of been ragging on Boruto, but what are the Boruto franchise's missteps? Like in story and outside the story, production wise, writing wise, across the board. Let's go.
The worst thing
So I'll
Boruto.
start this off.
Hold on,
Just give him a little bit of.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
go ahead, Mo. Go
'cause
ahead.
Hold on.
I'm gonna kill this. Okay, the worst thing
Okay.
Boruto ever
Kill
did
him.
was exist.
Oh,
They should have never did Boruto, bro. This whole
Shadow.
series should never have been a thing.
Why?
They should have
Just
went
put
right
the
into
movie.
like Naruto the last era, and that should have been like the next thing. And then we should have got Kaguya in the last. We should have never got Kaguya in Shippuden. We should have like built up towards her, and they ended off with Madara. And then Kaguya can be like the Otsutsuki can be like the main arcing enemy with Toneri and all that stuff. I don't think Boruto should have ever been a thing. At least not right now. That's just my
It
opinion.
was a studios. They, from what I heard, they had Boruto planned before, like, Kaguya was even appearing.
Milk
They
that
say a
tea.
lot of stuff.
That's,
Milk it.
Yeah, I heard that. I read it. I can bring out the panel.
Oh, yeah. Who you talking to? Somebody said something?
Ooh.
I don't hear nothing, bro. Who you replying
Oh,
to?
free
Free
game?
game?
Time for again.
Oh, my bad. What did you say?
I just
Rudy?
have to leave and rejoin. Discord sometimes glitches like that.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
I can try to bring up the panel. Hold on. I'll find it real quick.
No
Hey,
pressure.
can I ask you guys, like, do you actually like Boruto? Just genuine.
No,
Maybe
Yeah,
like
I-
good
I
explanation.
I genuinely
I do.
do, and I don't even watch.
I'll-
I don't read too many mangas, and I enjoy Boruto. I like
Yeah.
I
the
liked
draw.
Kodachi's Boruto.
Okay. I mean, I do like Boruto, but it has a lot of flaws. It's like me saying I like Dragon Ball Super, but yeah, it definitely has a lot of flaws. But yeah, I generally do like Boruto.
And Sarada is
Okay.
my
Oh, that
favorite character.
Kawaki
To
arc is
be
like
honest.
flawless.
All right, Paradox, the Sarada.
Sarada,
You-
Sarada is the best new gen character for sure.
Yeah, bro. Like that fight, the anime did so well when they showcased her first Chidori. That was so sick. That was
Manga
great.
Sarada prior to TBV is nothing to me, but the anime Sarada, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think for me, just to kind of start off this whole part of the discussion, I probably wouldn't go as far to say that Boruto shouldn't exist, even though I do agree with Mello in terms of I think they should have done like a series for the last era. Yeah, I do agree with that. That would have been sick.
Like imagine having like the last and then like having like little baby like kid Himawari and like little kid Boruto just in the background. And like you kind of just build up towards it while we still doing our thing. Like that would have been so sick, bro.
Especially,
Okay,
I mean, and they're
so
doing
I
this at the end of
found it.
Naruto. Kid Mirai as well.
Yeah, bro. It's just man, it's missed opportunities, bro.
Like
But
the
I'm
first
sorry,
time
please
we see her,
continue,
she's
Sanjay.
like 15. Like, really?
You can share it if anything, the free
I
game.
can't share my screen in this session. I don't know
Oh.
why.
That's weird.
But I'll read it
Oop.
then. Hold on, real quick. It says the Boruto manga began serialization in May 2016 under the title, you know that, Weekly Shonen Jump, created by Ukyo Kodachi with Masashi Kishimoto supervising. Shueisha had originally proposed a sequel to Naruto to Kishimoto, but he rejected it and instead proposed his former assistant Mikio Ikimoto to draw it. Kodachi then wrote the plot, which was inspired by the Boruto Naruto movie. Hold on. Let's see.
Now I will say I think the movie is fine. I think like if you do the movie and then just end it, that's cool. But like, did we need a series, bro? I don't know.
That's the thing. You're in this whole damn era of like companies just milking stuff, bro.
But
Yeah,
what
bro.
I
And they
what,
clearly didn't have a plan, bro. Like, well, not a good one.
what I would like what I like about the Boruto anime, like I compare it to Dragon Ball, where I
Oh,
really
God,
think no, I'm just saying like they was saying they was going to pass the torch over to Gohan, and he was
I see
supposed
what
to
you're
be like the next person. I think Boruto did it better. Like they was able to pass the torch over. excuse me, pass the torch over to Boruto, and they did an amazing job with it because as
I
we
disagree,
see,
bro.
yeah, as you see in Tubu Vortex, like his aura farming and like he as we can see is like one of the strongest characters. Like besides like especially like Damon and other characters like that. But I I like TBV Boruto. I think his character progression was was done right, and that's kind of hard to do. Like he went from a bratty kid, and you watch him grow up and sacrifice himself and become a rogue ninja. Like I think they did it really well, and I appreciate the Boruto series. Like maybe they should have stopped at Naruto, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with the Boruto series, especially leading into Two Blue Vortex. But even the Boruto series, as far as like the manga and stuff like that,
No shot.
adaptations, like they did a great job. The only thing that I had qualms with is the the car organization not being up to par. I had so much high hopes for them, and then they kind of like disappointed me. But that's me, always having high hopes for something. But
I, th-
besides
I think
that,
for
like,
me,
they did good.
I think for me, just continuing my point from earlier was that, and I've made this point to you guys before. Like you guys know, like I just think like they started things way too soon, whether it be the manga and especially the anime. I feel like if they gave it more years to cook, like, let's come up with a long-term plan in terms of doing this story. Maybe for another 2 or 3 years, as me and Miller were saying, give things time in the last era to kind of build up to a more like the Boruto era, then fine. Um, and then then do Boruto, and then give that some years before doing the anime, because of course the anime starting when it did is the main reason why we got so much pre Momoshiki arc, well, just a lot of bloat essentially. So I think that is like maybe the biggest misstep in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, for me, filler's
There's
there
so
for
many
those who
missteps.
appreciate it.
It's
You
a
could
lot of
just skip the
missteps.
filler. It doesn't slow down the pacing if you skip it, so that's not a problem for me. Personally, I think I'll probably... I was on Melo's side at first. I think listening to this, I think I'm going to disagree, actually. Because think about it. We had 20 episodes after Shippuden of the last era. Nobody really cared. Like, yeah, it's cool. It complements the series a little bit, but like it's fine. But like no one's jumping over their heels for the Ketsugan or whatever. But as opposed to that, you have Boruto. That's new. That's fresh. It's a new perspective. And not only that, if you wait years, okay, so then we're just losing out on years worth of content. Technically, you could say so they could plan better.
What?
But I mean,
Bro,
for the most part, I think it's fine. Well, here's the thing though, Mello, because if you introduce Kaguya after Shippuden, once again, no one's gonna care. They're gonna treat it as the same as the Ketsugan. She has to be in Shippuden, otherwise no one's gonna care when you get to Boruto. And sure, maybe you don't like the Otsutsuki's, at least some people
but
do.
you wouldn't get to Boruto. You would still be in Naruto. You just be in the last era. It's still Naruto, so of course they would care.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, we got 20 episodes of the last era. Like, oh, you want the Shikamaru in the land of Renaku?
Hold on.
Aw.
Hold on. You just said that you disagree with me, like, well, you just acknowledged rather that I have changed the last era in comparison to what they actually did. So like, yeah, like they had a goal with that particular like back end of Shippuden, but I'm saying like don't back end Shippuden, lead into the last era, whatever you want to call that, and you would do that differently than what they did. So having done it differently, it would be a completely different perspective that you would view it from.
Yeah, if it's done right, then maybe people will care. All I have to go back, because I only have what we have right now, and as of right now, all we have is people don't really care based on the things that we do have.
Do people care about Boruto now, though? Like, besides
Boruto,
us?
I mean, not to Blue Vortex, but I cared about Naruto Next Generations, especially when it came out. Because here's one of the things, as Sanjay was saying, take a few years. I'm assuming that part of that is to let the audience grow up. So, oh, you grew up watching Naruto? Okay, well, now you're an adult. Well, maybe you have kids now, and you can watch the Boruto with your kid. The problem with that is that Naruto was a long-running series. When we started watching Naruto, we were a kid. By the time Boruto began, we are adults with children, some of us. So you're already doing that long-form storytelling. This isn't like Naruto had one season 10 years ago. No, it kept going for a decade.
Had the kids in the... He had children at 19, bro. They were like, my series with the last would have them as... Like, in Dragon Ball Z, right, you have the time skip. You have Gohan, like little Gohan with like Raditz and Dead Zone Gohan. You didn't jump right into like Cell Games Gohan. Like you didn't jump right into 12, 30. No, you had him like at 10 and you built up towards his like power progression and so on and so forth. Like it would be something similar. You would still have young Naruto. You could pay off the promise of having Hokage Naruto be like Gojo. Right, you can actually not like short buzz cut Naruto who's like slouched over his desk being a fucking bum. He sucks as a Hokage. He sucks as a father. He's rusty as fuck. Supposedly there's a threat beyond Kaguya that he did fuck all to prepare for. Didn't like it. Like these dudes. Like who is that guy? You're like, oh, Boruto shines. I mean, at what expense, bro? At the expense of Naruto Uzumaki, at the expense of Sasuke. They nerfed the fuck out of Sasuke, bro. So like, yeah, like you didn't have to do it that way. Like I have never seen Naruto at the peak of his powers. Like you like Baryon mode, yeah, that ass pool, like wherever that came from, out the fucking the Phantom Zone or someplace. It's like, bro, I wanted to see Hokage, Gojo, Naruto. Like the fact that Naruto, bro, see, now I'm ragging on. See, now you got me feeling.
Nah.
That's tough. That's tough.
I get what you're saying, Milo, because I think the more recent example / comparison I could pick is again the JJK sequel, the JJK Modulo, with how they've been portraying Yuji like after this long time skip, and it's like, yo, this is what I would probably expect from like a Naruto and Sasuke, you know, like have presence and aura, you know, competence,
it's disrespectful.
yeah,
Because I'm watching Naruto and I don't even get to see him really be the Hokage like that. And then when he finally is like 30, they act like 33 is 65 or some shit. Like old man Naruto. I'm like, bro, he's a young man in his prime. What the fuck are we talking about? He should be like Gojo right now, bro. Like this dude, like, but bro, it's like that is not fucking Naruto, bro. That's some Elseworld shit, bro. That is not Naruto. And that's why it was so disrespectful, because it's like, you mean to tell me you did that to my Naruto, to my Sasuke? You did that to those characters for some like spoiled, fucking cheating, fucking lying ass, like lame ass brat Boruto. This is the initial part. Sure, we got growth and development, but by the time you got that, who the fuck was even there to watch it besides us? Like nobody, bro. They only show up when Naruto and Sasuke do something. Momoshiki versus Naruto. Who animated this? God? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Like
Yeah.
Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki. Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen. Barrier mode. These are the three that broke the internet.
the
Or
highlight
if there's
moments,
like
man.
or if there's like some super crazy animation like a Kawaki, and even that doesn't even really have the broad reach, bro. It's just like maybe me saying Boruto shouldn't exist is like super like extra, but really what I mean is like it shouldn't exist in the way that they did it. I'm fine with Boruto being there. I'm fine with him. I fucking love Himawari's character. She's more interesting to me than Boruto, to be frank. The only thing really interesting about Boruto is really Toneri, to be honest. Besides like TBV stuff. And then after that, he offshoots his interesting parts to like Koji. So it's like, I have half a mind to think Toneri was supposed to be Koji, because they seem very similar in certain ways. But like it's, I don't know, bro. It's just the most interesting, like, nah, now I'm being too negative.
I mean, we're in the negative section, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is your time to shine.
Yeah, I don't want to be negative though, man. I just think it's yet another victim of capitalism. Okay, just trying to rush their way through some shit to make a buck. That's what it was. Like the manga felt rushed, the anime felt rushed. Like from my perspective, and I don't know, like Gaara is just lame as fuck. Like Kakashi's nowhere to be fucking found. Guy, he still has no leg. Like fucking like meta, like they have introduced these characters and they don't do anything. It's like there was a reason why they introduced the characters in Naruto, and they actually took time in the tuning exam to flesh them out. Not only like their stories, but their abilities. It's like they saw what their predecessors did with Naruto series, and they just like empty mind, empty heart, fucking empty stomach. I don't fucking know. They just copied it, hollow as fuck. Just said, oh, well, they did an exam in there, so I guess we'll follow that beat. But then it was lame as fuck. Oh, well, I guess he's gonna be, they had like a Kage battle here. I guess it's like they have a 5 Kage summit here. I guess we gotta copy that. It's like, but it's hollow as fuck. There's no world building. There's no depth. There's like very few the complexity's not there, especially if it's the anime. I mean the manga rather. And my god, if it wasn't for the Kawaki arc, what the fuck even is the Boruto manga? Frankly. Like Boruto can't even carry his own fucking series, bro. It's like Naruto holds it down, Sasuke holds it down, Kawaki holds it down. Part 1 Boruto ain't doing shit on his own if you just reading the manga, bro. They have to have anime filler just to flesh the damn character out. And by the time he gets to TBV, it's like Free Game said, the first 2 things he mentioned, he was aura farming and power scaling. That has nothing to do with the depth and the complexity of his character. That's just the most surface level, like, not to Free Game, but like, it's not his fault, bro. It's all he got to work with. Like, I don't know shit about Boruto. Like, he left off on a positive note at the end of part 1 and comes back like fucking moody and emo or shit. It's like, what happened, bro? Like, oh, Sasuke got packed up. Yeah, true, fine. But like, motherfucker, like your whole life got taken. Like, are you that much of a Sasuke like fucking cock riding simp to where he gets put on a fucking Christmas tree and all of a sudden your whole demeanor changes? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like Boruto feels like a swagger jacker, bro. He copies Sasuke's drip, he copies Sasuke's aura, he copies Sasuke's everything, and it doesn't feel authentic or earned. I don't know why he's even like this. He just mogging all the fucking time, just sitting around just like aura farming for no fucking reason. Boruto's not an aura farmer. That's not in his character. It's never been in his character. And all of a sudden, he coming back like, yeah, I get to finally be like Sasuke now. It's like, bitch, what? And it feels like Sasuke was put on the back burner just so that he could be the new Sasuke. But he's not even doing Sasuke right because they fucked Sasuke up post Shippuden. They made him a fucking cuck. Like, bro, got him out here fighting fucking dinosaurs and shit. Bro, I'm done. Okay. My bad. Okay. I'm good.
Yo, listen, I agree with Melo 300%. Trust me, 300%. Because, oh god, let me.
Fucking gave him flying Raijin. That shit ain't yours. Gave him his sword. He got Rasengan Naruto, flying Raijin Minato, fucking the cloak, the fucking headband, the fucking goddamn. He even had the hairstyle in the flashback. He had Sasuke's fucking hairstyle, bro. No, bro, he's not even his own man. Now he's a puppet on strings for fucking Jiraiya's clone, being puppeteered and shit. It's like, bro, who even is Boruto? Does he even know who he is? He's so busy trying to be everybody else but himself. But
That
he
is
could
a
aura
good point.
farm. Like, okay, buddy, okay.
It's kind of like I was saying at one point, where like I personally I do like the aura farming and him being that badass Sasuke-esque, but I don't remember if it was Free Game I was mentioning too, or if I was just mentioning in one of my reviews, is that outside of that, it kind of just feels hollow. It feels like there should be something more there, more depths, because I feel like the quote unquote depth and complexities that were supposed to come from the whole omnipotence switch, it's not really there. Like there's something missing from his character. So I definitely agree with you, Melo, to be honest. And I don't know when we'll actually get that. If we'll get that. To be honest. So between that, I mean, the use of the characters really and truly, which, as Paradox also says, we don't really, well, personally, I don't really care much about them because, again, they're kind of non-existent in the manga, and even though they did have some good starts, I would say, in the anime, but it just doesn't really amount to much, or it's not really tied in much to the main story for me to really care that much, because I think looking back on even like say OG Naruto and Shippuden, etc., less so Shippuden, more so OG, like the use of the side characters, even if it was a little, I don't know, mini arc or something they were doing, I feel like it was always tied back into the main story to kind of progress the narrative. But I think when it comes on to Boruto now, it's like it might have this kind of self-contained thing about Iwabe or Denki, but it doesn't really tie back in any significant way to progress like the main narrative or anything. So it's like you kind of experience it, you eat the burger, and then after that, it's like that's it, really and truly. So that's kind of part of the whole misstep when it comes on to the bloats where with the anime, which again still comes from them starting it too soon, or as Melo would say, it kind of just feels like capitalism. You're just milking it really and truly without any solid like qualitative plan for things, really and truly.
That's why it's as hollow as capitalism's conclusions too. That's why that's all you can look at is aura form. He's like fucking Soldier Boy from The Boys. It's like you think you look tough, buddy, you're wearing a cape. It's like, bro, like it's I don't know, man. It's oh, my bad. Please cook. I'm sorry. I'm just
Nah, man. It's good. I mean, it's just the facts, really. I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, it kind of sounds kind of, I don't know. Would I say contradictory? Because for the most part, a lot of the times when I'm reviewing the chapters, I'm like, most of my ratings for the chapters are really good. So, but at the same time, it's
Here's the
still
thing.
missing a lot. But go ahead, Paradox.
I think one of the
Like
biggest
substance.
mistakes that they made was trying to limit the chapters because they wanted to do everything within like 30 chapters, was it? Or was it volumes? Sorry, 30 volumes.
Yeah.
To add to the overall Naruto because they wanted to like not pass a certain number with Boruto and Naruto combined.
We're at that
And
now,
also,
though. That's gone out the window a while
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
at this
yeah.
point.
like, so
But
if
I think he's
if they
saying it might
hadn't
have
done
had it might have been a factor before. I mean, before they changed their minds.
yeah, in terms of like when they started it, because like if you look at how the manga goes or runs versus how the anime runs, right? Um, it kind of seems more like they're trying to like just stick to the main story or like the main, I would say, climaxing plots along the storyline in the manga
Free
versus what's
game, you have
happening in the
the
anime.
I just mute
So
him again.
like
It's easy.
okay, yeah, there we go. Sorry. Go ahead, Paradox.
yeah, so like I was just thinking like when they started it, because
Yeah.
we're years into it now. So like when they started the original like Boruto, they probably
Mhm.
had that in their mind saying, "Oh, we need to try to condense all of this story into like 30 volumes and stuff like that." So I think that's one of like the issues that they may have had
That's a
as
good
to
point.
basically how the story is going in terms of like the differences between the anime and the manga.
I think that Kodachi just had a different pacing from Ikimoto. Kodachi realizes he's making a manga and he was working with the anime. The anime was realistically the true product from the whole beginning. Kodachi realistically knew that. Again, the manga was just for the highlights, just to get the bones of the story out there. That he can then flesh it out in the anime, in my opinion. And I'm glad he did that because that meant that the manga pacing got to have a faster pacing, which meant we got the material faster, which meant that the anime got more time to spend on that longer amount of material. It's just a win-win for both worlds. I do think in terms of the hollow feeling that Sanjay and you guys are talking about, I think whereas I understand your perspective, I do think there is another perspective to that.
Mhm.
So that's to say, again, I understand where you guys come from, but I think to an extent it is intentional as well. It's the slice of life genre, so that's to be expected. It's in the battle shonen genre, so there's a clear conflict of interest there. But again, coming out of Naruto, this is Naruto sequel. We saw everything that they did in Naruto, where there was a need to be strong. That's literally the title of one of the soundtracks. You're coming into Boruto to where it's the more laid back era, the era of peace, and it doesn't need to be as grandiose. So I think by repeating these things intentionally, you have Lee versus Gaara again. You have the five Kage summon again. These grandiose ideas, but put down into a much smaller scale. I think by doing that, in a way, you're showing that difference in a very interesting way. It's showing the gap between the two, not in a boring way, but to show that it's not a necessity anymore. Lee had something to prove to the world. Lee's son doesn't have to do that. The world isn't something he needs to prove himself to. He can be whatever he wants to be. Hinata had to be a ninja. It wasn't her choice. Himawari, she gets to run around the house all day hugging her teddy bear, deciding whatever she wants to be. And I think that's stark contrast. The five Kage summit. All the villages are at conflict with one another. There's an unspoken hatred in the room. And then you get to the Boruto era, because of technology, they can be on Discord. That difference there's a
Jesus
juxtaposition.
Christ.
It's almost like a foil between the two to highlight one. And I think that works in a way.
I don't think it's a
What happened
question
to
of what
Paradox?
they did. I just think it's how they did it.
But that's
And-
exactly what I'm saying. It's not what they did. It's how they did it. I'm defending how they did it. Again, I understand your perspective, but I do think there
Mhm.
are two different perspectives. I'm not saying it's one or the other, but at the very least, it's probably both.
But it's like, just because they made a decision to do a thing doesn't mean the thing they did was a good decision. I think people just can't, like, they keep getting past that point. Like, yeah, they
It can
did
be
a
both a
thing,
good decision and a bad decision. That's what I'm saying.
but
Yeah, so what
okay,
I'm saying is that you guys are
fair.
acknowledging the bad part of it. I'm acknowledging both the bad part and the good part of it.
But I think, and that's valid. That's 100% valid. But I think if you look at like where the series is today, I think it backs up like my position more than is Boruto in a good place as a series? Do you think? Like I mean, it's I think it speaks for itself. I think the conclusion of where, like, not the conclusion because it's not done, but I think like where we are today, time of recording, 2026, like the 10th anniversary, taking that nuance into consideration. Like, yeah, bro. Like, I think my position holds firm. I think that's the one that you should probably be focused on. This is like an autopsy almost, because this shit is damn near dead, bro. It's like let's see what killed it. Let's find out. Let's dig into the corpse and see what's going on. And I think if you do that, you arrive at some certain conclusions. Like, yeah, I think they made a decision to have Naruto be a deadbeat dad because somebody wanted to infuse their own personal shenanigans into the material. And that's
I kind of find that was a bit contrived too, to be honest. Like I get what they were going for.
Okay, I do have something to say on that as well.
At the cost of my Naruto, bastard.
Well, but hear me out. Here's, again, another justification, because, again, Sanjay, you were saying maybe they should have waited a few years. We grew up with Naruto. By the time we're starting Boruto, we're adults. We're going into fatherhood, some of us, at the very least. So, it's, in my opinion, it's a good thing to have those stories and those themes now, for us to learn those lessons now, going into adulthood, rather than in 10 years from now, when our kid is 10 and hates us, and that's when we learn the lesson.
Or you can learn the lesson when you watch kid Naruto suffer because his parents not there. So you can just be there for your fucking kid, bro. Like, it's not rocket science. It's bro, we need to produce a higher quality human. Because it's like, who are they producing this shit for? Like some brain dead fucking moron? I just don't understand, bro. Like, how the fuck you have Naruto who can share his chakra as a teenage boy? He hasn't even grown into his man body, so he ain't got the physical energy to amp his chakra out of that bullshit. How is he sharing all this chakra with half of fucking Nine Tails in the war arc, but he's passed out at his desk because he has shadow clones running across the fuck? Bro, it don't make sense. And we can't sit here and keep pretending like it fucking does. It's retarded, bro. It's stupid.
Yo,
it don't make no goddamn sense. That's the problem, bro. And we keep like tiptoeing around the shit because the fucking uber sensitive fucking Gen Z fans are like, oh, you talk about my fucking series. Like, shut the fuck up and learn you something, boy. Okay, learn something for once. Fuck, you can. This is called duality. You can hold two seemingly contradictory positions at once, bro. You can love the series and be entertained by it while also having criticisms for it. Just because you can't hold this duality in your mind doesn't mean we fucking can't. Get over yourself. Ain't nobody forcing you to be here and listen to the shit. I ain't talking about nobody in particular. My chat has been wonderful, okay? But it's like this ongoing critique and this whininess, bro. Like, I had a comment the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you say Boruto was bad? It's like, bro, like, why are you leaving this goofy ass comment on my shit? Like, I don't owe you some explanation about my position like I had like a week ago, let alone today, okay? Like, yeah, I enjoy the series, but it could be better. It's a fucking B tier series coming off a S tier franchise, and I don't understand why. Oh, I know why. Because of fucking capitalism. Because they wanted to fucking squeeze the teat of Naruto, and they did it in the most incompetent way possible. And I think the results today, time of recording, 2026, bears that shit out. It's been 10 years, and we still got questions about the motherfucking Jogan. Like, are you kidding me? Like, bro, we
not just questions, but we're wondering if it even exists.
Yes, bro, this fucking TikTok ass, goofy ass generation out here sitting here like absorbing like fucking scraps and thinking they got a full course meal. And we're trying to tell you, bro, you starving, you in famine mode, bro. Your body is eating itself. And we're trying to feed you something, at least get you on the right path. And you sitting up here rejecting our fucking Wagyu steaks. Fuck you.
We have Abelin 6390. It said, bro, Shadow Clone's exhausting mentally. We literally saw him face the same problem during Rasen Shuriken training.
Did he leave you a super chat? Because, bro, if he had at the very least pay for that bullshit. Bro, stop making excuses. Stop making excuses for mediocrity, bro. This is the problem. You are perpetuating mediocrity. Like, he actually sat there and formed his mind to make an excuse for that bullshit. Stand up and then sit back down. Damn, that's tough, bro.
You gonna say it makes a lot of sense for him to be mentally exhausted, but
yeah, okay. I'm mentally exhausted with y'all. That's what I am, bro.
Because,
what we talking about, bro?
So here's
real quick, Sanjay.
Shout out to you for being a good sport, but yeah, come on, man.
Before you say,
so Melo, I did want to. Okay.
No, I was gonna say before you came on. I mean, just to kind of. Let me just go here.
You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just to kind of hammer home, I guess, some of Melo's points. for the whole 10-year anniversary thing. Because before you guys came on, me and Miller were kind of saying like, if you were to really compare this to like Naruto, right? And Naruto's 10th anniversary from 1999 to 2009. In 2009, we're in the middle of I believe we're in the middle of the pain arc, right? And then when you really compare like the state of like, let's pull back the curtains from just the writing. Let's look at the state of the franchise 10 years in. Like 2009 Naruto 10 years in versus Boruto 10 years in. Yeah, it feels like two different levels of success there, And I think the writing is on the wall for the most part. Like I think it kind of just speaks for itself, because at this point, can we say Boruto can carry itself without the Naruto marketing, really and truly?
Oh heck no! At no point could it have ever done that.
So that's the
I
point.
think it could have, bro. I think it could have if you had competent people behind the helm. I think it could have.
Yeah, so that's the thing, man. Like 10 years in, I mean, you have your anime, you have your manga, you have your movies for Naruto going on, you have your games, and it feels like it's a total opposite. Well, no, it is the total opposite when it comes on to Boruto. So,
but Sanjay, they didn't grow up with that shit though. Like these fucking mouth. No, let me be nice. These people, these wonderful people. Okay, they don't know what peak actually looks like. So like they're thinking like this like fucking 1 to 2 video games in a decade is like something nice. They think like the one film in a decade is nice. They don't and it's so weird because you got like Demon Slayer,
bro.
You have My Hero Academy, bro. You have like Jujutsu Kai, like you have a comparable new gen anime to compare Boruto to, and you still got the nerve to be on fucking Twitter arguing with other fan bases like your shit is popping. Like these people are delusional. They're in the fucking genjutsu of their own making. Infinite Tsukuyomi is still present in the minds of some of these Boruto fans. It's fucking insane. And then you try to like shake them out of. You try to like fucking wake them out of the genjutsu, and they love the illusion, bro. It's like fucking Itachi. One man's reality is another man's illusion. We all live inside our own fantasies. These motherfuckers are living in fantasy world, bro. And it's stuck, bro. And Boruto cannot do anything to compete with AI. And people's attention are already, bro. This series is dead. That's the truth. We're Uber fans who enjoy it. That's the only reason why we talk about this shit, because we enjoy it. But the series is dead. It's dead bird, tall grass. You can't find it no more. The corpse is lost to the weeds. It's gone, bro. And it's going to get worse as AI continues. The only saving grace is the motherfucking anime, and it has to come and it has to hit hard, bro. It has to hit hard. You can't be fucking tintling the taint of a flash forward scene that you never pay off in a decade. I might not even be alive. I'll be fighting fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Machines by then, okay? Before you ever get to any kind of payoff, bro. It's insane. Every single time, the prophecy of Momo, beware for the blue, lame. The scar, oh man, I can't wait to see how he gets lame. It's like every fucking time, bro. At every turn, it starts off lame as fuck, mid as fuck, loses all the old fans, keeps like the fucking TikTok generation. Right? Yeah. Then they cater to them. The only time it blows up and gets viral is when Naruto and Sasuke does something. They pack them up. Now Boruto got to hold its own, and they fucking end the anime as soon as that happens. It's like, oh, well, go figure. It's like, bro, this is sad, bro. It's sad.
Yeah, it is pretty sad, dog. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, do you have anything to say about that one?
Oh,
keep in mind we're in the negative section, so you know.
Yeah.
How can I ever top that? Now it's hilarious how I'm me, is the one defending Boruto during the critique section.
Yo,
keep in mind, to be fair, I did not want to go here, bro. I said from the word go. I said I was trying to be optimistic and nice and approach this from a fan perspective. I'm going in because I mean, goddamn, it's the 10th. And I didn't even realize this shit until you hit the Discord, bro. I was like, damn.
Yeah, bro, because I was saying to myself, yo, no, dog, like 10 years have gone already. It doesn't really feel like it, bro. Like, it feels like the franchise should be further along in terms of just quality and health and everything.
Well, I've already
Shit.
dug my grave. I might as well rest myself in it. So to keep defending Boruto here against you guys, so you guys are keep on this like reoccurring note here. I do think the counter to this would be, whereas yes, we understand the state of the Boruto franchise in the current day, we don't know what a different version of Boruto would have looked like in terms of its success. It might have been more dead. It might have been canceled 5 years ago if it went a different direction. We just don't know. Yes, it's very likely that it could have been popped off as much as Naruto, but hey, maybe it had to do with luck or timing, or maybe people have Naruto fatigue right now. Who knows what other factors could have gone into it? Just because we like a different direction, that doesn't mean the majority of Boruto fans would have liked that direction. Who knows what it would have looked like? We only have projections, but we can only guesstimate what those projections would have been.
Bro, the majority of Boruto fans like the taste of Let It Paint. Okay,
Let
that's
it
what they like the taste of fucking glue. That's what the broader Boruto fan, they don't know what the fuck they want. Let's be honest, bro. Anybody who's like seriously like has a problem with these critiques, bro. Like, 'cause I think these are legitimate critiques that any actual fan of the series should have at some point in their fandom. Like I don't know if people understand like what a fucking fan ought to be, bro. But I don't know, bro. Maybe I just have a different perspective. Are we out of the negative yet? So I can
No, what I'm saying is that at some
reorient.
point, it could have been inevitable that the Boruto franchise could have only ever lived up to a level of success. It might have been inevitable that it would have gone downhill to a certain extent. I don't know what extent that would have been, what its tippy top could have potentially been. But it's possible that it would have just gone downhill regardless of what the direction went into.
But if the argument is like what ifs in parallel universe,
I
that's
know.
very telling. But I think it's
Especially
also
when you have
telling.
so much to compare it to.
Exactly. And I think it's also telling that when the shit went viral, like we knew what that looked like, bro. It was
Yeah.
Naruto and Sasuke getting busy. Like you could have incorporated those kind of mechanics throughout the series while also, like Udi said earlier in the stream, while also like you don't have to take the shine off the new gen and put it on the old gen. It's enough spotlight for all of them if you're competent enough. And that's what it
True.
boils down to. Competence, skill, talent. They just did not apply it here. There's a reason why Kishimoto moved the fuck on and did Samurai 8. He was done. The talent, the skill, and the competence left. And it was passed off to his fucking underrouge, his fucking sidekick, his fucking understudy. Okay, fucking fly home. What did Mr. Incredible say to him? Syndrome, wherever the fuck his name is. I work alone. That type of shit. He left. And now we sitting here expecting we expecting Robin to be Batman, and he just can't reach those heights, bro. He gonna get beat down with the fucking. I'm holding the fucking Joker's crowbar right now. Okay, that's what Robin getting right now. These fucking this belt to ass. That's what he getting because he deserves it, bro. Shout out to Ikimoto,
bro.
man.
That's funny.
Shout out to Ikimoto as I beat you with this fucking crowbar. Okay, shout out to you, bro.
Now, to be fair, whereas I think there's a lot to critique, there's also some things you can look at to say that was good from a different light. So, for example, Mello, you don't like the direction that we see Hokage Naruto go into, but the very first two pieces of media that we get, Naruto Guide and the Boruto movie, we'll go over both examples. Yeah, there's things that you hate in both of them, but if we ignore certain things, which already I'm saying if we do something that we shouldn't do, but if we did something that we so if we ignore certain things, so for example, the power scaling. So, okay, you can upscale Momoshiki to whatever. You can make that tailed beast bomb as big as you want. If you look at what the scene is trying to say, that's Naruto protecting the entire village. Again, regardless of if he should have been able to defeat Momoshiki or not. Again, upscale Momoshiki to whatever you want to where he just can't do it. He's freaking Shibai for all I care. The point is that Naruto's protecting the village, and like Sasuke says, he could have blasted away that tailed beast bomb, but it would have hurt the villagers. That's Naruto being Hokage, not the strongest in the village, but the one that's going to defend the village and defend the villagers. Likewise, you have Naruto Gaiden. Yeah, he's rusty. Shin Uchiha got him with the Mangekyo Sharingan with Sasuke's sword. Okay, I get it. Ignoring that, and if you look at the good part, Naruto's being Hokage. Again, he's not being the strongest in the village, but he's being what it means to truly be a Hokage, to be acknowledged as a Hokage. That's why he is Hokage. It's because he was there for Sarada at her lowest moment. She needed family, and Naruto was there for her. The Hokage is the one who's family to the entire village. That's what Naruto was to Sarada in that moment. That's why Sarada wanted to become Hokage for the entire rest of the series. Arguably, why she's your favorite character is because of that moment. Naruto was there for her. That was Naruto's moment.
Disagree. I think that's a fantastic moment, but it's a dead clock can be right twice a day. They say, like there's going to be moments within the series that are good, and I've highlighted those in the good section. By the way, we're in the negative section.
Yeah.
I've highlighted those plenty, bro. But it's
I agree. We are in the negative section. I'm being needlessly pedantic.
I think what it comes down to, and I think you see parallels of this in like Dragon Ball Super, for example. Like, I think there's too many questionable things. I think when you have like a sequel series, when you have to get to the point where you have to be questioning things too often, and then you have maybe some fans that have to, like, at every turn you have to be doing these mental gymnastics to justify things like too often, then that, I think that kind of speaks about the state of the franchise, to be honest. Like, they're doing something wrong from a writing standpoint.
Well, I think, to be fair, that's exactly what we were saying. One of the first things we were talking about when I first came in is Mello was talking about his shift in perspective, the mindset going into the franchise from a critic perspective to a entertaining fan perspective. And I think if you look at it through a certain framework, that changes pretty much every scene. Because again, it's the two different perspectives of pretty much every scene that we have a problem with or think is good. Going back to the Sarada Mangekyo Sharingan, using it against Mamushi inside the village. If you assume that my headcanon, because Ikimoto didn't write my headcanon in the series, it's my headcanon. But if you assume my analysis is correct, and that's what the point of that scene was, and that's a good scene that has a lot wrong with it, rather than a bad scene that has one good thing with it. And I think if you do that it sounds very similar, but those are two entirely different perspectives, and that makes a world of a difference when it comes down to it.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Like, it's like I say, if I approach, which is my current, again, we are in the negative section. Like, it's gonna be like, this is Melo's overall position. See, I told you he hates it. Like, bro, I literally been trying to avoid the negativity from the word go. Okay, we are deliberately in the negative section of this stream. That's why I'm going this hard. Okay,
I technically haven't even got to my negative section, and you know mine would be the longest.
But I'm like, I'll just say this really quickly. It's hold on, what was I? Fuck, I lost the plot.
Lost the train of thought. Whoa.
Yeah, fuck, I got lost it. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It'll come back to me at some point.
I think for the most part, overall, we can agree that between starting things too quickly, power scaling, the use of Naruto and Sasuke, a lot of contrived things when it comes on to.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Real quick, just before I forget again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Apologize. I was gonna say, my new approach, like Udi said, my new approach is to approach it from a fan perspective and from an entertainment perspective, and not a critic perspective. Moving forward, that's why if you've seen any shift in my that's why I have people in my comment section like, didn't you say Boruto sucks? It's like, yeah, motherfucker, like, go watch the streams. I've literally updated my fan base. Like, where were you? Like, yeah, like, I'm changing my perspective. So from a fan perspective, the actual mellow fan perspective, it's a 8 to 9 out of 10 series for me. If I even apply remotely any critic perspective, it's a fucking 2 out of 10 series. Period.
Gotcha.
Like, it's like a 2, and it's only a 2 because, like, at least you got the ink on the paper on time. Like, yeah, like, at least you were competent enough to, like, release it when you said you would, type shit. But that's it. Man.
Gotcha. Kidomaki and who's this? Bala Sticks. What's up?
Is that
Hey, what's up?
Now, okay, I'm consistent these past 10 years. He's
Yo,
taken
yo,
like
yo.
2 or 3 breaks total. He didn't even
howdy?
that interview. That was crazy. So I'm really surprised with how consistent he's been, especially considering how much he's complained about not having editors because he's greedy.
Capitalism strikes again.
Exactly. What it is.
What's going on,
Is
guys? What's going on?
We're here,
Okay.
man. If you join in, it's
Are you-
lit.
Are you saying Boruto is in peak, bro? What's going on?
Hey, man, I saw that Mitsuki thumbnail, bro. I saw that
10 out of 10, bro.
thumbnail.
Bro, that's so funny. Bro, that video, I read the chapter and I sat down. I didn't even script anything. I just sat down and I was so disappointed. Just hit
Mm.
record and just bro, it just everything just came out, you know?
Blew out of you.
Because yeah, bro, it's just
I need to watch that video
Mitsuki.
then.
Mitsuki, it's very disappointing, man. It's very disappointing. But I agree with her points. I've been listening for like the last 15 minutes, I think.
15? Okay,
Yeah.
not bad, not bad.
So I think I got most of, well, not most, obviously, but some of what you're saying. So yeah, sorry for cutting in there, but yeah.
No
Well,
pressure.
Tito, what would be your thoughts on the past 15
Yeah,
minutes? What is your
Thank you, Craig.
elaboration?
But is he cutting
My
out for
thoughts?
anybody else?
Oud is cutting off for me.
It's
a bit.
probably just the weather ruining the Wi-Fi.
Okay, I just want to make sure I
Oh,
don't need
okay,
to
okay.
unplug.
Well, look, I think Boruto suffers
Well,
from
anyways,
suffers
take it away.
from the same thing most series suffered from in the 2012s, bro. And look, it goes back. It's the same thing that happened to Korra, man. Look, Korra. I love Korra, but it suffers from the same thing. You see, back then, the idea of passing the torch, and you see that in the Marvel universe as well. The idea of passing the torch is to kind of
I know it is. It is
dwindle,
Korra. It is Korra.
to dwindle the the predecessor in a bit, to kind of shine a light on the newcomer, the new dog, the person that's going to take over. They did that with they did the same thing with that, literally beat for beat. They kind of made Aang a deadbeat. He didn't take care of his kids,
It's
didn't have
so
time for
similar.
them. Very, very similar. And you see that in other materials as well. So it's just like it's a product of its time. And I think they kind of tried to rectify it in a bit, because they realized that that's not a good way to go.
yeah.
But and you guys mentioned like new materials that did it better, like Modulo, right? Modulo, I think Modulo, they probably looked at Boruto and said, okay, what should we not do here? And they realized that, yeah, kind of dwindling the prior generation is not gonna get people to like the new one. So what we're going to do is we're gonna highlight both. We're gonna put both on this pedestal, and that's what they did. They kept Yuji in his glory. They kept the other characters in their glory, and they found a way to. It's a very difficult balance to strike, right? If you're gonna have Naruto in his 30s, he should be in his prime. He's not, Boruto fans treat Naruto like he's 70 or something. No, he's like 32 or right. He's like 32. He's in his prime.
Mhm.
So then that's a problem of itself. And what Modulo did, they kind of skipped like 80 years into the future or something.
Yep.
So you get to retire the characters. You have the excuse why they're not there. And Boruto fans, when people mention, why aren't the top shinobi who should be in their prime stepping up when the village is literally being invaded by multiple people? They're like, oh well, they're fodder, they're garbage, they're not good enough. And in their mind, they do this thing, like Boruto fans have that duality where they're
Yeah.
like, Boruto respects the old gen. Why would you hate Boruto? They're showing them they're so great, and then in the other, in another, just a day later, they'll be like, the old gen, they're garbage, they're trash. Why would you want to see that? And they do that with Naruto and Sasuke as well. So it's kind of like that thing, and you'll understand why people would not, people that are fans of these characters would not gravitate to Boruto if that's the perception of them. And Boruto fans will understand that if there's a Saruto, but we'll see. But
What?
but yeah, pretty much like the JJK model, they kind of found a way to remove those characters logically, where we understand why they're not showing up. They're old gray, they can't fight anymore, right? So the fan base around JJK is more willing to look past it. And Boruto fans are totally like, oh, JJK is lucky to have such a fan base. Trust me, if if Modulo did what Boruto did, it wouldn't have been received as positively. I promise you. But they looked at Boruto and they kind of did it a better way. But yeah, they respected the characters and they still highlighted the new ones, and that's something Boruto didn't learn until very later on in the story.
Mm.
And by that time, I think as Mello mentioned, most people stopped watching. Uh, so it is like it's just been in a very steep decline. And funnily enough, I think Two Blue Vortex, when it came out, it had a chance to really tap into that, because like Boruto was popping in the first 3 chapters of TBV. Like people
Yeah.
came back to the series, right? And then it's been like in this drastic decline ever since chapter 1. I think we were averaging like 2 million views per chapter or 3 or something, and now it's barely cracking 500,000. Um, and that's a sign that people gave the story a chance. You know, people came back and they're like, okay, cool, let's see what's going on. And they did not like the product, you know, so there's a problem with the product. And it has to do with those boring ass, you know, Sand Village arc. It's like filler, bro. Characters dying that we don't care about.
Too
You know,
much
it's like
bloat.
too much bloat, man. And then it's like monthly. And I think like they could have literally, you know, come back, change the series to bi-weekly, and Boruto would be in a very, very, better position. Even if it had those even if you keep the story as is,
Yeah.
I think it would be in a better position if it came out quicker, you know, because people are more likely to look past the pacing issues if they're getting more content. But because, you know, we have the pacing issues and we're spending like 12 years to fight a no-name character no one cares about, um it makes that more prominent, and that's kind of the reason for the decline that we're seeing here. And you know, I don't know if it's dead, but even from a, you know, a content creator perspective, like people, you know, we have fans, they don't see the trends, they're not seeing the behind the scenes. Like if you look
Yeah.
at the general landscape of YouTube when it comes to Boruto content, that shit is dead. No one cares. They come back. They literally come back. They watch the spoiler to see what's going on. They don't even look at the reviews. They just want to see the spoiler. That's the update. Okay, cool. I'll go back. I have people come in my comments say like, I haven't even read Boruto in like 5 months.
That's
You know,
crazy.
I keep up with Boruto through your channel. You know, I just check to see what's going on, then I come back like 5 months later. And that is it, because the story isn't good enough for people to come back monthly, you know, month after month after month. It's boring. They're falling asleep.
I think
And
I think what it is, just for instance, just to kind of like take your point and branch off the
yeah.
point me and Miller were making with like with Boruto's character. I'm not
Hmm.
saying this is necessary, but I think what is part of it is that things aren't. There's nothing really emotionally resonant. You can like I enjoy the story, but nothing really emotionally resonates with me to like say I'm hooked. You know. So I think that's
Hmm.
kind of part of it.
It's
I
all
agree.
superficial
I
shit.
You might anybody? Can I jump in real quick? I know this is random.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry,
sure.
because you said a couple things I slightly disagree with, low key.
Yeah, man, sure.
Uh, uh, the first thing you kind of said was like the Boruto, the disrespect of the old gen was kind of the reason why people didn't like Boruto, and that was why they turned off. And to me, I feel like it's really just the way they handled it, just like they handled Super, Dragon Ball Super. They didn't give us good information, good animation, didn't have a solid story, didn't have a manga following it, had no idea what they were doing. That I feel like was just the anime's fault. The Boruto manga, we needed content, and then I think when you were talking about the views, how we're barely cracking 500,000. If you look at other series, even Medulo, you know, it's all of them have millions of views on the first couple of chapters, and then it goes down. You know, it's like it's a common thing. And then, you know, how you guys were saying it's not resonant. You know, sometimes in the chapters, and it's kind of boring in the chapters. Some people just, you know, fall off the series and then come back. The fact that they're coming back shows that there is something able to pull, but I think the real driver is just that it's monthly. I think that's simple, cut and dry. Is if this was a weekly show, a weekly manga, we wouldn't really actually be having this conversation because people would, if you had like a boring chapter, you have a whole nother week to be able to, go watch it right back. I feel like the reason why people are falling off the series due to it being monthly is simply because they want more story to read. It's not like it's bad or anything. It's just you need more stuff because you hate waiting a whole month for another chapter. It's one of those things. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, but
Like,
that's kind of what I said though, because that's what I said.
mm,
Like, if it was weekly or bi-weekly, people would look past the issues that they have with it more. They're
yeah,
more
yeah,
inclined to do that, right? But because it's monthly, those issues they get to sit with them a bit longer. So and that's
yeah,
why I have people, they do complain about issues they have with the manga, right?
yeah, yeah,
And they do think the story isn't as interesting as they thought it would be. Like people, as I said, like people came back to watch to catch up with Boruto because they heard it was great, time skip, what's going on, and they didn't stay. That's just the truth. Like
Well,
say like
that's where I think that's really just the bottom line of it is it's monthly. There's no way you're going to be able to keep the hype up with that much of a time discrepancy. Like there's just no way you can't keep up.
exactly, yeah,
And I think it's not
exactly.
that the story isn't interesting enough. I just think no matter how interesting the story is, when it's a monthly series, it's just like even with Attack on
But,
Titan, I used to do it. It was like
mhm,
I'll read this in like 7 months when I have some stuff to actually read. You know,
mhm. But
mm,
yeah,
and
it's kind.
I just
I
don't
think
like.
it's
Sorry, I'll just say this. I just don't like when people put a whole bunch of negative things on Boruto. I think
yeah.
the main things that are very negative when we kind of go into the like, it's the story of this, maybe that. I think it's specifically just the way they handled its introduction. They didn't have any pre-production, any good animation. You had so much slander. We all seen this Boruto slander, and it's accurate. You can't even fight it because the animation is
but
horrible.
But I
but there you
mean,
go. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's both. It's not just one. It's not like, oh, Boruto is 10 out of 10 peak fiction, no issues, and it's just because it's monthly. It's both. People have issues with it being monthly, but there are also people who just simply don't enjoy the story, or they gave it a chance and it wasn't for them. Like you see those people with those genuine criticisms online, and Boruto fans, typically don't take criticism well. They don't see any criticism as good criticism. It's always just slander, whatever. But
Yeah,
you do have
Sensitive as
slander, of
fuck.
course, with any series, but you have those people who do have genuine issues, and I'm sure, funny enough, you have those people on this panel. The difference is that
yeah.
we love we still love it and we still catch up with it, but some people they just drop it. So you do have. That's why I think. That's why I said it's both. It's not just one because you
yeah,
have
yeah,
those
yeah.
different sub
But
subsets.
I feel like you're kind of overstating it because every series is going to get dropped by somebody. It's like, of course, Boruto has legitimate criticism and stuff. I'm not saying that it's one thing, but I am saying that it's a huge part that it's just people want to get into. Maybe if the story was more interesting, people would stay. It's like, bro, no, it's really hard to you have such a horrible rollout with anime, then you have a manga that retells the movie and then all that. It's like these are like huge parts to where it's you'll have obviously criticisms that are accurate. Like old Jin being nerfed and disrespected is a complete accurate criticism. There's no way around it. But it's like these issues, you have issues like these with Naruto, but because it's weekly, you have just more stuff coming at you quick, and it was handled way better. But
Hmm,
yeah,
hmm.
but
Mhm.
yeah, we kind of agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
Um. So what I'll say now, guys, like, I mean, a lot of the points that we've kind of brought up here, I know we've brought up on our own channels, our own streams, our collabs we've done in the past. But like going forward, like, what do you think the franchise needs to do going forward now? And what are your expectations?
make it bi-weekly at minimum, something, man. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
Hmm. Did I cut out? Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you
My
now.
bad. I was AFK. I just came back. Was there a
no
question?
pressure. Yeah. I was basically asking, kind of getting away from the negative for a little bit here.
Thank God, bro. Okay, I'm gonna get all the slack. Okay.
I was just asking, going forward, no, right? Because a lot of the points we brought up, we've brought them up over the years as well. But like going forward, what do you think the franchise needs to do, and what are your expectations?
By the way, what the fuck is a medullo? What is what? I was so like, what is that? I'm in the
Hey, bro,
calling games.
I read chapter 1 and I have not finished
Man,
it.
it's fake. It's fake.
It
is
is.
that a Gohan? Is that
No,
the
isn't
Gohan?
Medulo? Isn't that the JJK, the part 2, the
It is
spinoff?
spin-off.
Damn,
Am
yeah,
I saying it
spin-off,
wrong?
huh?
Yeah, part
No,
2. Yeah, that's it.
I'm an anime watcher, so I'm too. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, bro. I read chapter 1. It seemed pretty interesting. I just haven't like followed through with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
check it out, man. It's a good read.
It is.
Yeah,
Is it? Would you say it's better than JJK, or is it just getting his feet
I think it's around the same. To be honest,
around the same?
I think I think it's around the same. To be honest, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Um,
But yeah,
my bad, Sanjay. Can you ask that question one more time?
Oh, yeah.
No. I remember. I actually remember for once. Yeah, you said fuck, damn it. My bad, bro. Please
Like you
ask
need a
me.
late night snack, bro, or something.
I was tired before the stream. Okay.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. What should the franchise do going forward, and your expectations? Because I'll soon have to wrap up myself. Obviously, I still have work tomorrow, so yeah.
I think like he said, the pacing is awful. So number one, bring like you said, at least bi-weekly, for sure. I mean, at this point, I mean, you have whether you like it or not, you have technology that can help with this. I mean, you can just hire fucking people to help you with it. I don't know why we keep pretending like this is some some big brain solution. Like fucking hire people. Like what's the issue with this? So yeah, you can hire people, use technology, whatever you want, AI, whatever, to get the shit out in a satisfactory after a decade way. That's number one. Number two, I think you need the anime. Because
Yes,
the
I would
anime
agree.
could it's I think Demon Slayer popped off because of the anime. Like the anime can do wonders for a manga. And I think you definitely need that. And with the increased pace, then that would make sense for pumping out episodes. And look back and also have fucking competent hindsight. Look back on your mistakes with all this filler shit. And if you do some filler stuff, just make it peak or whatever. But maybe do a seasonal thing. Maybe stop trying to do this fucking One Piece model to where it's just overarching boomer style ways of doing things. So I think the pacing is good. Having an anime is good, and then actually push the shit out. I mean, you want to be on your capitalist swine energies, so go full swine. Push out the games, push out the merchandise, push out the promotions. Make this shit feel relevant, bro. I turn my head left, I see One Piece. I turn it right, I see One Piece. I wipe my ass, I see One Piece. My drawers got One Piece on it. My blanket got One Piece on it. Okay, goddamn. So it's everything got fucking Gaio. So yeah, do that shit. And also I know it's difficult. You don't have a Toonami or a Kids WB in the days past, so we get forced to watch this shit. But and I also think at the end of the day, fucking have better writing. I'm not going to just get away from that part. Yes, increase the writing, improve the writing. And I think if you did all of these things, which are very doable in a short period of time, by the way, this isn't fucking rocket science that should take you fucking a fortnight. Fucking fucking Aku from Samurai long ago. No, bro, just fucking knock it out, get it done. Exactly, bro. What are we doing? It's no, I don't need another decade of this shit. And then get to the payoffs, man, and make your payoffs matter. But this gets to the writing. But I'll stop yapping and let somebody else give their takes for sure.
Hey,
Here's
look,
okay.
hey,
There's a
I'm sorry, but I gotta say the number one thing that's gonna really help the anime, because I agree with you, the anime is gonna really, nobody likes reading. The anime is gonna be the thing. But if we
Yeah.
get the anime, the number one thing that's gonna help is we get rid of Nishio, the character designer. We don't want these frog-eyed character designs anymore. We need some good. With that one episode when it was Boruto and Sarada Konohamaru against Kawaki, and they had the real
Yes,
like manga
bro.
act. We need
Yes.
that. We don't need these frog-eyed, big-eyed,
Yes.
weirdo Naruto head-shaped
Give
animation
me
art
Afro
styles anymore.
Konohamaru. Yeah,
We need
give me,
Afro
yeah.
Konohamaru. We need all that. We're tired of it. All right, that's what we need. That's what's gonna really set this thing off. And they just need to keep, doing what they're doing with, giving side characters the shine. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Inojin.
Big Inojin,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. That last chapter was peak in terms of
That
that
shit I
Inogen.
liked.
Yeah,
liked
yeah.
Bro, I like Inojin from the anime, which is garbage, but I still love Inojin. I was like, I hope he gets some shine. And I was pleasantly surprised. He got not just one, but he got two. That's my boy. I can't wait till they come out with a figure.
That was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Do you want him to stay blind? Like on some Daredevil shit?
He should, but he
That's
won't.
my boy, so I don't want him to suffer. But sometimes
Consequences.
you gotta be an angry god. Sometimes, yeah, it's consequences.
Yeah, yeah. They gotta follow through with that, man.
They gotta. I
One
don't want
dinky.
them to,
One
but
dinky,
they,
bro.
they probably
I do
gotta.
think it's funny. I never expected it. 'Cause I remember when Naruto did the the dying stuff. Everyone said Naruto's not gonna die again because they already played the card. So when you saw Inojin kind of fake died
Yeah.
earlier versus Juro, we're like he's not gonna play the card again, will he? Then Ikimoto played the card again, and I'm like, okay, cool. You're doing that again.
Hey,
Okay.
the funniest thing is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. That's
The
what it was.
funniest thing was when Kishimoto was trolling everybody in the interview, talking about, "Shoot, I don't care if he killed Naruto. I hope he does." And like he just kept saying that stuff, putting it in people's brains. And then when it finally started leading up to that point, you mess around and just seal him. Like, man, you are such a troll, bro. I knew you guys wouldn't kill off Naruto, but he had me going for a second. I was like, he's really gonna die. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I think there's really one way to fix Boruto, okay? It's very easy. We need a different artist.
A
And
different
listen,
artist.
when I say
Interesting.
this,
That's not gonna
this
fix
listen,
Boruto,
listen,
Kira.
listen.
Get
No, no, no,
Toyotaro.
no,
Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him
let me
cook.
finish. Let me finish. This is not to say that Ikimoto is a bad artist because I think he's a good one. Actually, I love his character designs. I just don't think he can be the primary artist of Boruto and the primary writer of Boruto at the same time. I would like him to remain the writer of Boruto. I just want someone. I want it to be a situation like Modulo, where you have someone else writing the story and someone else drawing the story. Because what will happen is that they can then comfortably shift to a bi-weekly thing where we don't have to worry about Ikimoto killing himself in like, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that, but yeah in
Never
his
let
50s.
him cook again. Never let him. I'm
Yeah,
just playing.
in his
No, that's a
50s.
good point.
In his 50, he's like 50, you're not going to expect him to like push out bi-weekly in his 50s. So
True, true.
give
No,
us
no. I
the
do though.
drawing stuff.
I
You
do
do.
though. No, that's an excuse, bro. You got AI
No,
today, bro. Like, come on,
yeah,
man.
but to
No,
make it easier,
yeah,
I
nah,
think
get that.
we can just just hire someone else to be the primary artist. Then Ikimoto can just stick to writing. Then we have a
That's fair.
young blood, not someone old. Is gonna be complaining about the work. I need someone new, someone who loves the series and is hungry for it. Ikimoto
If they
isn't
did
hungry
that,
for
I
it.
would
He's
hope
in
they
his
would get
retirement
somebody who.
stage. You know.
If they did that, I hope they would get somebody who does replicate Ikemoto's style because I
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's
Especially.
kind of like the guy
Go
did with Modulo. He kind of replicated Gege's art
Akutami's,
style.
And
yeah.
how they did with
Yeah,
the what was it, the one with what's his name, Asuma's daughter, the manga, and they had like
Mirai.
the
I don't
artist,
remember
yeah,
his name, but I know. Yeah, I know who.
Mirai, that's what it was, and they had the manga with the springs and Kakashi and Guy, and they
Yeah,
emulated Naruto's style pretty well.
yeah.
Bro, I've
So they
seen
can. It
fan
shows you
art
that
on Twitter
they
that's
can do
better
it.
than Ikimoto's art, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. They need to hire some of the fans, bro. This shit's amazing. Like
The
the
thing is,
angles and stuff.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that on stream the other day with Udi. You know, the
Even the
perspectives and
guy
all
that
that.
they
Yeah, and then
had,
everyone was hating me for saying exactly what you said, Keto. Go figure.
even the guy they had draw like the Sasuke version of the you know, going to prison. It was pretty even spot on, like Kishimoto style.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was good. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So as you,
Uh,
yeah, you guys are literally pointing out that the it's something that has been done, but for some reason I don't know, Ikimoto wants to do everything, even though
It's
he clearly
greed. It's
can't do
greed. It's
everything.
why. It's
You
why
know,
my name is Ikimoto's greedy. You've all heard the story, right?
Wait, is that your name? Like where? I didn't see that shit.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
hey,
in the walkie-talkie server. It's
oh
technically
yeah.
not in here because of
Yeah.
nickname
do
shenanigans,
you
but
guys
you know.
remember the 4 Naruto episodes we were supposed to get?
we were
Emphasis
Hey,
on
supposed to
the
get four Naruto
low-key,
supposed to.
episodes. Nah, that was
That
low-key,
was
a
in a
joke.
different.
I
Studio
That was in a
this is
different
just
Studio
a
time.
Gon
dumb
is
theory, so
another
do not
issue,
listen to
bro.
me. But I feel like when they released those clips showing like, promoting it and stuff, and people started doing comparisons from that to the old generation, and people were like, the old generation is smacking these just way, it's not even a competition. I feel like they just went silent and just started reanimating everything. Like, I hope that's the case. But I'm like, we can't have these Naruto episodes looking like that. Like the Nishio guy. Like, I'm sorry, we can't do it.
Bro, they
But
shouldn't.
what
I don't know, bro. It's like a
I
waste of
thought
time to me. I don't
I
know.
thought they were gonna do like the top 99 annually or something. It's just
I
like it's
that
no
that
hype.
would have been God.
There's no hype, bro. It's like make us get hype, bro. Like get us excited. Give us something besides a key visual every now and again.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Mello,
They
for
need to do what
reference,
Dragon
if
Ball is
they
doing
did
now.
do it annually, we would have had three
But
mangas
Dragon Ball's
going on
doing
the
that?
fourth by now.
No.
That
I mean,
hurts.
that Minato one shot was fantastic, but I definitely want a Kaguya one. I mean, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Just some other
Ooh,
characters would be
that's
nice,
the
Kaguya one shot.
Kaguya one is something we need. That's one because I just like
bro.
your design. But like
Or
Yeah,
no one likes Kaguya, and it's fair. I like her, but it's fair because like we don't
I
get any
love
of.
Kaguya, bro.
I love her,
I
but it's
fucking
like
hate
we just.
Kaguya,
Kaguya.
I don't really like. I don't like the anime retelling. I don't like how they gave Ashura and Indra. Like I don't like how they gave them Rasengans and the same
Yeah, that
uh,
shit was weak.
Some
Sharingan
cliche
pattern,
lazy
even
stuff.
though in the
ass
manga,
studio.
like it's just like don't let anime people write anything. Make sure Kishimoto
That's why
writes
I
his
say
own
like
version.
Kishimoto is such a. I don't wanna. He's. I don't. He's. I've never seen an art a mangaka bend over so much for a studio. I don't know. It's just. He did it with the last as well.
Mhm.
You can
He's a
see
capitalist.
Studio Pierrot's fingerprints all over that movie, bro. Especially with the Sakura stuff. And I'm like, bro, why do you give them so much control to change shit in your material? I don't. Does he not have the right to tell them no? Because I
Yeah.
just don't see that with any other series.
What
You
do
know,
you mean it's
You know what?
different?
We have
Boat is like
It's probably
the Boat is like the prime example of that, where the anime is a completely different story from the manga. So it's like it's like Studio Pierrot is like telling their old story while the mangaka is just doing
and
whatever, you know.
it's
but it's
funny because
better,
like
bro.
it's like
True,
Naruto and Dragon
unfortunately.
Ball. Naruto and Dragon Ball are like so mirrors of each other. It's so funny because in Dragon Ball world, they're doing all the promotions, all that, which Naruto isn't and Boruto isn't. But now in the Dragon Ball world, whatever Akira Toriyama puts out, nobody questions it, and they just let it fly. It's just like he has a name on it, put it out there.
Yeah.
We all know Daima was trash writing. It was beautiful, it was great, but it was trash writing. We all know it. But it's just, but
Wait, was
Naruto
it?
and Boruto, it's like they put their hands in it. It's like you guys making this movie, you guys had a way better chance. Instead of Toneri and all this stuff, you guys should have just had Naruto and Hinata after the war and made a movie like that, where there's just them getting to know each other, maybe doing missions and stuff. Not you don't have to do this world ending thing where, oh, I didn't know I loved her. I thought I liked her like ramen. This is stupid. Like,
I don't
what
know
are we
what
doing?
love is. I don't know what
I
love
don't know
is.
what that
Let's
is.
ignore the manga. You know, let's
No, bro, you
you
might
know.
be right about Daima, bro. Because like I haven't even questioned. I haven't even thought to approach it from a critic standpoint. It's just like the beloved, like
Yeah.
my goat. So like
Toriyama
I
made
just
it.
like I love everything. Yeah, yeah. I think you're
Yeah,
actually
like
right, bro. Like whatever he
the
comes out with,
Super
it's just
Saiyan
gospel,
4
bro.
form like the red with the red it just doesn't even look better than the old form. Maybe the big forms do, but it's just like Toriyama
This
made
nigga
it. So you
saying
got to just
3 Vegeta, bro.
think about it like this. What form have you ever seen? This didn't even happen with Blue, where they stopped game releases and rushed game releases just so you can get a Super Saiyan 4 DLC. We don't care about the form that much. That's why they keep pushing it. Like I know we're
No,
talking about
bro,
Boruto, but
no. Super Saiyan 4 is like the best form ever created.
no.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean the Daima version. The Daima version.
Oh, the
Because
magenta
they
Super
kept
Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
Sparking Zero, they rushed it so they can get DLC for the Daima stuff, so they can get the Super Saiyan 4. Then you got Fighters now doing the Daima stuff, Kakarot doing the Daima stuff. Then you got we're
Damn,
like, and they're
Kakarot.
all the same. The Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the free
Wait,
roam.
Does Kakarot even have Ultra Instinct?
They still doing DLC?
No, I don't even think they've done any Super yet,
Oh,
except
they
for
come
like
out
Bro,
with a
the
new
how are they doing?
Xenoverse,
Zero.
How
right?
are they doing Daima before Super, bro? What
That's
is
what I'm
this?
That's
saying.
my
Like,
because they need to get this weak ass Super Saiyan 4 form. Show, hey guys, come on, buy the form. It's really
Bruh,
cool.
I've been
Toriyama
waiting on
made it.
Ultra Instinct in Kakarot for so long, man. And you're telling me I'm getting Daima Super Saiyan 4
bro, I
before
like
Ultra
Daima
Instinct?
Super Saiyan. I like it, but yeah, it doesn't. It pales in comparison to the OG for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I
Like,
would agree.
why not just keep this shit the same? I don't understand, bro.
They're
But
trying to be
That's what
different,
honestly I think
man.
if they just
Trying to be
made the hair
different.
black, it would have helped a lot. To be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah. The
Yeah, you need
contrast,
to
really.
understand
yeah,
contrast, bro.
but Super Saiyan 3
Um,
Vegeta, bro, my
I
God,
love it.
man, peak. I don't even like Super Saiyan 3 until Vegeta. Like,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I'm
what
so
you
glad
mean,
this is
Ultra
something that I
Vegeta,
think was
bro?
a.
Ultra Vegeta, too. You know.
Oh, I that's what pissed me off is when they put him in the game and they put him in Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I was like, just put Ultra Vegeta 1, bro. Like it would have fit so perfect. And I love the fact that Toriyama, we all have seen Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta throughout the years, and we all just
Yeah,
assumed that's what it would look like. And then Toriyama just, let me just switch it up. And now it opens up the door. So now anybody with a Super Saiyan 3 can just look completely different than both of those.
do you
Or
like
look
the
the
switch
same.
ups?
I love it. I think it was a perfect
I
idea.
fucking love it, bro.
I
Bro, it's
love it.
my favorite. Is it my favorite Vegeta form? I think. No, I actually really just
Nah.
like Super Saiyan Vegeta. Just so cool to me. Or like Super
Ultra
Vegeta. I like Super Vegeta.
Ultra Ego
Oh, fucking
and
forgot about Ultra Ego. Yeah, I love Ultra
yeah,
Ego. Yeah,
Majin
bro,
Vegeta and
bro,
Ultra
we're
Ego.
getting fucking I know this is a Boruto stream. But we're getting like the fucking the Moro shit soon, right?
Well, that might be
Yeah,
at the end of next year, though. Maybe worst
yeah,
case,
Bro,
early 2028.
I'm stoked, bro. That's one of my favorite in Super. I think that's
yeah.
probably like, bro. Besides like the Zamasu stuff that had the potential to be like peak, like
Moro
that
was
arc is
really
fucking
good.
amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Aren't
that.
they
I love
reanimating Super or something from
They're doing a
episode
they
one?
they
special
they
edition, yeah.
They even did that
yeah,
with
they
One Piece,
stopped.
bro. Like Boruto don't get no fucking, they ain't getting no stroke, bro. No respect, bro. No
That's what
nothing,
I'm
bro.
saying. That's what I'm saying. They need to
What
start
do you
being
think?
like Dragon Ball. They just need to start doing what they do. Redo the anime.
Yes,
Make
just
it manga
copy it.
I
accurate.
don't even think so, bro. Cause like that the Boruto anime, I I think the Boruto anime doesn't have an animation issue. When it comes to like the
Nah,
important
bro.
stuff,
Come on.
like of course they have like the fit. No,
Delta versus
look,
Naruto, bro. Come on, bro. Watch out.
bruh, no, but look,
I
that's
think
true. I think overall though, like I think 90% of Boruto when it comes to animating the manga stuff, I think Boruto the animation quality is pretty good.
To be
I,
fair, for
of
the
course, you
most
have
part, when the
filler
animation
episode
needs
where
to
it's
pop off, it does. The
yeah,
animation isn't the problem. It would be the corrections. Is
yeah.
what
No,
would be the problem there.
all they do is that like goofy ass like shading shit, and they think that's like and like the little PNG. Like you remember that shit where they were like hopping through the fucking trees
Yeah,
and it was just PNGs bouncing up and down.
yeah,
They fucking
yeah.
lazy, bro. And
They
then
do have
Hey,
and then I watch One Piece and that shit's a fucking feature film every
that's
episode. I'm like,
but
what the like Garp coming down with the fucking galaxy impact. I'm like, my God, man, this is better
that's
than
what I'm
anything
saying.
I've
But
seen in
it's
Boruto, bro.
weird the disrespect that they gave Naruto and Dragon Ball because the reason why that episode looked like that is because you're on a tight schedule and you didn't have much pre-production in the first place. So you
yeah,
really
they
week by
rushed
week.
into it. Because I
But it's
remember
like
back in
these are your biggest IPs. They generate money like nothing, and you just said, "Let's rush it out. It's gonna be garbage." And
because
no,
they
we
were
need
milking
we
it,
need it.
bruh.
capitalism, bro.
Any anime that's doing a weekly
Fuck
released in
capitalism.
like 2020, big 2020,
Yeah,
whatever.
we
When
need Boruto too.
Boruto stopped, is just milking that shit, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what Boruto suffered from mostly. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't say I don't think they should do like a they shouldn't reanimate Boruto, bro. Like the series that's
No,
not
not
gonna save
reanimate it.
Boruto.
Do what like Dragon Ball Super's doing, like a remaster where you reanimate some scenes, you kind of just correct
Naruto
Ah,
Kai.
some of the weird, yeah.
okay.
That and
Yeah,
then maybe
that's
like
much better.
cut out some, filler or most of the filler, or what is it, like Boris is like
Mm.
70% filler, so you probably get like you shoot, they'll probably cut
But
it down to
even
like 10
then,
episodes.
like some of the Boruto fillers, is like what makes the anime better better than the manga. So
That
Exactly.
is
because
Why
true.
have we
yeah,
ever
But if
said
that's the
else?
case, then they can simply just rewrite it some in ways to where like it doesn't clash with the manga. Like with the high density Rasengan
yeah,
was thick. But now
yeah,
we
and
have
even
no no knowledge of it. Maybe change out
Yeah.
Sarada's Sharingan to make it accurate to the manga. She already has the three,
mm,
or show her getting the two and then get to the three, whatever. But make it accurate. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like
it,
I need to be able to recommend Boruto, and you can just watch it through instead of saying skip
yeah.
this episode.
But like it's like the Academy arc, right? I honestly think the Nue stuff with Summer is some of the best
Yeah.
stuff in
The
Boruto in
first.
general, like
Yeah, I like that.
including the manga.
I agree.
And then you have like a
At least the
whiplash
end.
because after yeah, then you have a whiplash. After that we go into like Chocho falling in love with an actor or something.
That was
It's
the
like
best episode ever.
That's when
What?
that's after the movie stuff. That's
That was
after like
yeah,
literally no
67
joke.
or
That was the best
whatever.
episode of all
Right.
Boruto.
yo, like Boruto is so tonally all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's
That's a
You
good.
don't
crazy?
even know
It
what's
goes
going
back to
on.
what you were saying with like Kishimoto. He wanted to be more childish. He said Naruto got kind of dark, so he kind of pushed for more
But
like
that's it,
childish.
bro. That's
But it's
why I
like,
hate
why
Naruto
would?
fans, bro. I hate Naruto
Oh
fans
my
because
gosh!
Naruto fans are to blame for all the issues in the world, global warming, everything.
That's
Because
I
well.
agree.
it,
They poisoned the
bro,
water
everything
supply.
because
They burned our
ev-
crops.
They turned the
everything,
frogs gay. No, my bad.
What?
everything, bro, everything. Because you have to understand that most of these, bro, everything with the Boruto fights being downscaled and focusing less on jutsus and taijutsu and going back to the lighter tone of part one. These are all this is Kishimoto responding to criticism. All right. Heavy
Yeah.
it's like the DCU where Snyder was a bit dark and edgy. So they had to go the complete opposite direction because people were
I
complaining
agree.
about that. There's no
No.
Yeah.
balance. It's just like one extreme to the next. So then,
Wait,
and
wait,
funny thing
wait.
with the
Kiddo.
Boruto thing, yeah.
I'm sorry. Snyder Superman or Gun Superman? Real quick.
Guns.
Gun. I got gun, bro. All day and night.
Nah, I'm gonna go Snyder, bro.
I'm
Snyder,
kind of
that's not
biased
even
though.
that's not Kal-El, bro. That's not Kal-El, bro.
Nah, it is. It
I
depends
tried to
on
watch.
which comic you're looking at. It
That's
depends.
fair
I'm kind of
points.
biased. I'm kind of unfair because I watched Man of Steel for the first time like a few months ago, and I couldn't finish it. I think I got to the part where they were at the truck, and he was like, "Was I supposed to let those kids on the bus die?" And that he was
Bro.
like, "Maybe." I was like, "This
Fake
is
ass
stupid. I'm not
Yeah,
reading.
but you
I'm
have to
not
understand,
watching
like
this."
I look at the stories because when I look at deconstructions and adaptations, and I look at it in the context of what they're trying to tell. Man of Steel is more so set in a more realistic, grounded universe, and I can appreciate that. So that's why
Yeah,
I can understand those kind of statements because that's what you can look at it and you can think, how would someone react to Superman if he lived in our society, not in this
yeah.
fictional universe where everybody's go lucky, happy go lucky, So that's why I can detach myself from what I grew up with. It's Superman the animated series and some comic
But look at how he
adaptations and just
presents
put it
himself.
that's
He's a
where.
fucking asshole. Of course they're gonna react that way. Like
I'm not gonna
Gun
lie.
Superman goes out of his way to be like kind and I don't know. It's weird.
I think like one again. I don't like the Man of Steel suit. I don't like all the texture and all that. It's just ugly to me.
I like
And then
that.
on top of
I like
that, it's
that.
just kind of like I feel like that Superman. And I'm not. My opinion is invalid because I didn't even finish watching the movie. I only watched the other ones with like Justice Steel, Batman's versus Super. I mean Justice League and Batman versus Superman. But
Okay,
like I
Batman.
think he was cool. It was just
A
I
little bit.
think the dark tone when you put it on Batman, who's a dark character with a dark universe, it works perfectly. Like Ben Affleck to me is the best Batman, not
True.
movie wise, but the best Batman with the.
Minus the killing for me, but yeah.
That's the
I
thing.
don't mind the killing. I don't mind. I think that's just overhyped, like overhate.
But
Just he
even the
kills. Like
killing, right? Yeah, but there's a justification behind it, right?
yeah,
So
like
that's
there's
why
a million
you can
Well,
versions of
yeah.
Batman. There's gonna be at least one that
Because
kills. You know, I
edgy
don't
ass
no,
mind.
Superman.
there are Batman who kills in the comics as well. So that's why I said, like,
Oh,
it depends on which comic version, because a lot of people, they're used to one version of the character, so they don't know about these other adaptations, because DC has undergone like 100,000 reboots. So,
yeah,
and that's why, they'll be like, oh, this isn't him, but it isn't the one, So that's why I say, like, I'm able to appreciate it, because even before, the Snyder stuff, we've had the hopeful Superman for a very long time, and everyone is like, oh, Superman is boring, whatever. So when you
that's
get a
true.
you get a whiplash and you get a change, I can appreciate that, and then we can go back to the happy-go-lucky Superman. I don't
True.
like seeing the same thing over and over again. Change is good. That's what I
True.
think. That's why I can
I agree.
appreciate Man of
That's
Steel.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, I think that works. But not for Spider-Man. You got to keep him relatively.
Have we ever seen well, I guess the closest to that would be the Amazing Spider-Man, but he
I
was kind
love
of
the
like
Amazing Spider-Man.
a bit edgy, right?
But this is
I
why I
love
brought it
it.
up to get to Boruto, because like it's like Boruto's super edgy, like fucking Snyder's verse, but he didn't leave
Mhm.
part one off like that, bro. Like he was
Yeah.
optimistic for the future, like Gun. So I'm like, bro, like what happened in between there? I saw what happened a little bit, and that's not enough to get you from point A to point B, bro. I need more, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
and they
Um,
foreshadowed it and set it up. Yeah, I'm
You
that
know.
bad. We hold you hostage, huh?
yeah.
I try to
Um,
get you back, brother. I try to get you back to the
yeah. Were you finished with your recommendations or expectations for the future
Oh,
of the franchise?
oh yeah. All right. So just to tie it up, I think this is the easy way to fix Boruto and get it popping again. So switch out, get a new writer. Ikimoto can do his new artist. Ikimoto can do the writing stuff. And then we need to get a movie, not just
Mm.
anime. We need a movie, because people love to go, watch movies in the theaters. This movie has to be a Boruto Naruto movie. It cannot be a Boruto movie. You
Yeah,
have to get the Naruto fans in. You have to get them in, get them interested. I think the best way to do it is to do like a time travel story back to the blank period, which we know nothing about, and they can play on the statement from Momoshiki that Otsutsuki wipe the minds of humans sometimes in the past. Didn't mention when. So they can play on that and do a little, Otsutsuki story there, and say that some omnipotent shit happened and that's why they don't remember. They can do anything. So just do a movie like that that's very interesting, including Naruto, and get the Naruto fans in. And that movie should go right into the TBV anime, not Boruto Part 1 TBV. So the anime should be ready to go at least a month after the movie is launched. And then those fans can then filter into the anime to catch up on what this edgy Boruto is doing in his story. And of course, by the time they do that, we're gonna have the manga, which is bi-weekly. They're gonna have more stories to tell by the time we get to that point. So I think that just a complete overall of everything. Get the anime right on track, seasonal. Switch out the artist and get a movie pop in that bridges the gap between the two audiences, and then they can do like a Boruto movie later on. But they need to do a Naruto Boruto movie, and don't shit on Naruto, okay? Because you want the fans to like it. You want the
It
fans to
can't
like
be
the story,
adult
okay?
Naruto either, bro. It has to be like teen Naruto, I think.
That's
Yeah,
why I
it can
said
be like
the last era. That's what it was.
yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. My bad. I walked away.
yeah.
But I
We,
think if you
we
had
need a
Exactly.
Kaguya
Minato,
In that
movie.
era.
bro, and throw Himawari in there, bro. Let's not forget her, bro. She gets too much
Yeah, they can
disrespect.
do Himawari, Kaguya, stuff like just make it very interesting. It has to be lore heavy and very mysterious, so people can be like, okay, I need to figure out, what's going on in Boruto. This is crazy.
That's a great
So I
idea.
think that's
great.
movie, anime, switch up the manga, and you're good to go. You're good to go. That's what I think.
All right, good. I really love those points, Keto. Oud,
Yep.
Do you wanna go ahead before I give my points?
Yeah, mine's probably a little bit less glamorous than Keto's. Really simple idea here, really basic, getting back to the bare bones of
Oh
the
man.
essentials here.
Here we go.
Where's Kodachi at? Rehire him. If
Oh,
you're
bro.
gonna officially not fire him and let him go amicably, then you can officially bring him back, and then there's no problems there, right? Whatever he said to Ikimoto, he was right about. He deserved to say it. So here's my
Wait, what?
thing. Well, that's
Did I
why he
miss
was
something?
fired. Let's be real. It's
We'll speak
Ikimoto's
about it
fault.
later on. Continue.
But here's my thing, being real. Kodachi is a writer. That's his speciality, what specialization, whatever word you want to do. That's his thing. He's a writer. Ikimoto is just someone who writes, I guess, out of necessity because he has to because his writer was fired. He's an artist. Let him be the artist. I don't even he can be the artist, okay? As long as he's not writing. That fixes everything. When Kodachi was the writer, okay, Mello, I understand you didn't like the direction, but that would be more so speaking on Kishimoto's less than 3% outline, of which case Kodachi took that and he freaking ran with it to the moon. There's a difference between direction and writing. With the direction that they were forced to go into, the writing of that direction was absolutely impeccable. Every scene, every line of dialogue that Kodachi wrote was important. It had meaning. It led somewhere. Everything Kodachi did was perfect, brilliant, 10 out of 10. Ikimoto's just throwing things against the wall and seeing what sticks. He's just doing things for the sake of doing. They're just events that happen. They don't mean anything. There's not a story there. Yeah, sometimes once in a blue moon, he can do something kind of cool, like Inojin. But even then, it's being bogged down by 82 other trillion things. Kodachi, when he writes good stuff, it's good the whole way freaking through, basically. Yeah, there's some things you can critique, but you can critique it from a critical perspective. You don't have to switch your mind frame to an entertainment fan perspective to enjoy the series, which is meant to be enjoyable. Go back to
Bro,
Kodachi.
Boruto
That's
don't
all I have
deserve
to
this,
say.
bro. He's such a
Hey, am I
cool
the only
fucking
one who likes
character.
am I the only one who likes Ikimoto's writing better?
Yes.
I don't know.
Man,
Honestly,
crazy.
I can't tell the difference, bro. I don't know.
I can't tell the difference. I like both the same, to be honest. Because there's so many issues I have with how Kodachi did the things that he did. So it's
'Cause
like there's a lot of things that Kodachi did that I'm not really a fan of. But it's like,
I
I don't know
I
if
don't
bringing
remember.
Kodachi back is gonna be like the saving grace of the manga, to
It's
be
Yeah.
honest.
the end all be all
when did
for me.
Ikimoto take
Okay, this was
over?
what I wanted to be.
I think
Screw everyone else. That's what I needed to be.
Was that the Biryan mode around there?
No, Barry
Yeah,
Mode
he
Oh,
left
Ikimoto took
mid
over.
Baron mode fight.
yeah.
Whoever
Yeah,
wrote the
Mid
Kawaki
fight, by the way.
arc, then that's what I
I think
want
that was
because that shit was
Kodachi.
amazing.
Well,
Okay,
to
I
that's
be
think
what
that
I
fair,
was
want.
Kodachi.
Ikimoto was quote unquote the writer, but let's be real. Kodachi planned ahead. He didn't just write till there and very next chapter. Oh, is Ikimoto. Oh, how will I write the end of the Baryon mode fight? No, he had a direction.
No, I think it's kind of unfair to Kodachi because he not only you have to write, but you also have to write under a guideline of how things have to go. So it's kind of unfair.
Well,
And then Ikimoto has like all the freedom to go wherever he wants. But I'm pretty sure it
oh
went
yeah, that's true. That
Kodachi
is
and then
unfair.
Kodachi and then Kishimoto, and then Kishimoto just started slowly letting his feet off the gas and just let
Yeah.
Ikimoto take over.
Yeah, I
Kodachi
think
knows
that's
what
more
he's
like it.
freaking doing, bro. He's a
But
professional.
even then, like I don't there's this confusion about this manga, bro. Like
in doing this.
Kishimoto said he gave the series to Ikimoto.
Yeah.
Kishimoto, he literally just did like a rough draft and said, "This
Lied.
is what where I would like this to go." Then he gave the series to Ikimoto. Ikimoto has been the main writer on the series since chapter 1. He's
Hasn't
the one who
though.
is
Okay, I'm
controlling the
not
direction
gonna
of the
hear the
story,
Boruto
and
scenario nonsense,
also
Reno.
no, but and he literally said in an interview that all he does, he reads the chapters when they come out like we do. Ikimoto just sends him and like, okay, you have any issues? And he's like, most of the time he's like, no, go ahead. So it's
No,
like
I think
it's
that's later on because in the beginning it was Kodachi writing it, and then Kishimoto took over around burying mode when Kurama dies,
I
and
don't think
then
that ever happens. I don't think
Yeah.
Ikimoto
Yeah,
ever
you
took
know what
over the
else
series.
Kishimoto said? Kishimoto said that before he went to his editors, he decided that the finale of the Naruto series was going to be Naruto versus Sasuke. Oh, but also his editors made Sasuke in chapter 3.
That's funny.
Wait, wait.
That's funny.
Kishimoto said a
editors
lot of stuff.
editors
So
are
you guys,
saving grace for mangaka because
True.
Toriyama needed some some editors. So does Toyotaro. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They needed some editors for Super, I'll tell you that much.
my
Definitely.
God, bro.
Goodness.
Yeah, but it's just like what I'm saying is like Ikimoto has had Kishimoto himself said that the story that he had in mind is that this what we're seeing right now is so far from what the draft was. Like it's literally a different story at this point. And Ikimoto is
Exactly.
just creating stuff. So like even that draft itself, we have no idea what that original draft was leading to because it's a completely different story at this point in time.
Yeah,
So
because
that's what
didn't
I'm saying.
Kishimoto say that he had things written to the end of the story anyway? If I'm not
It's like a
mistaken.
draft, like points by point. It's not like an entire script. It's like a draft.
I can
Go
I
from
can
here
tell you
to
what it
here to
was.
here. You know.
Okay.
I can
Mhm.
tell you what it was. So at the end, Boruto goes, "You don't have to do this. I also used to be like you." And then we have a flashback, right? This is how I read it. I was with Kishimoto when he was writing it. I promise you. So you have a flashback, and then it's obviously Boruto versus Kawaki. I promise you, I was there. You know what? You guys are laughing at me. You guys don't believe me. It's all right.
Well, I mean, like
You guys don't get to
that would
know the
be
secrets, man.
Kishimoto.
You said what?
Secret
Like,
sauce.
like
Yeah.
the but you're
Oh,
saying the
and
people who wrote
Sarada.
the anime are different than the people who write the manga, kiddo?
No, well, yeah, of course you have
Nine
like the
Kodachi did
anime
both as
script
well.
writers, but also Kodachi was a writer on the anime, and
Yeah.
also Kishimoto as
He
well, by
held
the
it
way.
down, bro. He
Kishimoto
held
was
the
a writer on the
trenches
anime,
down. He knew
which
what
is
he
so
was
Bro,
doing.
weird.
the
Like it's so
Toneri
weird.
stuff is so peak. The New Way stuff is so peak. Like
Yeah,
none of it's in the manga, bro.
Kishimoto and Kodachi wrote that shit, bro.
Exactly.
Eh,
The Boruto
There's a
movie, Kodachi wrote. The Kawaki arc, Kodachi wrote. Everything in between. It's flawless. Kodachi wrote it. He
But
knows
the
how to
prophecy,
write.
the prophecy
Ikimoto
arc
You
is
can
actually
tell.
really good too, though. It's really
No, but
good.
you
Ikimoto
can tell.
actually for the light novel
Uh,
for that arc for the light novel, he actually drew images of it. So of Nue and
Yeah,
all the things that
oh,
were
that's one
happening
of the
in the
best.
anime.
I love that. I love that one. But you can tell, like, you can tell Ikimoto has an idea for the manga that is detached from what Kishimoto and Kodachi, the idea that they had. You can see Kishimoto's and Kodachi's ideas in the anime, and Ikimoto doesn't include them in the manga. The Jogan is one of them, by the way.
exactly it.
But
It's
and
because
then
Ikimoto's bound by the series. First of all, Ikimoto wanted to leave years ago. He didn't because he was paid more. He wants to tell his own story, except he has to do it in the Naruto universe. That's the problem. He doesn't
Yeah,
care about Naruto.
he said he wanted to do originally, I'm pretty sure in the interview, he said he was only gonna do it if it was gonna be like a spin-off like how we do in like comics where it's just an alternate universe or whatever. And then they just made him do a
yeah,
spin-off anyway. So
This
he was
is
like, ah, damn.
Ikimoto's original story in an original universe. It's just called the Naruto world with the Naruto names by coincidence.
By
That's
Do you
funny.
think something that could help is like maybe crossing Boruto over with like One Piece or Dragon Ball?
Fuck.
Oh, like a
I bet
promotion.
Yeah, like they did like a
Mm,
no,
Dragon Ball
you need material for
Toriko
that.
One Piece thing years ago.
nah, I
No,
think
you need content for that. Torioko fell off though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they did.
You'd have
yeah.
to make it actually good because no one really cared about that special. Like it was hype, it was cool, but like the actual content the material wasn't anything fabulous. It
Yeah.
was just the idea behind it.
It's
Yeah. And then
the
on
only
top of that,
crossover.
if somebody does watch it and they're like, oh, I gotta see what Barto's all about, and then they go and watch this anime and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I don't think it's at a spot where it makes sense to do a crossover just yet, Mellow.
The
to
only
be honest.
crossover that's gonna help them is a Naruto crossover, bro.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Or
Because you can have the nostalgia stuff.
or we could have the finale of Boruto versus Jura, and we see Boruto whip out a dual disc, hey, and chant
nah,
Jura's
bro,
red
ain't no
dual.
fucking
What do you
way,
think he's
bro.
gonna whip out?
Yugi, my blue eyes. Nah, that's
Hey, can we get a
tough.
I'm
pause?
telling you, man, they have the vibe for it.
Nah, I need
Who's
some
whipping out
jump
what?
force shit, bro. Something.
Crazy.
I feel like they should get back to the Otsutsuki, bro. I love the
Yeah.
Otsutsuki. I
Please,
love the
please,
Otsutsuki
Toneri,
lore.
please.
Hey
I
man,
love
when they
all
had
that shit,
that
but
one,
I don't know.
they had that one panel with Kaguya in the Boruto manga, and they're like explaining the whole history behind it. And they drew Kaguya in the manga. I was like, we're finally gonna get some backstory on Kaguya, and then that just
Then
didn't go
nothing.
anywhere.
But
Bro,
that's
You
it.
Yeah.
have
we
That's
to
the
come
had a
thing.
back.
chance. We had the
Yeah.
top 99. These motherfuckers voted for Minato. I love me some Minato, but my God, man, come on, people.
This is the
And
problem
it
with just the mob
fucking
rule. Like, why are we letting? No, we need Kaguya, man. It just
But
hurt my
even
feelings.
then, like that's it. But that's the thing, though. I don't have a problem with that because anything outside of the Otsutsuki, you really can't expound upon in Boruto. But Kaguya, Momoshiki, Shiba, all of that can be done in the manga. You don't need a one shot or a side story to do that. And you can use that side story to tackle the characters that you can't really go back to logically in the story, like Minato or Agoromo or Kurama or something. But in the Boruto, the confines of the Boruto story, you can do a Kaguya backstory. You
yep.
can do that. They just choose not to. They can show the Otsutsuki lore, their world, Ishibai, the missing Otsutsuki. What's going on with all of that? We're 10 years in. It's like I
Ikimoto's
just I
never
But
gonna
don't
do
this
it.
is the
know.
thing,
Kodachi
though.
would have done it.
This
He
is the
would have
thing,
done
Wait,
it.
though.
was Kodachi in charge of writing in the anime when what's his name? Um, was it Urashiki, the one with the fishing hook? Was he in charge when that guy was being
Yeah,
written in anime?
Yeah.
That shit
That's
was
some
trash.
devil
I ain't
work
gonna lie.
right there. That was horrible. That was
There,
Kodachi. That's a
there was
bad
some
point
good
for
stuff,
Kodachi.
but yeah,
It's not
it
Yeah.
was like
writing
What was?
though.
Oh yeah, the going back to time stuff. Yeah.
yeah, the interactions
yeah,
It's
between
not
like the old characters,
writing.
but that's like
Or
Naruto
fan
still
service.
like holding up his son, like fucking Simba
Yeah.
and Mufasa, bro. It's just like Boruto can't stand on his fucking own, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but like
I guarantee
Boruto has the clout.
that arc is what got people hating Sasuke his portrayal in Boruto.
You
Because
mean the
when he
taxi
kept saying
driver?
out of chakra, it was like you've been out of chakra for like three. It doesn't take that long to charge up chakra, bro. Like,
that's
and
that's the
it
thing. That's the thing, man. We're
Or when
back
you
to that
write a
issue
story,
again.
that's not things you focus on. That's someone else's job. When you're writing the structure of 3 act structure or anything actual
Now that's
screenplay,
pop,
screenwriting
bro.
related,
Come
you don't
on.
focus on any of that. That's not what that arc was about at all.
that's
There's no
Not
respect,
any
crazy,
of
bro.
man.
that.
But it
There's no
depends. It
respect for our
depends.
intellect, bro.
It
Yeah,
depends. I feel like he should kinda. I know what you're saying. Like you have other writers that do that stuff, because he's not
Yeah, the
writing the
episode
entire
writer, like
outline of the
Honda
script, right?
Sensei or
Yeah,
whoever.
yeah.
yeah.
Excuse me.
So I do understand
I
from
was just doing
that
some trolling.
viewpoint.
Yeah, I
It's
get it.
just
Um,
Realistically, that
I
was
don't
more
know.
We
Kishimoto's
need
arc
another top
anyways.
99, bro. We need it.
Yeah, I saw he drew him. First of all, fishing hook. Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing?
No, but
I think that's
guys, I
like
don't think you guys
there's like
understand, bro.
mythology,
The
some Japanese
lore,
mythology.
yeah, like bro, the lore behind Orishiki is so rich. Like
It's
I
so
did
good,
like an
isn't it? Yeah.
entire like
Yeah.
deep dive into it, bro. And it's like I just the Boruto manga, and I said this on Twitter. I said the Boruto manga, yeah, it has so much potential when it comes to like the mysterious aspect of it. I feel like it's in the wrong genre, to be honest. To me, it could go into like the more seinen kind of is it
Yeah, I was
seinen
thinking
or
that too.
yeah, like
Feigning, yeah.
yeah, like more like Attack on Titan, that
mm.
trajectory, but it's
That could
trying to
probably that,
be
that
it's
could
trying
probably
to be a
help it for real still.
shoujo, but it's trying to be a shoujo manga. I don't know why.
It's
What's wrong with
slice of
Gotta have
life,
Ikimoto?
bro.
Is
Give
he
me,
is he
get
involved.
me the
He
fuck
loves
off
it.
Earth, bro. Get me off
yeah?
Earth, please. Give me the different
I don't know
dimensions, different
why.
planets. Like, fuck the
What is
hidden leaf
happening with
village,
Ikimoto?
bro.
He's
That's
just
what
It's
I'm
because
stuck
saying.
in
Ikimoto's
this
freaking obsessed
place.
with K-pop. It's his drug. Jesus
He's a
Christ.
weirdo. He's a goofy, bro. Like, it's strange, bro.
I don't
Like,
know
where are
what it
the Otsutsuki,
is.
bro?
No, but look at it
God.
this way, bro. You move into
Iceberg.
Boruto and you're expecting to expand the universe, expand the world. And that's, and there's a way to do it and a way not to do it. But you're like, we have these new beings from outer
We need a
space. We have
tournament.
Shinju, we have the Otsutsuki, and we're just here on this planet. And then it's funny
No,
enough
no,
that
no.
when
Wait,
we
wait, wait,
go
wait, wait, wait,
to
wait. We're not on this planet. We're in Konoha, man. We're in
in
Konoha.
Konoha. And then, and funnily
Yeah.
enough, you can see, and that's
Bro,
what I
we're
don't like
I
about
want to go to the
Ikimoto
Cloud
with the
Village.
thing. He loves to rely on nostalgia. It's so weird because, as you said, he wants to, do his own manga, but at the same time, he uses nostalgia as a crutch over and over again. Like the entire Stand Village's arc is just like, Gara, Kazekage stuff. And you
Yeah.
saw the same thing
And
with
they're
Boruto
not
versus
doing
Kawaki
that
early in the
though.
manga.
Gara's not in the arc. They're not in the Sand Village.
No.
They're
He
literally
fighting
is
new
in the arc,
opponents.
bro.
It's
No,
not
Yeah,
like
he
they
wasn't
don't
there.
fire
Bro, they
He
packed
literally
him up
was.
off screen, bro. You know how disrespectful that is to Naruto fans to
Yeah.
pack Gar up off fucking screen, bro?
That's
But
crazy,
that's
That's
dog.
tough.
and there was a lot of
Hey
things
man,
that
I
they could
sold
have
my chips on
explored.
Gar once he got that haircut.
That
They could have
haircut is
explored
wild,
another
bro.
village. We've seen the Sand Village so many times in Naruto. Why would you go back there? But again, the point is the nostalgia. That was the
Mm.
trip everyone loved in Naruto.
I
So I'm
think it's
like,
as I think it's as
it's
Mello would say on some of his streams. It feels like Kimoto is not really, how should I put it? He's not willing to take risk.
he doesn't have the hunger, bro. He doesn't have the hunger. I say this
There's
every
no
time on stream.
heart.
He's just phoning. I don't want to sound too disrespectful, but it's like there's so many words. And it's funny, like when we go to different Otsutsuki dimensions. I remember we went to Ishiki, Boruto teleported Ishiki to a different planet, and it's just like the backyard of the Hidden Leaf. It's like flowers and trees. Okay, buddy.
It's the
Okay,
world
buddy.
of the
Like, there's
Kai
no
from Dragon
creativity
Ball
here.
Z. Like, the
Yeah,
fuck,
I'm like,
bro? Like, I
bro,
know
what
what
is
you were
this?
doing, bastard.
We got like what one scene of Momoshiki and Kinshiki on their planet, and that was it. No
Yeah,
mention, no other visual, no other
Like,
nothing. We
fighting
got those
off
statues. I didn't
world,
forget. We
bro.
got those statues. We also had that
and then
castle out in Naruto when they were hopping
Bro,
through
look at
dimensions
how
with
much
yeah,
we
Kaguya.
got.
I didn't
and then
forget
we
none
go
of
to
that, and we still haven't got nothing on it.
and
What
then
were those guys with the horns?
We're
Like,
never gonna
Bro,
get it
and
play
then
now.
play
we
with the
and then we
physics
It's
go
of those
gone.
different worlds, bro. Like take
yeah,
advantage that they're different places. Like, it's just Earth, but like not Earth.
and you
Like,
go
fuck
to
you.
Jigen's dimension. It's just like that fight scene from the Flash movie. There's a barren landscape. It's like nothing. I'm like, okay, you know, it's like there's no creativity in it.
Yeah, it's kind of
Is
lacking.
Boruto as a series better than My Hero? Just like yes or
yes,
no, real quick. Okay, so why doesn't
Honestly,
why is it not
no,
as hype as My Hero if it's better?
no, it isn't.
My Hero had a
Like, is
good
it better than
start.
Demon Slayer?
Boruto had to. Boruto, first of all, Boruto suffered because of Naruto as well. Because first of all, it already has to rely on one of the worst things that happened in Naruto is that they sacrificed Madara for some rando. That was that if it was anybody else, somebody who wasn't important, it probably would have been okay. But like, oh man, Kaguya, we want to know more about her. But the fact that they got rid of Madara, the big bad, the one who was dominating everybody, and they just did him dirty like that, it turned everybody off. And then Boruto's, for some reason, people just had the low brain cell, and it was like Boruto hates his dad. He's so spoiled, and it was like, yeah, that's the point. At the end, he kind of gets over it. That's the whole point. But yeah, after that, it was just anything connected to Otsutsuki's. Everyone would say like, I don't like this. It's aliens. It's stupid.
Yeah, because
Power
Yeah,
stone.
yeah, I remember that.
I literally have friends right now who just aren't into Boruto because they don't like the whole alien aesthetic. They prefer the
Yeah.
whole old school ninja vibe, quote
And that's
unquote.
the thing. That's the thing, right? Because that's why I say, like, when I see people because you have people, like they just pretend not to understand what people say when they say that. Then people say, "Oh, I miss when Naruto is about ninja," and then they like pull up Gamabunta and Kurama fighting in part one, and oh, Naruto was never about ninja. And I think you're just being intellectually dishonest, when you're doing that, because the point, what they're saying is not that Naruto has never had kaijus, but the overall narrative was focused on the people, the humans, the
Yeah.
ninja
People don't know
Yeah.
society.
what
That's what
writing
they mean,
is.
right? So that's why people disingenuously dismiss that criticism. They're pretending not to understand what people mean when they say that. I understand, but even though I understand, I love the Otsutsukis, right? So I can
But
Yeah.
have both of those. I can
Oh,
understand your criticism
if
of
you
the
do
Otsutsukis and love them at the same time. So
if you do
yeah,
the sci-fi stuff, then fucking do it. Stop like tiptoeing around it. Like
exactly.
go full
Yeah.
bore,
Go
bro.
full
yeah.
That's
on,
my
bro.
I,
Go
problem.
I
full
think
on.
to answer the question of why My Hero Academia, first of all, it came up when Naruto was already finishing. So people were already looking who's gonna fill the big three spot. They already needed My Hero Academia will follow you. My Hero Academia follows the formula perfectly. It has the main character who's special, but he's not actually special, but he's special in his certain special way or whatever. And then, he's going to be the number one guy. He's going to be the strongest. And you have a angry or a stoic friend. And then you have a girl who likes you, but you're an idiot. So you always go, oh, I don't know.
The check boxes,
Whatever.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously he did the whole crying and cried every episode. So people go, "Oh my gosh, he's such
Bruh.
relatable." Like, but yeah,
Look,
he first of all, it's good. It's not like horrible or anything. And art, first of all, the manga is beautiful to look at. But like,
yeah.
Naruto was falling off. It just finished, and the Boruto wasn't really picking up the slack. And then you have My Hero Academia. People were like, "Put him in," then like that's gonna fill the spot up.
Yeah, but I think honestly, if
Boruto
I'm
not
being
coming
honest,
close to My Hero. Bro. I'm
MHA
sorry.
MHA has way more heart than
Yeah.
Boruto.
And it's,
It just does. It just does. Honestly,
More depth too.
I'm biased.
Yeah, it's just that.
I really just hate Deku, so I just hate the series, and just
Mm,
based on that. So yeah, I'm biased.
I mean, my
no,
two favorite,
that,
Endeavor and Bakugo, bro. Like,
I hate Bakugo. I
the
hate Bakugo
characters,
and
like you
Deku.
see
now
how
Bakugo
they
is the
handle the
goat. Baku goat.
characters is just
Baku
great. It
trash.
is great.
I think what it is at the end of the day is that last point I made, there, if nothing else, you have a lot more emotionally resonant moments that you can like stir up in the
Yeah,
audience with My Hero versus Boruto in these
bruh,
last 10 years, right?
And
bruh,
it's way more
bruh.
organized. You have the manga. It follows the same formula. You have the manga. You have the anime.
Multiple
And then
movies,
Oh my
merchandise,
gosh.
multiple
video
movies. They
games,
promote it
draws,
perfectly.
underwear, like all of it, bro.
Bro, the
Bro, when you
artist is
said
like doing
emotional
sketches
moments,
online for fans. He engages with the community. Yeah, it's
But
bro,
the
you know
only
what I
thing
thought
Boruto
about when
got
you
is the
said that?
Kawaki arc, bro.
Well, yeah, I think,
Yeah, you know what I, you know
My
what My
Hero
Hero's
offers more to
competition
talk
in
about.
Boruto is? You know what the competition is?
what?
Yodo, bro. Yodo's death.
nah,
That
come on,
random
bro.
ass,
That's
random
tough,
ass
bro.
character came in out of nowhere with no build
Yo.
up, nothing, and be like, I'm gonna die for the main character.
Don't
She's
even
gonna
know if she's dead,
awaken
by the way.
and then after she dies, no one mentions her again. Like it's so crazy, man.
or
That
like
was
or like
bad.
or like the seventh
It's night
Hokage
and day
Naruto
from what we got
Uzumaki
early
dies.
on.
Like the
And the
seventh
Yeah.
whole
Hokage Naruto Uzumaki dies, but nobody gives a fuck. You don't see any
Nobody get and
reaction
bro,
from anybody, bro.
bro. I'm literally on. That's why I stopped arguing with Boruto fans, but I don't even talk to them again on Twitter because like these people literally look you dead in the face and say that the manga not mentioning Naruto's death or even showing the characters caring about it is good. You know, it's like
that's
I'm
true.
like, bro. They're like,
Promotion
oh, it's a
and
monthly
no,
manga. They
fame
don't have
based.
time for it. I'm like, bro. Mikimoto is like showing 50 different panels of Sarada posing like 50 different times to use one jutsu. I'm sure you can draw one panel of the villagers
The
thinking
aura
about
That
armor
is
for
Naruto, bro.
Sarada is
definitely
peak,
his
You
bro.
know?
biggest weakness. That really hurts the series is his expressions. When Kawaki, I think the most emotional moment in the series is when Kawaki and Naruto are in the flower shop. That's
Yeah,
probably
those
his
Yeah.
moments are
best
good.
thing.
Those moments are good.
Yeah,
Bro,
but
that
like
was
Like
even when
so good,
Boruto,
man.
when he
That
has
was
to
so
Kawaki and
experience the
Kurama with the
when he
teardrops.
experiences Ava's
yeah.
jutsu for the first time, and then like him and Sasuke get away and whatever, and he's immediately like, "Yeah, I heard about
hmm
it, but don't worry, I'll be great." I'm like, "Bro, come on, stew in it a little bit." I know, like we're implying that he's depressed,
Yes.
but like
Yes,
really,
bro.
like show some express.
That's why
Like you
people
should
thought
be.
You're
Kawaki
only
was
proving
evil,
my
bro.
point.
That's why people thought Kawaki was evil. They're like, oh, Kawaki hates Boruto because they didn't convey it properly, right? They didn't convey the
Yeah,
emotions properly. Is that
Who's the
that's the issue, you know?
bro?
I mean,
yeah.
Kawaki's the best
Did was
character in a show that's
special.
not
The
even his,
moments
bro.
were
Like,
special. It
damn.
didn't just have higher heights; it stayed high. As opposed to
Inogen's
Ikimoto
better.
stuff.
and like I
Well,
remember like
best
and
written
there's like this
character. Sarada's better. But
I remember this one thing, and I was like, they had, and Boruto has so many layups they can just, easily do. It's like I was mentioning on Twitter the other day. I'm like, you have Himawari there. She somehow gets the nine tails. This being, this being that protected the village for years. Naruto's best friend that died before he died, and the nine tails comes back and no one cares. It's not mentioned. There's no mention of it. I'm like, oh, what? Look at this easy layup. So she gets a nine tails out of nowhere. There should be some concern about what's going on inside her body. This is interesting. This being
I
just
don't
spawned
care
inside
about
you. The
and
nothing. This has never happened before. Why don't they just have her go up to Sakura and have Sakura analyze her body, and then you have this emotional moment where she's like, your dad really loved the Ninetales, and it's so fitting that the Ninetales is now inside you. Like, it's so easy to have those
Yo,
easy emotional
that's
moments,
competent writing, bro.
but
Come on
but
now.
it's just not
How
there.
dare
They
you?
just, and
How
then
dare
you
you
have these
expect competent writing?
Boruto fans. They're like,
Can I defend Ikimoto
why
on this
would
point?
Himawari have a moment with Sakura? She's not related to Sakura. I'm like, these people are so dumb, bro.
Can
It's so frustrating. It's
Can
so
I
frustrating.
defend Ikimoto real quick with this?
No.
No. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm still in agreement because I still want the emotion. Now,
Yeah.
this is something that I do think is it's a trade off. I think it hurts more, but it is a trade off. I feel like with Ikimoto's, his is a lot more organized and really is moving through straight. Like it's just next thing. Whereas with Naruto, you can really sit there because now we have first, which I prefer. You have so many side characters. You literally have whole organizations of characters that people love because all of them got backstories. All of them got some type of interaction or some type of payoff with another character, some type of mirror or whatever. And it's like because of that, you get to 700 chapters and you were like at the end like I just need to get this done. We're in a war arc. I don't have the time to pay off this, pay off that, pay off this. I'm just gonna end it, And I feel like that's a trade off, unfortunately, where
Even the
Ikimoto's
war arc had moments, bro.
it did, but
Like
I'm saying like
Neji's
people
death,
still felt
Asuma.
slighted for their character, like
There's
it's
a,
He even made
like,
he even made
bro,
space. He
In the
even made
war
space
arc.
for the side characters with like
bro,
Asuma and like Team
Kishimoto.
Ten and shit.
Everything in Two Blue
That's
Vortex is
why I hate
meaningless.
about it's like that's what this criticism that I hear online. Oh, Kishimoto didn't give time to the side characters. Like bro, because in their mind, the only side characters are like 10. They don't think the other character, the other 1,000 characters that are in the manga that
no
are
the
literally even more
you're talking
popular than
about
the main character
Bro, Rock
are,
Lee
are,
has one
are
of the
side
best
characters, right?
backstories ever,
yeah,
bro.
you brought it
Yeah,
up. You
bro.
were talking about Rock Lee fans. That's what you really mean.
Yeah,
That's those
yeah,
guys hate talking
Nah, he
about
yeah.
did
It's like,
fall off in
bro.
Shippuden, though. That
Because
was
that's what,
I,
like,
bullshit.
I feel like the stories are allowed to have characters shine, give them their arcs, and then they can go off into the sunset, and then we can have other side characters, which is what Naruto's story didn't shift away from side characters. It was heavily focused on them throughout the entirety of Shippuden, bro. Like
Bro,
these characters had
Exactly.
so much shine. Itachi, Jiraiya, Guy. We can go
compare
through the list. It's so
compare
crazy to me.
Kara the Husk to the Akatsuki, bro. It's not.
not
It's
even
night
close.
and day.
It's not
not
It's
even
even
not. It's
close.
it's
That's
like,
why
bro,
I'm.
come on.
This is kind of why when I'm always confused when Bar is on the call, kind of when doing the whole Naruto versus Boruto comparison. I'm like, did Bar watch the same shows? Like,
Oh,
Hey,
Honestly.
this is where I think Ood said where like the anime really handles it well. And I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
this was around the time Kodachi was still writing it. But or at least in the manga at least, is the fact that I'm pretty sure his name is Boro, the guy who turns into the big monster when
yeah,
Boroshi
yeah.
comes out.
Yeah.
yeah.
The anime depiction of him being like a priest who actually spreads a virus around and you actually see him do it. Oh my gosh, that was
Yeah,
such a beautiful touch.
that
Like
was
I
pretty
love
good.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
love
love
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Could have been fleshed out a
See,
little
That
part of
more,
that
the
is
but I agree.
problem,
that's
I
in the
agree.
manga.
part of
That
the
was in the
problem
manga.
with comparing Kara versus the Akatsuki is you have one arc versus the entirety of Shippuden.
Yeah,
You get an
Yeah.
arc basically per
Bro, whose
Akatsuki
fault
member
is
in
that?
Shippuden.
Bro, you keep acting like he couldn't have done it better, though, bro. This is my problem. We just keep acting like he just stuck, locked in to like his destiny. He can't like break. Like,
Like
no, bro, make a choice. Shit,
he's
yeah.
acting like he signed the
His
contract. Oh,
his
Kara needs to be
his,
one
yeah,
en-
arc.
bro.
his
Let me
enemy is
sign off on
destiny
that.
itself. He's
Like,
Boruto.
My
he
moral to
could
My
have
manga
just
point
said
though,
write better,
my
like write
point
better,
though,
motherfucker.
my point though is to look at it the other way. If Naruto did the Akatsuki, all of it, in one arc, what would that look like?
Probably peak because one of the goats wrote it. That's probably what it looked like.
nah.
That's probably
Nah.
what that
Because
shit would look like. That shit would
who are
look
you going to focus
fantastic.
on? Or if
It
you're
would
going to
look
focus on all of them,
fantastic.
then none of them are really going to get spotlight. You're not going to get Shikamaru versus Hidan in the same kind of way.
So basically, you're trying to nerf one of the goats to be like Ikimoto. Like, come on, bro. Like, there's a reason why he wrote it that way because he's competent. There's a reason why he didn't write it the way that Ikimoto did. There's a
That's
reason.
up.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
yeah.
So
Also,
what?
because Ikemoto, he probably didn't want to stretch it out into like a whole Akatsuki clone. He just want to do, like a quick. here are these characters. You know, they're not
But
really
he
that
copies
important.
every
But
other
Well,
beat,
he
though.
did. He did the well. He
true.
did the clone. He just made it shorter. No,
Yeah.
he had to.
True.
He had to
Anyway.
copy other stuff. You have to make space, right? So.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
true.
again, the
But
point of
I think
characters
like
isn't to be characters all the time. It's about to fill their character role. They don't have to have an independent, fleshed out backstory or anything. That's not the point of every character.
but I'm just saying like your
True.
series is going to go based upon your like villain slash antagonist, and if they're
True.
lackluster,
And
it's
Boruto's
like
Yeah.
weakest link are the villains. I'm sorry.
it's like they
I've been
literally
saying that for years.
incorporated a mechanic to where you have like claw grimes, which I don't know why they didn't use that for Mamushi, but whatever. And then they had like Mamushi like cloning himself. Like, where are all these shinobi, bro? Like, why is it just Team 10 and
Oh my
Team 7, bro?
And Ikamoto, I'm pretty sure he said this, which kind of really ticked me off because it doesn't make sense. He said that he didn't want to make villains like how they were in Naruto, who had like, you know, more emotion, more
Bruh.
backstories, whatever. He specifically wanted to make his
Just
villains more
evil.
like Frieza from Dragon Ball, who are just pure
Buddy.
evil. I was like,
They
that
out
is
here
such a
crying and
cope.
shit.
Buddy. But
That
listen,
is such
listen,
a cope.
listen. You know why that is cope? You know why that is cope?
That is such
I
cope.
like
I
Frieza,
agree.
man.
Look
Go
at
ahead.
Jura. Look, what type of villain is Jura?
He's an inquisitive villain who's trying to figure out his emotions and you know,
Oh,
like he's trying to
okay.
be more
So
human.
yeah, so this dude said he's not trying to do those types of villains, but then did that type of villain anyway. Because
You're like,
you have to understand like it goes like it's like yeah, and even the fans as well. You know, they're like, oh, I remember when I was talking about my issues with Boruto villains lacking depth. I remember years I've been in this fandom for a very long time. Fans were like, oh, villains who are evil for being evil are so much better. You know, that's why Boruto villains are better than Naruto
evil
villains.
for being
I
evil
remember
is
those
fucking crazy. What
I
does that
I
mean,
remember
bro?
those arguments, bro. Trust me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if the villains had a bit more depth, they would resonate a bit more. And those same fans today, all of a sudden, yeah, Jura is way better than the other villains because he has so much depth. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, man,
You
all right,
know,
man, all
and
right,
it's
man.
like
Okay,
You got
buddy.
it,
That's
Chief. You
funny.
got it, Chief.
Okay,
the
buddy.
misinterpretation between like a pure evil character like Frieza. First of all, even if you say Frieza is a character who's just pure evil, doesn't really Frieza still has depth. Like even from his introduction, you can still see like I was literally just reading the Dragon Ball Z manga too, just this morning. But like Frieza, you can tell from even his transformations, he has depth. What type of person he was, how he grew up. He's like a kid, like who's spoiled, and then you see how confident he is in the beginning, and then you see him break down into just a child who just does anything to get away and get to win the battle, you know, toward the end, like he just
And he's
breaks
a
down.
coward too. He's a
He's a
coward.
coward, and then like you see that with who was it, Jigen, and you know you might see him
Ishiki.
freak out at the end, but he doesn't like really. There's nothing really there to like. Oh, he's this type of human. I mean, this type of character is
Bro,
just like he's a.
Jigen, I loved Jigen when Jigen was Jigen. Jigen to me, Jigen is like Thanos from Infinity War, and Ishiki is like Thanos from Endgame. Right? That's the comparison I make.
That's
Like,
an
they're
Without
like
the
interesting
two different.
philosophy,
comparison.
Oh, that's a bar. I like that.
They're
I
like
like
without
that.
the
two different
philosophy.
characters, bro. Literally, Ishiki is such a
I like
nothing
that.
character to me. Like he's just nothing.
He is trash.
I love Jigen when Jigen showed up, bro. I'm like, okay, this dude is really gonna be it,
Let me
right?
let
He's
me let
gonna
me
be the great
Literally
villain.
the
let, let,
perfect
let, me-
antagonist for the Kawaki arc.
Yeah,
let me take off my shoes before I beat your ass.
Yeah, that shit was saucy,
this shit
bro.
was
Like
crazy, bro.
To
he
me, they're
had
the
depth,
same.
complexity,
He
Honestly,
had a
nuance, and aura.
good
It was nice.
personality, bro. I'm like, bro,
to me, they're
yeah.
the same.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and to be honest, I always said, like, I like Momoshiki because Momoshiki to me is like Frieza. He's funny as
Yeah.
fuck. And when he's on screen, he's just funny to me. I don't take him seriously. I know people do. I know there might be a reason to. I've just never taken Momoshiki seriously. He's just funny. He's always cracking jokes, always laughing, always doing some sly shit. I'm like, okay, this is
Bro is
yeah,
depressed. Kawaki's like,
yeah.
bro, he's a threat. He's like, bro, I just want to go. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
So
and you just
sad,
have to laugh,
bro.
bro. You just have to laugh because he's just so
yo,
funny. But Jigen was
Nothing's
like, yeah, this is the
connected.
serious guy, bro. Yeah. Then he just turned into this like one note. I'm gonna Kawaki, and he's like, oh, I'm on the field, and oh, I just summoned Kawaki with the summoning jutsu. I know I can't find him. Why don't I summon him again? Use the summon him again. I'm gonna
That is true.
scream. I'm gonna
Frieza from
scream.
Teemu.
Whoa, okay.
And
Just
like, bro,
loses all his brain
Kaguya
cells,
had way more depth, bro. Like she's like rebelling against her clan. That's interesting
Exactly.
stuff.
That's why I love
That one,
And
Kaguya.
we haven't touched on any of it, and none of them barely even acknowledge her. Like, what the
You see, I think if they had gone like full sci-fi, we'd have gotten that Kaguya backstory and gotten a better appreciation for Kaguya by now, to be honest.
bro, she
This
got
is
still be
exactly
alive,
why.
bro.
This is exactly why
Be
you don't
alive,
listen
bro.
to the fans and you just go with your gut and what's right. Because sometimes we can be right with our criticisms, but a lot of times we can just make something out of nothing. Like Kaguya, people didn't like her because of the whole alien and stuff. I get it. And first of all, you snub out Madara. I really do get it. But at the end of the day, like her backstory, even to this day, her backstory, her like interactions with other
She's so
Otsutsuki and
complex.
it would literally help the series so much. It would just be something so cool to see. But
Like she wants
And
you
to.
see that.
it showed
And fans just aren't writers. That's just a really important thing to consider. All their
You know what
criticisms
they should
aren't
do?
about the writing. They just say it
You know what?
is.
yeah.
I'm a writer. Again, I used to write with Kishimoto himself. This is what they this
The
I
running bit,
this
I
Right in the
like it.
first half there.
I got it. I got it right here in my mind. This is what will save Boruto. They need to kill Himawari, right?
Nah,
What?
bro. You
Oh
Nah,
already,
nah,
And
my
then
nah,
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 you,
nah,
you
no,
already
nah.
started off
let me
I
wrong.
cook.
can't
Let me
agree with
cook.
that
Let
one,
me
Nah,
cook.
man.
nah,
Can
nah,
I cook?
nah.
Let me cook. All
Nah, he
right. They
burnt
need
that
to
food,
they
bro.
need
Nah,
to
nah.
kill off Himawari and then Boruto goes Super Saiyan 3. That
oh
shit
my
would
god.
be
You
lit.
know,
This
yo,
is
if you get like the
something,
long hair from Boruto for like the Otsutsuki, that'd be kind of
Yeah.
sick. But yeah,
Hey, just like they
that would
bro.
do
be
It's
how
sick.
like
That would be
how they
sick.
do to Gohan. They kill Pan every time. Just kill Himawari. We
Just
got
like
it, bro. Go make
that's
him
the
go Super
Lord A
Saiyan
bro.
4.
Boruto. That'd be cold, bro.
Yeah.
That's so funny because I said it in my Mitsuki video. Like Mitsuki is probably gonna be that character that they kill off because he serves absolutely no
Damn,
purpose in the story aside from dying for a power up.
Not my
So
that's
boy.
true.
they're probably gonna
He's
kill
so
him.
he's so
He's
fucking
so
Krillin. It hurts.
yeah, it's just
But
like
even
yeah.
Krillin was
There's
better
literally
character, bro.
nothing. There's literally nothing left to do with
Was better
Mitsuki than
until he
to
got the
kill him.
super.
He's a
Yeah,
Although
fucking
I'm not
Yamcha.
sure if Boruto would care that much anyway.
I think
I'm
part
not
of the
even
issue,
sure
like
anymore.
even with Mitsuki himself, is that it'd be better if he had someone like Orochimaru present in the manga for him to play off of,
Oh
maybe.
my god, bro, you're
Yeah,
making me
but
sad right now.
The
yeah, but
fact
it's
that they don't
true.
have
It's
one of the
true,
most
bro.
peak fucking character, complex
Bro,
characters,
you know
bro.
I
they're
know.
watching us and see or they love to do that shit where they tease Orochimaru. They've been teasing that dude since part one. And every time they just dangle him in front of us and then they just pull it away.
Then when we
Every single
actually
time
get
they
it, it's
just
not going to
dangle
be
him.
anything.
Yeah, it might be
If
like a
we do
one
get it,
panel.
that is. If we do get it.
Oh, don't hurt me like that, Kino.
Like, who
Oh
is
man.
Jura in this story? Like, is he like is he like a Toguro from Yu Yu Hakusho? Is he like a Shigaraki? Like, who is like? Do you think he'll like persist past this arc, or is he just gonna have like a tragic death? Will cold
Jura's
swallow
not
him up? Like,
connected to anything. That's part of the problem. Nothing's connected in Two Blue Vortex. Things are just happening.
And it's just arbitrary. Like they said like Jura isn't attacking
yeah,
them and they can't leave the village. The moment they step outside, he's gonna come for them. And they've been outside for like a good minute now. I'm not seeing Hidari attacking them, not seeing Jura attacking them. It's just like, no, why? Why? Why?
it
Like,
feels
what's
it
the
feels like it
concept?
feels
What's
I
the
like
just don't
goal? How
get
does
the
it relate
why.
to anything
It's
else?
just
What's the motive?
arbitrary. It's just
it feels
arbitrary.
like there's
I
an
don't get
actual
why he does the things he does.
it feels like there's an actual villain just waiting their turn, like for the Shinji to just move
Exactly.
along. Like they're just
Yeah, yeah.
place filler. They're like a training arc villain, like training wheels for like the real villain to come. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, as you guys mentioned, that like I did a video a few months back in terms of like, asking the question like, are the Otsuki dead? Because yeah, I do agree. Like we need to kind of move past Jura at this point, Jura and the Shinju. But I don't know the way the Boruto series, the vibe I'm getting, it feels like there
Isn't
are not
that so
many
sad?
Otsuki left in the universe. That's the vibe I'm getting.
We
Yeah,
have
they
to
Viltrum
move
might shit,
past
bro.
Jura. Nobody was saying that about Orochimaru in the Search for Tsunade arc.
Bro, even that
Why?
is a bit
Why do we have to move past Jura? Because he's bad. That's why.
it's a bit
Yeah.
it's a bit weird as well because like
Bad.
you have these contradicting points in the series where they're like, well, this is Kaguya's world, but no, it's Ishiki's world, and Ishiki was the one who should have gotten the fruit, and Kaguya was the underling, but it's also Kaguya's world as well. She's the owner of the seed. It's like those things, and then there's like where Ishiki saying that oh, we've been watching everything that has happened
Yes.
with that
Yeah,
woman.
that's
Who is we? Who are we? What's going on?
but
And
that
then you
but
have Ishiki saying that we want to preserve the Otsutsuki. What are you trying to preserve? Aren't there other
yeah.
Otsutsuki? Didn't Ishiki
Exactly.
or she literally just say
They're
we? What's going
Viltrumites, bro.
on?
They're
Random lore
Viltrumites.
details. Who cares?
They're fucking Viltrumites.
There's
There's
like
There's
10
only 50 left,
Otsutsuki's.
a
Melo.
lot.
Hey, check Boruto manga chat.
Bro,
I
the Boruto series and Boruto as a character has so much, but like it has every fucking thing, and it's just so frustrating to see them just like miss every beat almost every time. It's like, bro, why can't you just do the simple shit right? Like this character is cool as fuck. This world is cool as fuck. The powers are cool as fuck. Everything is cool as fuck. Even the designs in CBV are cool as fuck. Like Gene, minus that haircut. I'm sorry, that
Yeah.
haircut.
Hey man, don't disrespect
The
Jin, bro.
drip is immaculate. That cut, even it's so meta that they had to put it in the series. That cut is awful. But outside of that, Justin Bieber ass haircut, bro. Like, I guess Boruto kind of got a Bieber haircut too. But like, like everything is peak, bro. Like, but they just not pulling the trigger right. And I'm like, bro, like, what the? They got stormtrooper aim with this shit. This nasty work, bro. Fucking nasty.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lack of passion. I don't think Ikimoto
agree.
has it in him, bro. He just doesn't have the
Listen,
passion.
we're
He's
just
I
getting
paying.
up
think
in
if
age, and
it's a
he's
lack of passion
tired.
on two fronts. It's a lack of passion for the Naruto series, and it's a lack of passion for competent writing. Those both are required to write good. You can't just have skill to write good. You need to have passion to write good. Ikimoto has neither.
I think he just want to draw, bro. Like he's great with the character designs.
Literally.
He just like Sarada just aura farming all day, bro. It's like, bro, you gotta do more than
Bruh.
aura farming, bro. You gotta
I'm
do more
telling
than
you,
aura
bro.
farming.
I was literally telling U the other day, like, dude is spending like five pages to show Sarada activating Mangekyo Sharingan. I'm like,
Sharingan.
bro,
Like,
you literally
up,
did this
like
last chapter. You did it the
up
chapter before.
view,
Why do you need to
down
do this
view,
again?
diagonal
Yeah.
view, side view. It's like,
Okay,
damn.
you know, my point
View
on that is about
possible.
when they do it. If
Yeah,
they're
but
just
yeah, we
wasting 5
agreed.
pages on it, sure. If the 5 pages are at a certain point of the story where it matters
Yeah,
to the story,
yeah,
then it's good.
yeah.
But he
Within
has
like
an eye for that shit though, because like when Damon's touching like Ada's face in the Mamushi fight, peak. Like when
Yeah.
Boruto's like popping his karma, he's like kind of looking smug. That shit's peak. Like when Boruto's jumping like to save Kubo from the Mamushi clones, like that little like he's like jumping towards the roof of the Hokage building. Peak. He has an eye for it. He just get
that was
carried
like a
away,
good
bro.
perspective shot, bro. You know, by the way.
That
That
shit
was
was
a good one. I
fantastic,
like that
bro.
shit.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'll say this because it's getting late and I still have work in the morning.
5-hour stream, by the way.
just call off.
I got
I'll-
1 hour sleep last night.
oh,
Just call
wow.
off. You don't need the
Nah.
money.
Adrenaline.
You'll be fine.
I mean, how am I gonna buy bread if I call off the day?
Starve.
Yeah, we all
We
gonna
all
get
had to
replaced
go
in
through it at
about
least
2
once.
years, anyways, bro. So
I'm
it's-
telling
What's
you.
this last topic, Sanjay?
Just drink some water.
Just drink some water. I just wanted to say, in terms of my expectations and how I think the franchise needs to move forward, right? I mean, no matter how you slice and dice it, I can't see for the foreseeable future where Boruto will be able to stand on its own. So Naruto will have to continue to be the driving like marketing force, right? So, and since we're in the era where we're obviously milking it, capitalism, but I think we can balance capitalism with quality stuff. So I'm thinking, and I've said this before, and Melo has said it since we've been doing the stream. I think they should bring back the Naruto top 99 every year. Every year. Of course, the winners from the previous year would be like, taken out of the equation. Of course, pay Kishimoto some money to do the manga for the winner. So you have like these, I guess, legacy chapters every year building up. You can do, if you want to capitalize and milk stuff, you can do OVAs or special anime adaptations for these one-shot chapters every year if you want. I do like what you were saying before though, Kido, in terms of doing a movie. I think that would be the right move. Something to tie in with Omnipotence back into the last era. I do like that, to kind of bring in the Naruto and Boruto fans, kind of bridging the gap. I think they definitely should do that. Outside of that, I think going forward with the anime, apart from doing it seasonally, I think they need to streamline things between the anime and the manga because, of course, there's a million like anime only stuff that's not in the manga. So I think they need to kind of reconcile things between the two at some point to just kind of streamline things. It's either, and this would be a wild thing to say, maybe at some point you axe the manga and just make it an anime only thing, seasonal anime
Never let
only
him
thing.
cook again. Never let him cook again.
Because
That would be crazy.
yeah, it would be crazy, but at this point, the anime has most of, well, pretty much all of what the manga has, plus extra stuff. It would be kind of like a way of streamlining things, but if not, find some way to reconcile those two things. But outside of that, I think building up all of that over years and years, I think at that point, they didn't. Oh no. Oh, okay. No pressure, man. Thanks for coming through.
No, I'm talking to free game. He said he came.
Oh, free game.
I'm like,
Oh,
you got to, yeah,
Wait, what?
you got to end it.
Oh no, it's all right. My bad. It took so long.
No, you good. You good.
I went
I
to
was
In and
joking.
Out, and they have a line across the freaking block.
Oh man,
crazy. That's crazy. But and
He
of
said
course,
that's crazy. I'm sorry. Continue, please. Forgive me.
yeah. Of course, all the little tidbits we've talked about in terms of the writing. Let's take more risk. Let's kind of move past the Shinju or
Move past the shoujo shit, bro.
that.
If
That
I want
too.
to
That
watch
too.
a
Paladin
love
Bolts would
story, I'll
hate
go.
you, Keto.
Man, fuck
I'll
board. I
go.
want a
I'll go.
Himawari series.
I
Himawari
want
series.
to. I want to read a shoujo manga, bro.
Yeah.
That's not why I'm here.
Do y'all?
Fair
do y'all
point.
think-
Fair
Kellogg,
point.
Himawari, give us Super Saiyan 4 Boruto. That's
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
all
man,
we
we
need.
need-
that code is going to get the Soul Thorn Bulb and
Hold on, real.
Evolution.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna
wait,
go
forgive
Super
me.
Saiyan 4.
Speaking-
I think Sanjay got to go. I think Sanjay
yeah,
got to go. So
yeah.
you
So
can wrap up.
I'm wrapping up. I'm wrapping up. And speaking of that, I think they need to be more creative from a scientific aspect because, of course, scientific ninja weapons and all of that is supposed to be a big theme when it comes on to Boruto. But I feel like they haven't been creative enough to integrate it, right? Because
They
like.
have been in a certain.
Nah,
Bro, let him.
nah. I don't
gotta finish
think
up.
so, man. Because I think if they were as creative as I wanted them to be, it would justify a lot of things from a power scaling standpoint. Like, I'm thinking of, I think I've said this to you guys before. Like when I look at Baryon mode, it's basically like chakra fusion. Why not bring in Orochimaru, Amado, do some science, makes persons be able to do some sort of. I'm not trying to like rip off Dragon Ball with the fusion dance or Potara here, but have some kind of scientific ninja weapon device on the hand with some chakra stored. You can temporarily fuse your chakra with the chakra in the device for exponential boost. Something creative like that. Just base it off stuff that actually happened in the series like Baryon mode or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I would say.
mean,
Be more creative as well.
I think they're slowly integrating it into it. Like they're pushing it in our faces, but like as time goes on,
Very
like
slowly.
for like instance, like
10 years.
Boruto sword, that's scientific ninja tech. So like they're incorporating it. They're like in probably like the infant stage of it to where in the future it probably get more advanced, and then you'll get what you
I mean,
want.
it's crazy to say we're in the
Yeah.
infant stage after
Past
10
it had
years.
more.
10 years, bro.
10
They're
years,
doing it
bro.
now,
Bro,
less than
even
ever before. They're
Boruto's
just doing it for the sake
sword,
of
bro.
doing it.
Boruto's sword is so disappointing, bro. I'm like, we're gonna get a
Who
new sword. The sword is
cares?
gonna do this, and bro, the sword is like I absorb chakra. Okay,
What did
buddy.
the sword
We've
do
seen
this
that
arc?
before.
Why did he do that this arc?
You know?
It's
Yeah,
zero
well, I'm gonna
impact.
absorb chakra.
No,
Yeah, it's like okay.
no. It's so he doesn't have to focus on putting his chakra in a blade. That's why
Bro, they created a problem to fix it in the same arc, bro. They created a problem to fix it, bro. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna create this problem that Sasuke never really. They've never been like, oh, Sasuke needs to divert so much focus. He just does that shit. Then all of a sudden, Boruto needs to focus. So we're gonna create this problem and then fix it. I'm
Not
supposed
just
to clap for
Sasuke,
that shit, bro.
literally
I'm like, bro, I don't care,
nobody's
bro.
ever had this
with his
problem.
Otsutsuki chakra, by the way.
With his
You
Otsutsuki.
guys remember when
Chakra,
Naruto
bro.
had when he had the Rasen Shuriken, and then it would literally pierce every single chakra thread in your network or whatever. And
Yeah.
then after he would just throw those things and it would just blow up and do nothing. It's kind of like the same thing with his karma, with Boruto's karma. Like no Byakugan. It's like they forgot about like, oh, it gives you the powers of Otsutsuki. No Byakugan. Now he does. But like no Byakugan, just
They haven't
weak.
even explained why this dude doesn't use any of Momoshiki's powers, bro. Aside from like
Or
the
even have the same
Byakugan and
horn as
stuff,
him.
he
Momoshiki
just
wasn't giving him
doesn't do that
access
shit,
to it,
bro.
though.
I think he means now.
It's a
Momoshiki.
damn shame.
I mean,
Crying shame.
now he has access to the full power, but
Yeah,
he's
Yeah,
not
and his
doing
horn
it.
is still not even the same as Momoshiki's. So
No,
it's
Boruto,
like,
the skilled prodigy genius.
Yeah. Wait,
No,
wait,
it's
with
just popping off.
the true essence of karma. So he should have the
Yeah, 1,000 years of experience fighting, farmers and poets, but it's not much.
fully forgot about that.
Hey,
Not
the
Boruto been whooping ass though, so I don't know.
That's because of
Whooping.
Boruto. Yeah.
Whooping who ass, bro? Who?
Who?
Mitsuki?
Boruto?
Boruto doesn't even fight like an Otsutsuki, bro. He literally just fights like Sasuke. Like that's the thing, though.
He's a Sasuke swagger jacker, bro.
Cole,
He's literally-
he held his own with Hidari. I mean not Hidari.
Bruh.
Yeah, Hidari too, and then Jiraiya as well. Like, and he's supposed to be like.
That's the
top
thing, though.
tier.
Like that's the thing. Like,
If there's
Naruto,
one thing
Naruto
I
turned
hate,
into the Nine
is an
Tails.
Uchiha swagger jacker.
Bro,
No,
I ain't
it's
gonna
like
let y'all- I ain't
Naruto-
gonna sit here and let y'all.
I'm looking
slander
at
my
you,
boy
Sanjay.
Boruto.
I'm just playing.
Wait, sorry. What? Say it again.
I ain't gonna let y'all slander this boy Barge. Oh, you talking to? I think somebody. He was talking to you, bro.
Oh, I was saying
He was saying
I hate
the Uchiha
a
swagger stuff.
I was saying I hate a Sasuke swagger jacker, and I'm looking at you, Sanjay. I was just joking.
Oh wow.
But I was gonna
boy.
say you
Call
have
him
people
out.
like Naruto. When Naruto turns into the Nine Tails, the QB mode, he gets the fox aura and he
The
fights
fighting
like a
style is
fox.
different.
It changes, but when Boruto is like, oh, he gains 1,000 years of experience, he fights like Boruto. So I'm like, what is what are you showing me? What is the experience?
All right, y'all. I'm
And
about to
in the
y'all have
Kawaki
fun.
fight,
That was good talk.
they did the same
bro.
thing in the Kawaki fight.
Later.
Kawaki's
man,
like,
respect.
oh yeah, peace out. Kawaki's like, oh, Boruto is now like Momoshiki, and then when the fight starts, he's just fighting like Boruto. Like they're telling you that something is happening, but you're not seeing it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the issues.
We're, just to kind of wrap this, like where are we rating Boruto
Or
part one? And then
Sanjay
maybe
being chained to his desk.
TBV.
You said part 1 or what?
Like where are we rating like the anime? What are we rating the manga part one? What are we rating TBV?
You mean like out of 10?
Yeah, sure.
Can you even rate the anime since it's not done, but isn't?
What?
TVP is
How
a
do
new
you
manga,
rate it?
by the way. So
Yeah.
That is true.
you don't even need to read part 1 of Boruto to read TBV.
That is
Don't
true.
get me
Yeah.
started, Guido. We're ending, not starting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So just start with the anime.
I don't know.
I would give Boruto like the anime.
Yeah.
I give it a 6. The manga, I give it an
8.
8. Yeah.
I'm talking about Boruto part one manga.
Oh, Boruto part 1 manga. I didn't think Boruto part 1 manga was bad at all. So I give part 1 manga probably 7.
Okay, so I guess TBV is an 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you, kiddo?
6, 7, 8.
Bro, it's so hard for me to rate the Boruto manga and anime because the anime is good, but it's also
Walk down with the
it's
bloats.
also responsible for so much bad. And then the
Yeah.
manga has the tone that I want. It has a very consistent
Exactly.
tone. but it also lacks a lot of the things the good
Yeah.
things the anime has. So it's like
Yeah, true.
it's so hard to really do it. I guess I
Oh,
don't
I
know,
think
man.
he said the part one manga versus the part
Yeah, I'm just
with
speaking about
TBV.
part one.
The
But
manga
if I
though,
was
not the
to do
anime.
it, no, I think both, right? We're
Yeah,
grading
yes.
both. Yeah.
I'm trying to get to
So
all of it.
if I'm gonna grade the manga, I think the manga lacks a lot of the emotional beats, but it's a more consistently told, easily followed story than the anime, which is all over the place.
Yeah.
So for just the product, I think I will give the manga like a 7. I think I'll give it like a 6 or a 7. The anime, I'm gonna grade the anime 2 times. So the anime in totality, I would give it a 5.
Oh, okay.
If I cut the bloat from the anime, like the filler nonsense,
Hmm.
and we just look at the good stuff, I would give the anime an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Nice.
agree with that. I can agree with that.
Because
It
the
was a
anime
lot
is
of
really good, man.
unnecessary episodes.
Anime has like, and again, I love the summary stuff. So it's like I just have to put it up there.
What about TBV?
Yeah.
Enough said, I
Wow.
guess.
You still there, man?
No, wait, I think that's it. Oh,
Oh,
TBV. Oh, sorry.
TBV.
Yeah.
Oh, TBV. TBV.
Forgot all about the series. I guess that's his rating on this point.
TBV, bro. TBV was so good in the first half, bro. But since then, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna give TBV like a.
Five
I'm
is
gonna give
average.
T a
Five is average.
6.5, bro. 6.5. I
Okay.
don't know.
I didn't really like the
The
Ryu arc.
0.5 is crazy.
I didn't really like the Ryu arc, so I can agree with you. Like it didn't have like every chapter wasn't a banger. You know, I think Ryu was like a lackluster villain. Mamushi, I mean, it was interesting, and like the Ino sacrifice, but I had maybe it's just from my
Bruh.
expectations, having high expectations, but I had high expectations for Mamushi, and maybe I should have lowered them, and maybe I would have been more appreciative of the Mamushi chapter, but I just thought it was
Bruh,
lackluster.
that chapter 1 through 14 run, I give that shit a
Yeah.
9, bruh. I
Yeah,
give
that
that
was
shit a
solid, bro.
9. That
Solid,
chapter
solid.
1
Facts.
through 14, that shit was peak, bruh.
What
I,
was
I
I
14
don't
totally
again?
agree. I totally agree.
What's 14? What's 14 again?
14, I think that's after Boruto get captured and they did the interrogation stuff. I kind
Uh,
of liked,
okay.
slowing it down. Although I had the issue with Boruto being table level, so they're good. There's some cool stuff, but I do
To
think
be
in
fair, so was
totality, the
Hashirama.
mystery of explaining the Otsutsuki and Jura and that little mysterious stuff there,
Yeah.
I like that entire aspect of it. So I
Yeah.
think from 1 through 14, that shit was, of course, Prescience. That chapter was amazing. Chapter 13. I
You
think
seen
it's one
Game
of
of
the best,
Thrones,
if
right,
not the best one.
kiddo?
Yeah, in totality,
Bro, they
unfortunately.
should have did the yeah, unfortunately. They should have did the slow walk through Konoha, the walk of shame for
Bruh,
Naruto. I mean for
that would be
Boruto.
crazy. But that would require time and effort and passion, but they don't have that. So they have to speed through it. I kind of I kind of compared it I kind of compared the Mamushi arc, the fight, it to the Long Night. When it comes to the strategy in my video, because there's so many things they could have done, and I feel like Shikamaru being propped up as this brains. I feel like not asking Sarada to not do that until not planning that shit. Yeah, he
And then,
clearly
and
never
then they
told Sarada not to use the Sharingan, and then he's asking her how many can she kill when they're at the battlefield and not before, and it was his plan B. Why didn't you
exactly,
discuss the
bro.
plan B before you get to plan B?
And
It
then
just
Boruto's like he's like, give me your honest assessment. What do we do? Like he should have had several different backups. Like this
and
is a
he doesn't have
genius,
any,
bro.
bro. They have Himawari on
Shikamaru,
the
bro.
battlefield. I'm like, bro, bro, they could have done an easy plan, like have Ada lure the Mamushis towards her, which is what they did initially. Then have Boruto teleport in there, then teleport while Himawari is like off screen charging a massive Biju bomb or something. Then Boruto just grabs Ada, teleports out of there. Himawari fires the Biju bomb. You take out like hundreds of them. Like I feel like there's so many things they could have done, and they're
Yeah.
outside the village. And it's like I'm like, why aren't you thinking about these things? What's happening? So it's like that's what I said in my video. It's like the long night. It's like the strategies weren't doing
Flying
much.
Right.
Rising
Brought up
removed
something, too.
all
Wait, hold
tension.
on, real
Wait,
quick.
hold on. We gotta go, bro. We gotta go.
Yeah. You guys are
what's
kind
your
of getting
rating?
into more stuff.
What's your rating? What's your rating, bro?
Okay, yeah, because Kiddo had said something where he said that he don't know how he died, like it was bullshit when they just stabbed his eyes. But that's all I want to say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ain't talking.
Yeah.
It was lackluster. Udi, what's your rating?
I'm not dividing it the way you guys are. I'm dividing it Kodachi Ikimoto. No one can stop me. It's my rating. Screw you if you say otherwise. So I'm gonna say Kodachi's a part of the anime. I'm gonna give that a 9.5. And the manga,
Damn. God damn.
Yo,
the
who
manga,
loves
I'll
Kodachi, bro? I
probably
didn't
give
know
a
you love
9.
Kodachi that much. That's crazy.
It's on the whole time. Like there's no flaws. When it comes to Ikimoto, I'll probably give like a 2.
Bro, that's
like-
crazy, bro.
For the anime, I'll give it like a 4. Well, I guess for the
Damn.
anime, I guess you only have the code arc. You don't have the anime.
Oh, you started with the
Prophecy arc
manga.
yet.
Okay.
So I'll give the anime like I like if 5 is an average. I'll give it like a 6.5 to a 7.
Even the Kodachi bit.
For the code arc, you mean?
No, the Kodachi stuff, because he like wrote the anime for the first half of the anime.
For the code arc, you mean?
The first part of the anime, bro.
No, I'm talking
Well,
about
anyways,
like, the
bro, let's
newest
move on.
stuff,
Let's
I
Oh,
already
bro.
remember
Kodachi
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
You don't remember
I'm
that
still-
stuff?
I'm still because since this is Sean J's thing, we'll let him cap it off. But I'll still Kiddo's thing. I agree. If you take out the bullshit filler and keep the good filler, the good filler anime is like, to me, honestly, just 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
Like, I just
facts.
really like.
I don't
the
know
anime.
why you would hold what you're gonna.
No, I ain't
skip
got time. I
anyway
don't have
because
time. I don't have time. Okay. And then
Alright.
if you have like the normal stuff with all the like the cho shit and the that's that. Oh god. 4.
I agree.
Well, now manga part 1. I think I can't really rate it because I didn't read before the Kawaki arc. To be fair, but like the Kawaki arc and like forwards, minus the code stuff.
You should
the
watch
prophecy.
the Medina, Banner arc. You should start from there. Honestly,
Perhaps.
So that's
The
right before
Kawaki arc
Kawaki.
and the Kawaki arc and the prophecy stuff and the owl stuff is really good. So I'll say 8 out of 10. That's fine. And then like
Okay.
TBV, I think is whoa. From a fan perspective, I think I'll give it
But split his
a
opinion even more.
yeah, I fucking have to. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10 ultimately, or probably round up to like an 8.5 out of 10. If it's just like, and I'll just leave it at that. Just be nice. There you go. I'm done. Yeah.
all right,
Sounds
All
good.
right.
for sure.
Um,
Then-
Free Gaming gave you.
What's up?
I was wondering if you got given your rating already.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. So for me personally, anime wise, all the bloats included.
Nah, you can't include the bloats. That's unrated.
No, I gotta include the bloat, bro, because
don't
What
interrupt
If you
the hell?
skip it,
Hey,
then
hold
there's
up,
no
hold up,
point in
hold up.
rating it.
We didn't interrupt you.
Hold up.
Alright.
Just for the people who don't understand what a bloat is, can you explain what that is? Because
It means
it's all like the
garbage.
anime filler
Like-
and additional episodes that kind of drag down the pacing of the anime, really and truly.
Okay. Because I knew what
Like
it
a
was,
corpse,
but-
like a bloated corpse.
Yeah, I
Unaffected if you
I
skip
knew
it.
what it was. I just wanted to make sure the audience knew. You know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't
So
know
all the
at
blo-
all.
fair enough. Well, as I said, like with the bloat included, I think I would have to. I mean, the fact that I even dropped the anime at one point because of it. Yeah, I.
We dropped the
would have-
bloat.
I'd have to give it a. yeah, 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 out of 10.
Ouch.
Damn. Dang.
Yeah. Because
That's above average, slightly.
yeah.
Exactly. You can't say ouch to better than average.
It's such a contradictory experience in my head because it's that a lot of the bloat sometimes can be nice in isolation, but as a full product, I think it just kind of brings down the whole ship, which is crazy to say. But
Real,
it
real
is
quick,
what
do
it
you
is.
think like Naruto Himawari Day is child parent day is bloat? Or you consider that bloat? Or is it good bloat?
It was nice.
Good
to
bloat,
see. It
good
was
bloat,
nice
good
to see.
bloat. I guess you can make that distinction: good bloat and bad bloat.
It
Fair
was a
enough.
wholesome episode. I didn't mind.
Yeah,
I love that episode.
yeah.
One of my
It's
favorites.
like
Definitely.
one episode, not an entire arc of nonsense.
Yeah,
That's
true,
fair.
true.
That's fair.
Mujina Bandits is 4 episodes.
Yeah, and it's good.
Exactly.
Oh, is it? I might watch 4 episodes. I can do 4.
No, but
4
even-
episodes.
But even
An
they had like an
hour.
anime only arc, to kind of emphasize the whole Majina Bandits, with them kind of going into prison, and they had like a anime only twist, for the Majina Bandits
I
because
see.
of that
Oh
anime
yeah,
only
like the
arc.
like the blood prison type shit.
If you skip
Yeah.
it,
They
it
go to
doesn't
the
hold the
prison.
pacing down.
Because
anyway.
did Boruto go to that prison in the manga? I don't think he did, right?
Don't mention it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's anime only, but it
Yeah,
has an
that's what I
interesting twist if you do watch it and then watch
Yeah.
Mujina Bandits. Just like a nice little twist. But anyway, the manga part 1, to be honest,
Wait, what about without the bloat though?
without the bloat, just having the quality bloats, as I would put it,
Yeah,
are the good bloats,
quality stuff. Yeah.
and then the manga specific arcs, which they definitely improve in the anime. I would definitely give it maybe like a 8.5, man. To be honest, it was actually pretty decent in terms of the quality of life like improvements that they did.
Especially the Sasuke versus Jigen Naruto fight. That
Yeah, it
yeah,
felt a
like
bit more
that.
fulfilling
Yeah.
there. I mean, of course,
And the Baryon mode, they did
Yeah.
their thing with that one.
yeah. But a lot of the issues them from the manga still kind of carry over, so it still kind of ends up being like a 8.5 anyway. So yeah.
And then like the
Um,
Kara arc too, like they expounded more on Kawaki and his PTSD and like so it was a lot of good. It was a lot of good.
I wanted
in-
more.
As I'm saying, yeah, it ends up
Should've
being
done
an
more.
8.5 for me.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch
Um,
Garachi's part.
Yeah.
Fine, like,
Part 1 Boruto is I think a easy 7. Like it's a solid 7, I would say. As you guys, because I didn't really start like looking or reading the manga like that until I think Kawaki was introduced. Like if you go back on my channel, the first review I did, I think it's either chapter 24 or 25. Like I'd taken a look at like the initial chapters just to see, oh, you're doing back the Boruto movie stuff. But really and truly, I think looking back at it, I was saying, yo, the manga feels so much more focused, much more feels better than the anime, like when I was reading it initially. But unfortunately, I still feel like I have to turn off. Is it suspension of belief? Is that the phrase? Like things are happening. It's like things are happening. I'm like, okay, where's Kakashi? Where are the legacy characters? It feels very unbelievable that certain characters aren't showing up. Things are happening, and it's like it's only a certain set of characters. I mean, there are other critiques there, but I think a 7 is a fair rating for Part 1 Boruto. 2 Blue Vortex. I think all things considered, you guys are right. There's the first 14 chapters really good. But all things considered, I think right now it sits at 7.5 for me. Yeah.
And by the way, when I say, just to be clear, an Attack on Titan 9 is very different from a Boruto 9. I just want to.
Okay, because AOT different, bro.
When I say AOT is a 9, that's not the same as saying Boruto is a 9. Okay, I just.
Okay.
That's so weird to say that though.
No, it's not.
Like the
I
numbers
guess I
consistent.
totally agree.
The numbers have different weight,
Yeah, true,
That
true,
doesn't
true.
make sense. That's numbers are meant to measure consistently.
No, because because Boruto is a different type of series. You know, it's like when I'm grading like a Pokemon, not Pokemon, Danny Phantom or the fucking Amazing World of Gumball. You know, I'm not using the same metric as
Oh my god.
AOT and in
God.
you know, or so peak fiction. You know, I'm not and Harry Potter and shit. I'm using a different kind of weight system.
Yeah,
True,
So
I
true.
agree. I agree.
Saying
I agree.
connotation was there.
I agree. I agree.
Well, this has been fun. This was actually longer than I thought, because it's what 12:55, and I was actually planning to end from like 11:15, but
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's 11
it's
We
o'clock for
fun,
me.
know.
So
bro.
it's 11
Any
o'clock for
stream
me.
Hood
So
is
it's still early.
on.
11
Who
o'clock,
just
bro. Where are you
extends that
again?
by
Bro,
5
Arizona.
God
I told
damn.
you. It's so fucking cold. I don't understand.
it's
Cold in
crazy.
Arizona?
Yes, it's
Shit.
freezing, bro. I don't understand. I think it's the end of the world. Hey, bro, stack up on
Nice.
tissue. Stack up on canned goods because this
Hey,
is
bro.
unnormal.
I got my rice and beans, bro. Okay, right over here, so I'm
We
good.
Gucci, we Gucci.
Bro,
But
Guys,
yo,
it's been a
never
pleasure.
been
I
this cold in
appreciate you guys.
Arizona.
yeah. But
Bro,
guys, yeah,
I got to go.
yeah,
You
me
guys
too,
be
me
blessed.
too.
Yeah. Thank you
Yo,
guys
shout out to
for,
all you guys,
letting me-
man.
Yeah, thank you for letting me join.
Yeah, man.
W stream.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yo, we should get
Okay.
together and do some more streams. Have some fun.
Yeah, man.
Shoot some shit.
Of course. I'm
Yeah, man,
always down.
definitely.
Yeah.
On my
Bet,
days
bet.
off, I'm usually down. And Sanjay, Mello, whenever you got a chance.
Yeah,
Kiddo,
man, definitely after
Yeah.
this
Oh.
weekend.
Yeah, for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
whenever you got a chance, you're always free to join the stream. The people been asking for
Bet.
you, Mello.
I doubt that. They can't fucking stand me over there, bro. I'm
Hey,
so glad
bro,
Melo's
hey.
gone, bro.
Nah, it was some person that said that they wanted Mello back on because they was going through something and they was watching our channel and we got them through a rough time. And I was like, oh, damn.
Nah,
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
so
wonderful.
that
Yeah.
overrides any hateful comments that people put, So, and
Yeah.
you're a
Fair
good dude,
enough.
Mello. So don't even worry about that, bro.
I'm not, but I appreciate your kind words, my friend. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll catch y'all later.
yeah, man.
Later.
Kiddo, respect for coming out as well, man. Ooh,
Yeah, man. No problem.
Kiddo Ood, free game.
Yeah.
Sanjay,
Mellow.
peace.
Yeah,
Be
man.
safe.
Yeah, man. We link.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Peace out.
sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Peace
Yeah,
out.
man.
Hey, thank you for everybody for joining the stream. Thank you for everybody who left a super chat as well. Who do we got here? We got Antonio Bookman. Appreciate the donation. He shot a $5 tip. So appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining. If you want to see Mello and Kiddo and Sanjay on the next streams, leave comments on the video. I don't know if I'm gonna turn this off or not. But yeah, we appreciate y'all as always. Thank you for tuning in. Spin a cloud. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.